Welcome, everybody, to episode 71 of the Heavy Drinking Podcast. We are back from my personal 1-week diarrhea hiatus.
It was all your fault.
Do not trust Beyond Burgers. I'll just say that and leave it there.
Just eat meat. Just eat meat.
I probably would have had less diarrhea if I ate meat.
Why do you always have problems with your ass? Every time
just
I
too much stuff going in it, and then I just can't, I can't hold it close. If you recognize that music, it's because we're joined in the studio today by Sgt Scagnetti and also Bill Steinbacher. But before we get into our guests, let me just do some housekeeping.
And we will get into them.
Spread them,
All
boys.
up in it.
Let's thank our sponsors, Taproom Tackers, Fairfield Wines and Spirits, Amazon, Lyft, Blowfish for hangovers, and of course, the ladies of the Drunk Alpaca. You'll hear more about them later. But yeah, so that was my last week. How have you guys been?
I've been
Better.
good.
Good.
I don't remember what I've done. I've got drunk many nights.
Okay.
That's my story.
No diarrhea.
I cannot deny plausible deniability.
What was the actual consistency of that diarrhea? Like, are we talking?
Are we playing like 3 songs at a time right now?
Something happened there.
It was supposed to fade out.
Dave was touching buttons.
It was hot and painful.
You need to just enjoy
But
regular
like pure
beef
liquefied,
No.
like waterfall.
No, it was the consistency of the burger.
Oh,
And then back
burger. So you knew going
so
in.
it's like chopped meat out, like when you put it in the egg to like get that consistency. It's
my girlfriend was like, "Do you know for sure that it was the burger or was it something else?" And I was like, "No, I know it was for sure the burger, and I don't want to tell you why." She's like, "Just tell me." And I was like, "It smells like a White Castle in here."
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't you hate those shits where you look in the toilet and you know exactly what you ate? Because it's a
Corn?
replica, and you're like, not even corn. Corn actually comes out as corn, but if you like, you eat it like a lot of lettuce or a lot of
Lettuce,
you know,
some
green
peppers,
shit like that.
A
It
lot
comes
of,
out,
lot
and
of
you're like,
beets.
what the
Yeah,
fuck?
beets comes
That's
out
the
fucking
thing.
Well, that's
red.
what the fucking Beyond Burger is made
I
of.
pooped out an entire one long cut of like green bell pepper.
It's unreal.
How did you just swallow it whole without even?
You should go. We'll get into that
Yeah,
later.
that's the bigger.
Oxballs.com.
So we're off to the kind of start I expected.
We like to keep consistency.
So I do apologize. We did have to cancel last week. It was all my
Dude,
fault.
You robbed me of my birthday episode.
Oh, I'm
I did
so
just
sorry.
go to Porky's and get drunk that night.
Well, then there you go. You got drunk for your birthday.
Oh, you did?
Oh yeah, we're celebrating Paula's birthday today too.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we have to.
That was like over a week ago. If you guys were walking in here and thought I was one of those weirdos that have 20 cars in their driveway, I am not.
You actually are.
I'm actually doing something with the extra car that's out there.
There are a lot of cars now.
Well, there's like 9 extra cars now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not. They'll be gone tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we do have a full studio here. Let's actually get into that. So we got 3 guys from Sgt Scag and of course Bill Steinbacher. Why don't you guys introduce
worries.
yourselves? What do you guys do in the band?
Oh, Mike D,
Just go
saxophone.
Steve Lonergan. I sing songs
Sing
in the band.
Some.
Sing some songs.
Justin Trombone. So 2/3
Is trombone your last name?
Yeah, that is my last name, Justin Trombone. I also play trombone. It's convenient.
That's actually how Justin is in my cell phone. Is Justin
It
Trombone?
was foretold that way.
Isn't that how like last names used to happen? Like Smiths were like blacksmiths.
Yeah.
exactly.
Justin Trombone.
Yeah, I changed my name.
Crumbs were crumbs.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you were a baker.
Steinbachers were Steinbachers.
Yeah, and I'm Bill. I've been here before.
You know him.
Hang out
You
with you
love
guys
him.
once in a while.
Steinbacher probably did have something to do with beer. To be honest.
Have I broken any records yet as far as who's been on
Biggest
the show?
dick on the podcast.
Well, that's a given.
Being or having?
More so than Tom? I brought him up.
I don't know.
Being
I don't know. I think I've been on the most.
I think so too.
It might be.
in studio, probably. Tom calls in a lot.
Yeah, and you gotta exclude all the unwanted time
As
appearances.
as an invited guest, yes, you've been.
Yeah.
I don't listen to you guys enough to call it.
Speaking of calling in, we have a care package that we need to open up at some point today too.
Yeah, we do. We got a box from Dane.
From Dane.
He asked me for my address, and that box got here literally like probably 2 days later, which is impressive.
Well, yeah, that's what happens when you don't let it sit in your warehouse for 6 months. When you're
Jay
was in
From Nebraska.
my car and then my apartment.
That is
Want a beer?
impressive.
That's a
You could just say it,
motivated.
it's
That's a
fine.
motivated shipper right there.
What would you like?
I like that it was in your car and then your apartment, so it's actually getting further away from the
I'll try
from
one of
being
those
mailed.
McKellers.
Yeah. That beer's still in there, actually,
Sure.
from that shipment from over a year ago.
Which one?
From Dane, that's the second
Santiago.
box that I think spent, a couple months at Jay's apartment and then a couple months
Better
in his
part of
trunk.
a year. Yeah.
Yeah.
You really want to age those IPAs.
You want a hot trunk, age them.
Sit them on the radiator for a while. Let them
Yeah.
really.
Indirect sun. You know what I mean? You want the cargo cover closed in the back.
Well, Bill,
What's up?
wait, no, we've had you on the podcast since you've been at No Worries, right? At the Love Bar.
Yeah, at the Love Barn and I think Sumo Slam, but I wasn't there officially yet. I was just helping
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
But now you're officially a brewer, right?
Yeah, since December, I'm assistant brewer.
Nice. And so that's what brings these two parties here today.
Woo!
Tell us,
tell us a little bit about
who
that.
wants to talk about that?
I guess I'll start.
It's all your idea, Bill.
Yeah.
If it works.
Go ahead.
It was my idea. Yeah,
Because you're
so-
like a super fan of these guys, right?
I am. I'm that weird guy that just looks in their van window and
That's Bill again.
now the
Can I just say, 13-year-old me would be totally psyched that there's a ska band in his basement, and like a legit ska band. Mike showed up with a fedora on. A legit ska band is in my
I
basement.
do. And a jacket. Like, I went to my daughter's art show today at her
Yeah.
nursery school, and I figured, why not get dressed up? Because I sit in my house and edit in the same clothes every day.
We always
Yeah.
send Mike in first in a fedora and a suit coat so people know. Ska band.
I am pretty
That
sure
doesn't play ska.
This is the first time I've seen him without that fedora. So
Right.
I do have hair. That's what people
Hey,
don't think.
Mike's been here before, but
Yeah.
you know, when it's just one dude from the ska band, he's just the one guy.
No, Dave was
The
here.
guy that's in a
Yeah,
band.
Dave was
Dave,
there.
but Dave's sometimes the silent assassin.
Dave
That's
probably
why he
didn't
plays drums.
He probably
Yeah.
didn't
Play
talk
drums.
much.
That's
There's Dave. Play drums. See.
Drummer
Bill, you were saying?
silent.
so I got the idea basically. I mean, music and beer are my two fucking passions in life, and I've seen a lot of bands do collaborations with breweries here and there, like across the country, shit like that. And I had a band reach out to me a while back that just ended up falling through. Wanted to do a beer
Who were they?
show
Put 'em on
type
blast?
thing. No, I'm not gonna, because it was a weird thing. The guy I was talking to he couldn't communicate whatsoever, so it was weird. So I got the idea. I was like, well, no, I want to roll with this. This is a great idea. I want to do a beer collaboration show type thing. And Scagnetti just started playing a lot more shows out of nowhere. And I've been going to Scagnetti shows since I was in high school. So I just felt like it was a good fit. The vibe they have sound wise fits with what we do at the brewery, and they're local. So it all kind of fell into place. I reached out to Steve and I was like, hey, would you guys be interested in doing something like this? He's like, I think so. Let me get back to you. And then not long after, he started figuring it out.
Okay, so you guys are collabing a beer. Like, can you tell us about it?
I could. So we're gonna do.
Okay, good.
So the name of the beer is gonna be Cultination. It's an IPA. It's piggybacking off of a song that Scag wrote. It's gonna be a New England style IPA. It's gonna be Citra and Mosaic hop blend, which is something that we haven't actually done before. Oh, really? Surprisingly, we've done just Mosaic IPA, just Citra IPA, but we've never blended them before. Really, really popular combination. I mean, they're delicious together. I think we've only never done it before because the oversaturation at the time. Everyone was doing Citra and Mosaic, but you don't see them as often anymore. So felt like it was a good time to do one we've never done before, and it'll be good for this beer.
Cool.
So you recycled something that was working for some other people.
Yes, that's what we did. We actually
It matches up with Scagnetti pretty good.
We actually stole the recipe from Budweiser. It was their base recipe, and we just added hops.
Added
to
corn
it.
syrup,
Yeah.
right? You added some corn syrup to it.
Well, you
That's
got
what
that
they did
recipe
wrong.
because now it's on the side of the Budweiser and the Bud Light cans,
exactly,
right?
yeah.
It's so helpful.
You have to know what's in there.
Quality
Yes,
rice.
you do.
Quality rice.
Yeah.
Delicious.
Sounds like a sad
So
story.
did the band have any influence in the recipe at all, or was it?
Yeah, so they came in and talked to us. We gave them some of the beers that we had on tap to say, here's some of the stuff that we have now. Talk about what kind of beers they liked and just try to figure out what kind of direction we wanted to go with the beer. And then
Was there any dissenting voices? Like someone wanted like a
No, it all
Like
came.
a Kolsch.
No, it all came
Make
together.
a cider.
It all came together pretty.
It's like the
quick
first
and
time
easy.
as a band that there was no arguing about it. I mean, some of us may not be the beer connoisseurs, so we leave that up to Bill and Kevin at No Worries.
I'll let you have IPAs.
And the guys that do like beer in the band happen to actually get along and are, pretty easygoing with what we should stylistically do. But they're the pros at No Worries, so we let them guide us in the right direction, and then we wrote this crazy song, which tends to be what we do.
Did you write the song first, or
What came first, the song or the beer?
That's a good question.
Well, you guys haven't actually made the beer yet, right? That you do that.
No,
so
yeah,
it's fresh.
we're making that soon. We'll be canning it the week right before the
Right,
show.
so we're not gonna drink
You
it.
better hope
We're
none
not
of these
drinking
guys
that
get
tonight.
to.
Yeah, no,
All
we're not
right,
drinking
let's,
that.
Yeah, so
let's
actually
pack
talk
it up.
about-
We'll do this in a couple weeks.
You guys have to buy tickets to the show in order to drink the beer. That's how this
talk,
works.
I should say talk about that show a little bit because I don't think we touched on that.
Oh
yet.
yeah, that's
So,
another.
yeah,
good
so
point.
We specifically started this podcast, so we'd have to stop buying things.
This is the one time I'll make you buy something. So the show's going to be June 15th. It's going to be at the brewery. There's different price levels for different packages that we have. We have tickets just to get in the show, tickets to get in the show with a T-shirt, drinking glass, 4-pack. There's a whole bunch of different tiers that we have. So
I'll take one blowjob tier, please.
But it's June 15th. It's going to be Scagnetti's headlining. There's a couple other bands, Zambonis,
Zombie, and one other that we're still thinking about and working on. Yeah.
The
When is it?
Saturday.
June 15th.
Saturday, June
yeah.
15th, 5 o'clock it starts.
Okay.
And it'll go until we run out of beer, T-shirts, and whatever else we got. We decided that we were going to, the collaboration made sense if it was, the beer and the song. And then our bass player, Richie Zepko, is just a ridiculous artist. So we had him craft up, the can, the logo, the look, and then we're going to do T-shirts with it and also pint glasses and the song. So really the first package that you can buy gets you into the show, gets you a pint glass with the Cultination beer logo on it, and then you get your first pour and you get the song for free.
Very cool.
So it's a pretty good deal, and then it goes up from there. We have T-shirts, and you're going to be able to walk out with a 4-pack, right?
Yeah. And the artwork is so badass too. I fucking love it. That's part of it. That's not the full artwork. That's a teaser.
It'll be out soon.
And what does this cost?
$1 million. I don't remember.
What are we looking at? The first package starts at, I think, 12.
Yeah, I think 12.
And
yeah,
I
that
think-
sounds right. Yeah, and it goes up from there.
And I think for listeners of the podcast and a few other promotions, it's going to go down to 10. Just look for the special coupon code out there in a
If you want to
few
see
weeks.
Citizen Cope at Stony Creek, it'll only run you about $100. What the fuck is that about?
Wait, is that?
that sounds bad on two levels.
There's like packages from like $40 to like up to almost $90.
Realistically,
get
though,
for
you
$90 though?
But realistically,
They call
you
it a VIP.
He could like sell out College Street Music Hall, so that's a really small venue for him.
Yeah, but I'd never pay that much to see anyone.
Yeah. What?
or to go to Stony.
If I told you right now we could see White Lies at Toads next week for $100.
No.
Jesus, with the white
What?
lies. Can we stop? Can we give it a break?
I would definitely pay 100. I've paid.
Okay,
100 to see
who
a lot
would
of
you
people.
see for $100?
He's saying nobody.
At a
I'm
small
saying I'd
venue?
see a lot of people.
I saw Martin
yeah.
Barr from Jethro Tull for $20 at the ballroom.
That was an awesome show.
Were you there?
Yeah,
so
great
good,
show.
so fucking good.
I paid around $100 a few times to see
You've seen,
Pearl
like,
Jam.
Pearl Jam, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Tool tickets are like $250.
Well, Tool's
Are they
boring.
really?
I'm gonna pay $100 to go sleep.
Fuck you, Jay.
I'm not saying they're not great musicians, but I'm always like every song, even the new stuff that's out. I'm like, all right, when
I
are
don't
you
like
gonna
the new stuff
fucking
at
do
all.
something?
I'm gonna
Sitting there waiting like 7 minutes.
I'm gonna reserve judgment until I hear the studio versions, but the live stuff hasn't.
I haven't even listened to
Hasn't
the
really
live
freaked me out.
versions of them because I refuse.
haven't heard anything yet.
I want to wait until the full album comes out and just listen to the entire album. I don't want to hear
Right.
snippets or.
Isn't
I know
that
it's like an
passe? That's not cool
experience.
anymore,
We've
right?
Talked about it all. But
That's not cool anymore to just listen to a whole album.
That's the
start to
LP.
finish.
That's
What the hell's that?
LP's for.
that's all I do.
What the hell's that?
I get a new album. I
Well,
listen
you would have to
front end.
record a full album to know what that.
Right. Why do you think we're doing songs? All the kids listen to songs. You know, kids listen to songs nowadays. Singles.
So, yeah, it's about the hits, man. Jam out a hit once every 4 months or so. That's the
That's our
pace Scagnetti's got going.
How many guys are in the band now?
12?
15.
7.
7. How is that managing all those personalities?
And schedules.
Yeah.
Schedules is tough.
Well, you see, there's only 3 of us here, so that'll
Yeah.
tell you about schedules.
And one
Let's
of
go.
you,
Well, I think we could fit 4 more. So
and one of you guys has to drive a van, right?
We're not really playing out enough to justify owning a van right now.
Oh, all
But
right.
what we
Our
do
lives.
a lot is we take Steve's truck.
Oh, all right.
So we
There
have,
you go. There it is.
5 of us in there.
Put a little gear in the back. It's a big red truck. I live in the valley.
All right.
You know what I mean?
that makes sense.
Enough said. We understand.
It'd be nice to get a van, though, when we go to D.C. or stuff like that.
We'll rent them, and we have to if we go
Yeah.
for far enough out. But yeah, no, logistics is a fucking nightmare with this band. 7 people, logistics sucks.
Struck a nerve there.
We talked about for how long?
Something going.
How long has the band been in existence? Since
The band, I think, was invented in, 96,
Jeez.
I think? I think
Might have-
I joined in 98, something like
so
that.
you've been there
Yeah, it was like
for a while.
95, 96.
Yeah,
I
something like
think
that.
we're-
There's a little gap in there, though.
Oh, there's some gaps. Yeah,
Yeah, there's a big
then
gap.
right at 2000, nothing until 2010. So it was a 10-year
2010.
gap. And we did a couple shows, did another show in 2012, and we've been going back for about a year and a half now.
Yeah.
So
Cool. We called you back. That's nice.
Well, it's definitely the time for ska right now. I feel like this is the resurgence coming around. It's like,
It's another wave. Here it goes.
Is it officially
Probably not
Sergeant
entirely
Scag
wrong.
now?
I feel like I hear that every 5 years.
I think you just brought up a tumultuous topic right there,
about those
Jeff.
personality.
Well, because I saw something posted something. I think it was on the No Worries page or something, and it said Sergeant Scag.
it's Scag, it's
Yeah.
Scagnetti. So Richie, our bass player, who has a lot of good ideas.
I feel like this is going somewhere good.
Wait until he hears this. Here we go.
I mean, it's a long, boring story, but it's just, I mean, he felt like if we wanted to cut Scag because it was sort of paying tribute to doing something a little bit newer. And
It's like Dunkin' Donuts dropping the donuts.
it's exactly
Right.
the same thing. It's going to work out just as well.
You should call it Sergeant Scag Donuts.
I got to be honest, I'm not a fan of his idea.
Well, I figured we'll make it seem different, then do like a year and a half of all the old stuff before we start really coming out with a lot of new stuff, and that's how they'll know that it's super new. First we play, just do all the old songs, a bunch,
Yeah.
but not the one that everyone likes, because Richie doesn't like that one.
Yeah. So Richie's good at drawing pictures, playing bass.
Coming up with songs.
Not so good at marketing.
It's not so bad. I mean,
Well, it creates a lot of logistical issues with like social media and YouTube
Right.
and stuff.
I was gonna
If
say
you're-
because your tag on Instagram is Sergeant Scag.
Sergeant Scag, we're on Twitter as Scagnetti. It's just
it doesn't need a little continuity there.
Yeah.
it's
Consistency.
the brand is off.
Heavy drinking pot.
You know?
I mean,
That was just a
Brand-
character issue.
Character limit.
Yeah.
I mean, it could work out for you. I mean, like Kanye changes his name every few months, right? He went from like Kanye to like
An asshole's an asshole.
Yeezy, and then he was just Ye for a while.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That never cared, don't care.
No.
Well, even Bill's changing his name on social media. I've noticed that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Isn't that true? Change it up.
Have I?
Yeah.
What I change it to?
Your name
Oh, yeah.
from like a koala thing.
Oh, yeah.
No Worries
yeah,
Koala.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. I keep changing my
It was
my
cute. I don't know why I
Instagram.
changed it.
It's not
No,
Bill
no,
No
no,
Worries
still
now.
No, on Instagram it's still koala.
Oh, okay.
It's like No Worries Koala or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Koala Bill's my nickname.
Will you hold on to
There.
me
Oh.
like I'm a tree? And
No,
you're-
I was hanging out on a ladder and they called me Koala Bill and it just stuck.
Okay.
There's no big story behind it.
No, I was asking you to hug me. Like a
No,
koala.
really,
with a tree.
really. Yeah, there you go.
That was nice.
That was a touching
Bill.
moment.
You smell a little.
Good.
But smell good.
Thank you.
What story is I eat ass?
Monster49@gmail.com.
I eat ass monster49@gmail.com.
That was it. No, it's apparently. Do you know who this guy is? Or is it a random
I
person?
think if it's what I thought it was, like what the sticker was from, then I know
Oh,
what
that
it is.
one. Okay. I got you.
Florida man, of course.
Yeah, of course.
There it is.
Florida man arrested after refusing to remove "I eat ass" bumper sticker, which seems a bit
Who
ridiculous.
told him to take it off?
Apparently, a cop.
Cops.
What the fuck? Jeez.
Man was arrested in Florida. All right, I always do that. The first sentence is always the same as the headline, basically.
think you'd
Dylan
learn.
Shane Webb, 23, was driving a brown Chevrolet truck on Sunday when a deputy noticed the sexually suggestive sticker. Well, I like that alliteration. Sexually suggestive sticker fastened to the rear window and alerted Webb that it violates a state obscenity law.
Wait, that's where Two Live Crew was from. How does that do that? Are they nuts?
Webb responded by claiming that the content of the sticker was just words.
Yeah.
Good. It's Florida. Top
He
notch
asked-
individual
the,
right
The
there.
deputy asked him how a parent of a small child would explain what those words meant.
The fucking
Like how a small child.
And
Like
the dude
right.
said it would be up to the parent.
It's Florida.
Like if the 3-year-old goes, oh, that says IE ass, you're doing something wrong as a parent.
He was charged with obscene writing on vehicles and resisting an officer without violence.
What town in Florida was this?
Does it matter?
I don't think.
Yeah. I mean, this isn't like the
was that?
Panhandle. Like, there's no, like you. Every other car has an IE ass sticker on the back.
Columbia County Sheriff.
Columbia.
Doesn't actually say what
That means nothing. Nobody,
Yeah, and
nobody
depending on
knows.
what part of Florida you're from,
That's Gator country.
you know, by the time you're in middle school, you snorted coke off a hooker's ass. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's Miami.
Just don't
Yeah.
put that on a bumper
or,
sticker.
you've either done that or held up a Wendy's, or,
Right. Or
you
did
know,
bath salts.
Yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
junior high moving up ceremony. I
Stolen
think.
your neighbor's car,
even the fucking
wrestled a gator,
That's how you get your diploma.
laptops are
Yeah.
listening.
befriended a snake. There's so many.
There's a side story on this webpage about koalas.
They're extinct.
They
They're
go.
listening.
Yeah.
They're
See?
listening.
Jesus Christ.
Functionally extinct.
I might have some serious problems in the next few years.
What's that?
All
I
right.
just might have
With
some-
koalas?
It's like they tell you to take the sticker off the fucking car. They're listening to you now.
Mike's still on the first story.
Yeah,
Hey, more power to you.
it's unbelievable.
Jay, what's that third one on the right say? Third one up on the right. I can't read that far. I didn't bring my glasses.
Third one on the right.
Yeah, the third
list.
one.
I think we have to wait till the second half to get to that one.
Automated alcohol.
That's
No,
the
the
third
one,
one
the one
down.
below that.
Yeah.
Who pot?
Fuck you.
Seriously, read the goddamn printing on the wall.
Who pot?
Be an unbelievable statement if you just make it right now.
Well, that's not.
That's wrong.
The third one from the bottom.
Great,
Yeah.
great, tremendous radio
Beep
station.
103.3.
I tried to.
He's making the facial expressions too. That's
He
it.
is. I know.
It's not hard for
You really
Here we
wanna-
go.
yeah,
We're
it's
back.
You really want to get into this right now?
Let's get into a beer first.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
gotta.
let's do
You
that.
can't do that one until you loosen up with a few beers. 'Cause
Exactly.
Then it might
Yeah,
slip.
They were trying to get.
Let's get
they
into
were
a
trying
beer
to get by
first.
it.
The
I see what
old-
you're doing. I
What
see
are we
you.
drinking?
I'm drinking. Bill brought some cans of New England Brewing's Supernaut.
I
which
finished
is
that.
all mosaic IPA. Fantastic.
It was good, but I'm finished, so I'll take something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we want to get into the Fairfield wines?
Sure.
No, not yet.
Dosey Doe from No
All
Worries
right,
is
then.
also all mosaic, right?
What's that?
Dosey Doe is also
Why?
all mosaic.
Yeah, Dosey-Do's all mosaic. Yeah, yeah.
It's like a maple stout.
I'm going to be honest.
I'm not,
I still love Supernut.
not ready for that.
And,
Oh, yeah, Supernut's great.
and it was like my favorite IPA for a little while, but I actually like Dosey Doe a little better than I
Oh,
like
yeah?
Supernut. Yeah.
Can you open the fucking fridge?
It's not- I'm not just saying it because you're here. What am I doing?
I brought two of our beers whenever you want them to. I
Take
got
things
Oh yeah,
out.
let's do that then. Let's start on some
Take
no worries.
things out of there.
Okay,
Very generous.
I gotta go over there. I'll be back.
Does anyone need a fridge beer while I'm
Yeah.
here? What would you like?
Yeah, over here.
What would you like?
Any beer.
McKellar?
No.
I'm not even gonna talk. I'm not even gonna talk to him. He's beyond.
I'll have a Lord Buddington's cup, please.
What does that mean?
Lord Buddington?
A Bud Light.
Actually, I haven't tried that. Mason's one.
This guy?
Either one.
Is that legal to say on the podcast?
What? I don't know if there's laws.
I mean, there's
no,
law.
no, no,
There's
no.
laws.
Do you guys want a beer?
Sure. I'll have something. Whatever.
So I should just let you guys know I don't like.
Get out.
I don't like beer.
Oh, there's a. Is there
We drank beer. We like beer.
I got a big jar of pickle juice.
I mean,
pickle juice?
yeah, pickle juice. Yeah,
Do you drink it all?
I do.
What do you like?
I think there's cider in there.
Like gin and stuff, or things like that. I'm not really a drinker. I don't like the taste of beer. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
No, nothing wrong with that.
No, so it makes sense that you did a collaboration with a beer.
Yeah.
I'm working through some stuff.
It's also funny that Steve was the one I reached out to. Like, hey, want to do this beer thing?
Totally.
Right. That's why he said, "Hey, let me get back to you."
Yeah.
Yeah. Do we
We've
want to
been-
do this?
We've been so.
IPA?
we've
And then he
been
said,
sort of,
"Mike, what about you?" And I said, "I don't really drink beer. I don't know much about it."
Anybody? I got Bud Lights.
I mean,
I
if
got
we're
all
gonna,
day.
if we're gonna
I
get
don't
into
like
some
that.
no worries stuff, I'm just gonna
Yeah, it's always good to have a drinking beer and then a tasting beer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, cool.
I'll wait for the tasting beer.
So we have two. We have a lager and an IPA. Tell me which one you want.
Lager first.
Okay.
I think we've been sort of hesitant of having like a hard liquor show. Not because
I want to do a bourbon scotch show.
so do I. So would I.
That's an awful
Will we
idea.
make it through one?
No.
Well, that's another question.
What was your
Depends
answer?
If you stagger the drinking, maybe it'll just be like knocking down.
Do you know the name of
one man
the?
stand?
Do you
be
know the
against the
name of the
spirit.
show you're on?
No, but
there's
that
the
way
glasses
not
right
everybody
there.
passes out at the same time, right? So it's like
yeah.
We're all lined up.
you make
like
sure
one
you
person
don't
gets hammered.
Yeah, don't do shots all at the same time.
Well, no, that's why I do. I take care of this.
Right, there we
so-
go. You might be the last man standing.
No, that's
all
I
pass.
I drink less than them. That's why.
Pass it around.
We should also mention if we go a little silent at some point.
Yeah.
We are watching Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, and Boston's about to
Yes,
go.
sir.
Yeah, it was tough just to get Jeff and Bill off the couch over to the microphones.
Indeed.
How many more do we need?
Well, maybe Boston will win something because they certainly didn't do it in the NBA.
They certainly did.
certainly
Didn't.
Are you guys
How
going to
did that
taste
happen?
at least or no?
Nah.
I like beer.
I've tasted it. Beer.
It tastes like
I
drank
know
beer.
what it
We like
tastes
beer.
like.
Is this the one I had the other night?
Yeah, it is actually. Yeah,
This was pretty good.
We had a stand-up
All right,
comedian
so
on
just
once.
me and you then.
The only reason I'm saying this is because
Fill it up.
he'll probably never hear this. So he was a great guy. We had him on, but he also he really didn't like beer, but it was just very dry humor
Yeah.
the entire show. So it's like,
It's a very dry conversation.
it was a dry conversation.
Like not conversation.
What? Right now?
No, like he wasn't talking.
No, he wasn't.
So what are we drinking?
So this is our Even Flow Lager. It's just light, clean, crisp lager. Not a lot to it.
Speaking of Pearl Jam,
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah, so you guys do a lot of musically inspired, at least as far as the names of your beers go.
Yeah, most of our beer names are either inspired by music or direct song titles or shit like that.
Yeah.
Even Flow obviously is a Pearl Jam song. So
So it only makes
yeah,
sense.
a light, crisp lager. Nothing, not a lot to it. Easy drinking beer. This is becoming our house lager. We're gonna try to have it periodically throughout the entire year because it's good all year round.
Okay.
It is very good.
See, this is one I like.
You like
I
that?
like this.
Thanks.
Yeah. I could drink more than two of these.
Hold on, let me just compare it to the Bud Light.
These are my favorite kind of beers. Like nice, easy to drink lagers like this. They're awesome. I mean, I love IPAs.
this
I
is
love
great.
stouts. I love everything, but
Okay.
lagers are my go-to.
Crushable.
It is officially better than the Bud Light. Just,
Very nice.
Phew.
Even though I didn't drink a lot of beer, like I never liked Bud Light.
Oh, I fucking
like I
love Bud
can't
Light.
take
Yeah,
it at all.
It's terrible.
I drink, I drink Bud Light nonstop in the summer.
I drank
'cause
it
it's
last
just like
weekend at a picnic.
water.
That's all they
you
had.
know?
The first thing I got drunk on was Coors Light, and I was like, I had
Coors
like
Light
10 of
tastes
them,
like
and I was
wallpaper.
Like, what? Yeah, and Bud, I don't know.
it's not much different than Bud Light.
No, it's totally
Yeah.
different than Bud Light.
Oh, yeah.
It
Coors
is
and Bud
so
Light,
different.
very
I
different.
agree. Coors is
Miller's the worst.
No, I
Yeah,
love
Miller's
I
terrible.
love
I
Miller.
agree.
See, well, I would always drink like Bud Heavy.
I had Bud Heavy at
And people would
Devin's
look at me
birthday
like
the
I
other
was
I used to
crazy,
drink that
but-
a lot too. Yeah, Bud Heavy.
They're like, how do you not? You don't
Miller
like
High
beer and you
Life.
drink Bud Heavy?
They have to bring back the old
I
cans.
love High Life.
With like the skinny mouth.
Yeah.
They gotta bring those back.
High Life's dope because you get 18 glass bottles for like $12.
Champagne of beers.
It is. It's the shit show of beers. If you drink an 18 pack.
What beer isn't?
Is that why you had diarrhea last week? You killed an 8-pack at High Life?
18 pack.
8-pack. 18.
But it was the one Beyond Burger. It wasn't the 18 beers.
The Beyond Burger is that.
Is that what
I
we
don't want
had?
to say fake, but
It
Is that what we had at White Castle?
No, that was the Impossible Burger.
Oh.
So the Impossible Burger rules.
that's what I was
The
thinking.
Beyond Burger is a diarrhea-inducing nightmare.
Wait, did you know? Wait, but you said like the consistency of it wasn't right.
No. The consistency of it was right. It just as soon as I opened the package, it smelled like cat food.
But you still ate it.
You prepared it yourself?
Well, once I put it on the grill, it stopped smelling like cat food.
What is it actually? Who makes
Beets.
it? Oh, it's a vegan thing.
Beards, Battlestar. Yeah, it's beats.
You should just.
Do you not eat meat? Is that why?
No, I
you're-
haven't eaten meat in 10 years. That's why I was saying.
Unless you
That's why I was
consider,
saying I
like,
probably would have had less
chewing
diarrhea
it.
if I actually ate
Yeah.
meat.
Now I know why you have so many problems with your ass all the time.
have,
It's making sense.
just eat the
Well,
beef
that's not what it is.
ones.
That's my personal life.
Just eat the beef ones and get colon cancer like a gentleman.
Yeah, one of the guys at work just gave me like a pound of ground fucking venison. I'm super excited.
You're gonna eat that shit.
Nice.
I was a
That's
vegetarian for 10 years. Why? What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What are you thinking?
I just like animals a lot.
Yeah, I do too.
So do I. They're awesome.
They're delicious.
They're also delicious, though.
See, I did it
Like
for a while, but it was
bacon and beef
solely,
jerky.
It was solely just to lose weight.
Yeah, I gained weight.
So I can give two fucks about animals.
I gained weight because I started a nonstop pizza diet.
Well, that'll really
Yeah,
fuck you.
see, that doesn't help.
Hence
No.
the asshole.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I'm not doing it for health. I'm doing it to save my little furry friends.
Yeah.
See, I would never be able to hunt and actually kill them.
You're not saving
I'm
them.
fine. I'm fine eating them. And I grew up in a family of hunters, but I would like when I was little, my father used to try to get me hunting. I was like, nope, not for me. I'll eat whatever you kill, but I'm not going.
I'm just really lazy as I get older. And it's as of when did I stop? I started eating meat again, maybe, I don't know, 8 or 10 years ago. It's gotten easier, I think.
Oh, yeah.
There's more stuff and
There
more
is.
places have it.
For sure. Dude,
but
fucking Burger King's getting the Impossible Burger. It's like,
Literally, that's what I ate before I came here and why I was 20 minutes late. Whatever. I had to do some life stuff, and then I was starving, and then I was like, well, they're probably not going to feed me, so I'm going to go to Burger King in Shelton. Fries.
You know us too well, and you've never been here.
The fries were hot, and it took a long time, and it was a guy with a head injury in front of me at the soda machine.
Oh, you went inside?
A head wound?
I go inside, yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
What town?
Why do you do that?
Shelton, baby, Bridgeport Ave.
Okay.
Why do you go inside?
Why do I go inside? I want to check out the situation. You know,
There's an atmosphere to a Burger King.
I need
Yeah.
a lot. Of, I need a lot of
Smells just-
ketchup.
The
And
last
Char grilled.
He does need. I've seen that.
I need a
in
lot of
action.
ketchup, so I need access to the pump.
Ketchup is delicious.
Yeah.
Ketchup is the shittiest condiment.
I think mayonnaise.
It's
Oh,
fantastic.
man.
Mayonnaise is definitely the shit.
Mustard.
Taste of
No
food is
way.
complex.
The number one. I mean, there's no
Mustard's number
contest.
one best.
Yes.
Yeah, cool.
Mustard's great.
I think mayo's worse than ketchup though. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's got no flavor. Any other condiment? Is
I think
better
it's
than
good with it blends
Mix them
well
together.
with other
With
things.
other
Only
That's
thing-
fancy
Sure.
sauce.
Yeah.
The only thing you could have the mayo on is the BLT. Right.
Mayo and mustard go well together.
Mayo and barbecue sauce mixed is delicious.
Oh my goodness.
Mayo and hot sauce. That's good living.
I do like ketchup with sweet potato fries.
Hot
though.
sauce on anything.
I hate sweet potato fries.
Welcome to the
We
Conway
are
Podcast.
officially fighting.
Worst fry.
This is just the heavy podcast now.
They're always soggy.
Just naming
They're
things
never
that we
good.
just put in our
No,
mouths.
dude.
Oxballs.com.
You were just at Dewdrop. Did you ever have their sweet potato wedges?
tastes good? Like that,
I don't want to talk about my experience at Dewdrop.
They sprinkle like cinnamon and sugar on the wedges, and they're crispy as fuck.
It's a bunch of fat dudes talking about food. They're going to take a breathing break soon.
Bad experience.
I had to take out a second mortgage because I went to dinner at Dewdrop, Jay.
What'd you get?
Fucking wings.
How many?
1,400.
Yo, their kick-ass steak sub is delicious.
I was going to say the reason why.
$18, but
I love them. I love them.
so good.
See, I stopped eating steak
just-
a while ago.
I just wish I was rich.
You want some wings? Come over. I'll make you wings. I'll make you wings.
I was going to say the last time I walked into
Hi,
that
Marla.
Burger King, and the reason why I don't go in that Burger King anymore is because the last time I went in there.
Can I guess what it is?
Go ahead.
Guess why?
You're not going
Guess the
to.
Valley scenario. Here we go.
You're not going to.
Was it the smell of a human being that was sitting in there?
No.
Oh, okay.
I went in there to pick up 55 Whoppers that I ordered.
Shit. What? An office party?
I just almost had to, I just almost had to take a shot.
That's good.
I almost said it.
Who are you, right?
It was a house party. I walked in, and I went in, and they're like, the manager came up with like all these bags of Whoppers, and I think it was like $210 or something. Everybody put money together.
You don't get a bulk discount for that?
And he looks at me, and he like rips some money out of my hand. He didn't give me change. Right? It was only like $1 or something change. And he's like, "What do you think? You're funny?" I'm like, "What?"
No, I think I got a party.
He's like, "What do you think? You're funny?" I'm like, "I paid for the burgers." He's like, "Get out of here!" So I was like, "Wow, what?" All right. So hold on. So it was just me and a friend, right? So he grabs 3 of the bags. I grab the other 3 bags. And we're walking out the door. I'm like, "Fuck is that guy's problem?" And he looks at me. He goes, "You parked I literally, like the entrance is like that. It's like a wide walkway.
Yeah.
I pulled into the walkway.
Oh, you parked like right up against the
Yeah, I was
the
drunk.
window there.
So I backed right up to the door.
You were drunk when
Right
you
up
guys
to the
ordered
door, 'cause-
55 Whoppers.
So in my head, I'm like, I'm going to back right up to the
say.
door. Back right up to the door, open the tailgate. You can just put all the bags right.
Like you're buying mulch.
Yeah. So I was like, what the fuck is that guy's problem? He looks at me. He's like, you parked on the sidewalk. It's like, yeah.
That's good.
So I never went back in there again.
Well, I think you're right to not go there.
Yeah.
Every time listen, I got a lot of problems, but one of them is dietary choices. I'm working on it. But every time you go into that Burger King, probably other Burger Kings, I assume,
Yeah.
you sort of say to yourself, I'm making a lot of bad decisions in life. Because, like, I'm the guy in there with his shit by far the most together as anybody in there. But, like, what does that say about me as a person that's where I'm going for
It's like, well, yeah, it's like we know why these people are here,
And that's
but
where
why
you're
am I?
setting the bar.
Set
Like,
that bar real low. It's the George Bush mentality. Set it low.
I don't want to set it that low.
I feel like after,
There's one.
I think it was like 30.
Boston just scored.
It was like 34 or 35.
Thanks, Jay.
I went through like a Taco Bell drive-through, and I was asking for like the big boss burrito box or
Ooh.
something.
Sounds like
And I
trouble.
caught myself. I was like, "What am I fucking saying?
You got to get your shit together, man. Yeah.
What's coming out of my mouth right now?"
I'm going to jump in here real quick and say, if you find yourself beerless, there's too many of you for me to pay attention. If you find yourself beerless and you need a beer or anything, you just shout it out.
Nice.
You can just say it.
I mean, a
That's
couple
all.
weeks
Continue.
ago, we were playing in Jersey, and we stopped at White Castle.
Yeah.
And I had White Castle for the first time,
Yeah.
and I was like, what the fuck is the big deal?
I don't get it.
It's terrible.
Dude, like,
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah.
No, it's
they sell their burgers frozen in the grocery store.
Oh, yeah.
And you can
Yes.
take it out and microwave it, and it tastes better than it does buying it.
It does. It does.
It's unbelievable. And like, I had friends that used to take the drive down to New York to get White Castle,
Yeah.
and I was like,
It's dog
what?
shit.
I don't.
Have you ever eaten at Louis in New Haven?
Yeah. Not
Is
in
it
a while.
good?
Fuck that place. No ketchup. No fucking ketchup. Fuck
It's
it.
because they know what's up.
Fuck Louis and fuck that place.
The burger itself feels
Is there
like it would
mustard?
be good if it wasn't on white
Damn straight
toast and
there's
if there was
mustard.
ketchup.
It's actually,
No, see, that's how my dad
actually
used to
really
make them.
good, though.
If I was allowed to eat it the way I enjoyed eating a burger, I would be happy.
For
but
those-
no, I have to have a fucking
for
burger
those
the
of
way
you-
that guy wants me to
For
eat
those
it.
of you who listen to the
Fuck that
podcast that
place.
aren't from Connecticut, Louis' Lunch in New Haven is the story is that they've created the hamburger.
Yes,
I think
it's
they-
either
they-
them
they
or
invented-
someone.
They won the court case. As
Yeah,
far as
the
I
one
know.
in Texas.
I obviously
St.
have
Louis or
strong
something?
feelings about
Something
Louis.
like that.
But apparently they know what's up with ketchup. Nothing.
Why don't you just be like Hillary Clinton with her hot sauce in her purse and just bring like a little ketchup packet?
They'll kick you out.
No, they'll kick you out.
Oh,
yeah.
you're-
If they
I've
see-
seen
if
them
they
do
see
it.
You go in there, you're done.
Yeah,
I
they'll
can't
kick
get
you
over
out.
the ketchup thing.
They're passionate.
I don't.
Can you
Put
get
on
it to
French
go?
fries.
Like, what's the point? Like, I understand you like it and think it should be a
anything you-
certain way, and I'll eat it that way and
Malt
try it
vinegar.
once. But after that, let me eat it the way I want it.
Can you get it to go?
Like, I like ketchup.
This isn't Burger King. You don't get it your way.
I don't understand what the infatuation is with it.
That's not a word.
Infatuation.
Infatuation.
You added a C or K in there somewhere.
Actually, I don't understand.
Well,
what the
that
big
might be
deal
a
is.
new combo word if you come up with a definition.
That's actually could
might
be.
work. Actually.
Urban Dictionary.
The big deal with Louis' lunch?
Infatuation with what?
Yeah, it's like a fact fetish. It's someone who really gets off on the fact checkers. There's
Infatuation.
a debate, and they're like, "Oh, you got it wrong."
Sorry, I didn't mean to be such a dick. I just love to correct people.
Thanks, man.
No, you meant to be such a dick.
Irregardless.
I just don't get what the big deal is about it.
I've never eaten there.
They say they're the first one.
I can't imagine
Yeah,
that it's actually
steamed
good.
hamburger.
The first
It
is
of
good.
anything
It is. They're
never
good. I like them.
It is good.
I feel like they do,
And I like it on the white toast. My dad used to make it that way.
they do a good job with the meat. The meat is tasty. You know.
Oh, now tell me more.
Do they grind? Do they grind it?
I think they grind it up.
Okay.
I think they do it up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just meat on
Wait,
toast.
They grind your meat?
Meat on toast.
Is it like Wonder Bread or is it good substantial bread?
Cool.
I don't think it's Wonder Bread. It's
not Wonder Bread,
it's white toast.
It's like
They
Texas
do cheese.
toast.
They do cheese on there.
They do like cheese whiz, right?
Yeah.
Cheese whiz.
So I think you can get tomato, raw
Tomato you
onion,
can get,
and
and
cheese
onion.
whiz.
How far back are they dating that
I
burger?
think mustard.
that they
They'll put
created.
mustard on it. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Early 1900s?
Early
I feel
1900s?
like something like that.
The cheese whiz.
Well,
You guys
I
know
think
the show's about
cheese whiz
beer,
is
right?
mine.
Wait.
about
So
everything.
hold on. So we're getting somewhere. So at some point in time, they decided that the
cheese
regular burger on the toast is not good enough,
Yeah.
and they found canned cheese.
Yep.
Right, which clearly wasn't around when they originated the burger.
Truth.
and they said canned cheese is cool.
But
Yeah, I don't know.
Why can't you open your arms to ketchup?
Because it sucks.
See, I
feel like
I
that's
kind of
just-
like the legitimacy of it.
That's their
They're like,
shtick.
hey, look,
It's a
we're not going to
shtick.
fuck around with you motherfuckers. We're just going to give you what we want.
That's what I think it really is.
It's just shtick.
Well, that's why I don't go there.
You know,
Yeah, and you make that choice, but you have a personal choice you can make. And then Burger King was like, oh, maybe Burger King the creator came to fucking Louis' lunch and it was like, you know what? I'm just going to give it your way. That's what my whole thing is. We're going to give it your way.
Have you ever, I don't know why it made me think of this, but have you ever shopped at an Aldi's?
Yeah.
Oh, it's awful.
How weird is that at
Never
the
stepped
end
in foot one.
when you go
It's
to
Trader
pay for
Joe's.
your shit and they just
Yeah, it's basically Trader Joe's.
throw it
cheap
into
Trader
your
Joe's.
cart like have you ever seen that? They just throw everything
Yeah.
like in a cart in your cart.
Well, Hamden outlawed plastic bags at the ShopRite.
I mean, this is like years ago though. They were doing this.
Right.
They're like, take your shitty groceries and get the fuck out of my store. That's like the vibe I
Do you
get.
have to pay to rent a cart or something?
Yeah, well, you get it back. I think.
Oh.
You just put a quarter to like release it or something.
Why do they?
got a
Don't
cart
they have
deposit?
the?
Because homeless people.
Yeah, but don't they have the ones that just like stop moving?
Homeless guys don't have a quarter?
it's a quarter.
Oh, they're homeless.
Yeah, but I just gave one to the guy outside. What the fuck? He's got a quarter now.
He's bought so many grocery carts.
You just needed 75 more cents to get on that freaking bus, man. Let me tell
But
you.
they're owned by the parent company that owns Trader Joe's, I guess.
Are they?
Aldi's.
I was just gonna do that.
All these is the worst place. It's like a freaking hellscape in there.
super
like
It's
weird.
ridiculous. It's just a bunch of boxes on the floor.
Yeah, I've gone in a few times and I want to like it, but I just can't. It's
I can't find any.
Never been there.
right. Yeah.
Don't they not? They don't have like name brands or something? Is that their thing?
It's
Right,
like
yeah,
it's like a
it's all-
grocery store IKEA. Like you have to follow the path.
And they don't care. They clearly don't care at all
Yeah.
about
No.
anything.
No,
It's like, do you have any peanut butters? They're like, no, we have peanut butter, and it's in aisle krill
Is
in
it
a
worse?
box on the floor.
Is it worse than a Whole Foods on Sunday though?
Yes.
Oh, I would never.
Really?
I would never. Go.
Trader
With
Joe's.
just
on
the
the Sunday.
fucking white people in Whole Foods.
As the man in the
annoying
ska
kind.
band,
I mean,
definitely
you-
hate on the white people. That's
Clearly, you've been
No,
there.
no. There's white people, and then there's white people.
These are like the whitest people, and so entitled.
You're talking about upper middle class white people.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right.
It is
Because there's
rough.
different sects of
I
white
mean, can I?
people. so
Am I
that's all I'm
legal
saying.
if I go down this path?
entitled people.
No,
you can say what you want.
We're all white. We can bash
That
white
is the
people.
most-
I hate
upsetting-
white people the most.
Most
I say that
upsetting
right now.
supermarket is the Whole Food on
And
Sunday.
now that
I can't
Bozo
even-
owns them.
I don't really go to
Yeah.
it. I have.
I've only been once, and
The
it made
food
me-
is good.
I only
No,
went
no,
once,
the
and I
stuff
got
is great.
diarrhea. So I never went
Yeah,
back.
it's super high quality.
When are you not getting diarrhea?
I bought these chicken nugget
He's always
things,
got
like
diarrhea.
fake chicken, and I swear it was like real chicken, and I blasted it.
That
He
sounds
shits his pants on the regular.
Yeah, I do.
Do you
like
think
the
that's a real thing though? When you if you ever
Shitting
start
your
eating meat
pants,
again, that
yes.
you're just going to instantly blow up your colon?
Oh, I know that it is true because I didn't know that French onion soup was made with beef stock,
And it blew you up?
and it totally blew me out.
So I didn't eat meat for 10 or 12 years, and then on a 4th of July weekend, like 10 years ago, I was watching the Food Network, and they did one of those things where they just run the same show
Yeah,
over and over again. It was hot dog weekend.
Yeah.
So I watched like 4 hours straight of hot dogs,
Yeah.
and I was like, I'm going to eat a hot dog. It's over. Like 12 years is down the shitter. I went to Frankie's in Naugatuck, but I was nervous because I hadn't eaten meat in 12 years,
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
And I was really scared. Nothing happened. I felt
Okay, so-
alive.
So
Never felt better.
now that you say that,
The
I'm
hot
thinking
dog's the
about-
best start too because it only goes. You can only go uphill from there.
So now you say that.
true.
Two,
You know what I
two
mean?
things. One, the only meat that I miss is hot dogs.
That was the only one
I'm
I
obsessed with hot dogs.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
the only thing.
It's
that
the only
I
one
miss
you
at
should
all.
miss.
They're amazing.
And now that you
You
say
can
that,
probably
3 years
make-
ago, I ate a hot dog at a party, hammered,
Yeah.
and I didn't get sick.
So maybe it's just hot dogs. Are
You
the-
could. I mean, like
the
you
best.
could probably make hot dogs and still keep the animal alive. It's just like spare skin and nails.
Spare skin.
Yeah,
What's spare skin?
you just like trim like the earlobes off and like shit.
like
you know
if
what I mean?
if we just chop this part of you off,
Yeah.
you would live.
Yeah.
You might get an infection and die.
You might.
because your
No,
skin's
but you
not
go to a-
spare.
Yeah, but
just
no, you go to a
They can have
plastic
a
surgeon.
vet.
They tell you that you have excess skin, and they
Speaking
can
of
chop it
plastic
off.
surgeons, I saw
Oh,
the
boy.
top 10 most fucked up things on this show, Botched. This guy,
Oh.
he was like, he made a bet with somebody. He's like a gambler, and he made a bet that he wouldn't get fucking C-cup breast implants for $10,000,
He?
right? Yes.
dude?
Oh, I remember that guy. That was a long
He
time
comes
ago.
in and he's like fucking squeezing his titties together. I'm like, dude, I don't know, I've got the weirdest boner right now.
Was the
But
bet?
then at the end, he goes, you know what? So I had to have him in for a year. He paid me the $10,000. He's like, but you know what? They're kind of just like kind of like part of me now. I'm just like, I'm not going to take him out if there's no medical reason to take him out. And I was like, there was no $10,000. There was no man. There was no bet. You are transgender, and you're trying to figure out a way to.
It doesn't make sense. It's
ease your way into
fucking
it.
$10,000 to begin with. They're just subsidizing.
Well, no, I think they
boobs.
paid for the surgery and gave him $10,000.
Net
That was the
zero.
story. I was like, you're clearly trying to become a woman and trying to ease all your family and friends into it. Just fucking cut your dick off, dude. It was a bet. Speaking of, you can actually get a new one. You can get a new one whacked on, I guess.
What's that?
A new dick?
The fish
what
skin.
now?
Yeah, so you shared this story. A transgender woman gets new vagina made from fish skin. She had her vagina.
I almost
just
think that was
Jeff giggling.
predictable at some point.
Constructed using the skin of a tilapia fish after her genitals began to shrink and close up following botched surgery.
Is that a
So this was out of
sustainable
necessity.
fish?
I think this is the onion.
Tilapia is a
This is from the
sustainable
onion.
fish.
Guys, I think we should just have Jay reading the story and then just Jeff giggling to it the entire time.
According to surgeons, Maju, 35, has been the chance of a proper sex life
Is Maju the new name or the old?
and a boost of confidence thanks to the sea creature's skin. Oh yeah, they're transgender, so that's why it's shrinking because it's not supposed to be there in the first place.
Well, no, they have to put like
Did I say that out loud?
they,
Let's roll that tape back.
Bold move, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for it.
they have to put stuff in it to keep it open. So he wasn't or she wasn't
I mean, most of them
And I
you have to
fully
put
support
stuff
it.
in to keep them open.
using her things, her device.
Someone else.
Oxballs has stuff for that.
The highly complex procedure called neovaginoplasty used a tubular-shaped acrylic mold wrapped with the skin of the freshwater fish in the form of a biological prosthesis to rebuild and extend the vaginal canal in a 3-hour operation on April 23rd.
Which way do you put the scales?
3 hours doesn't seem that long, actually.
And did they misunderstand that it's not really supposed to smell that way?
2 molds
But
created the new vagina. First device mounted with the marine membrane was incorporated inside the vagina over a period of 6 days.
Dude, how the fuck?
The sterilized and odor-free fish skin displays stimulatory cell growth properties. Is rich in type 1 collagen, a substance that promotes healing and has a firmness and elasticity, which is as strong and resilient as human skin.
Don't
I didn't have to.
I'm
I
going
had
to get
fish
tilapia.
tonight, but I didn't have tilapia.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I ever will.
The tilapia membrane attached and recoated the walls of the vaginal canal, acting like stem cells.
Doesn't she just have rotting fish?
These
like
were
that?
absorbed into the body,
So-
transforming into cellular tissue. Did you ever see that movie with like the walrus? It's almost like that weird like human centipede, but they like
Oh yeah,
they made the-
Tusk.
Yeah, Tusk.
Kevin Smith movie.
Oh, yeah, I never seen that.
I never seen it, but I heard about it.
That's great.
This is
It's
like
Justin Long.
Yeah, they turned him
Yeah.
into a fucking like walrus or something, right?
That was after they did Mary and Zach.
It was way after. I think it was like 2 or 3 movies after.
But that, like he just puts the same people in those movies when he's like buddy with
He was
them.
amazing in Zack and Miri. That was the best. That was the best scene in that movie.
Yes.
In the reunion. It was a reunion, right? It was like in the high school
How
dance.
thick is a vagina?
It depends on.
Getting back to
Have
that.
you never seen one?
Well,
Is there like a
they were able to create a vagina of physiological length, both in thickness and by enlarging it, and the patient has recovered extremely well. Walking around with ease, has no pain, and is urinating normally.
Yeah, it's just gonna stink up the break room tomorrow morning.
It's like somebody
You know what I mean?
microwaves fish.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
Just
yeah.
bring it in.
That's a no. That should be illegal.
Yeah.
That should be the one thing that's illegal. Never microwave fish in a common area.
One thing. Everything else is fine.
Murder.
Unless you have a fish pussy. What? I'm not sure. Where are these people that do these types of surgery, like going to school?
This is in Brazil.
Oh,
Like, where are they learning
Yeah,
this?
I was going to guess Asia.
I was guessing Florida. I figured, fuck it. Someone in Florida is going to give it a go.
Like, and who is concocting this in their head the first time?
Buckcock.
Like,
She
being like,
started.
you know what?
She started her
guys
transition
think
20 years ago.
And she finally went for
That's
the
a
fucking
long-
fish scale pussy.
But 10 years ago, she developed vaginal stenosis. The opening of my vagina started to get narrower and shorter, and the canal collapsed.
Oh, she's perfect for you then.
Because you don't got a man's to turn you out, girl.
Like a glove.
I skipped a lot, but the presence of these leftovers of the penis aggravated the closure of the vaginal tract, worsening the symptoms.
Oh, have you ever had penis leftovers? The fuck?
Penises.
Honey, what's for dinner? Oh, penis leftovers.
Sounds like
You want a piece of chicken?
shrimp wrap.
They left a little penis in there. That was a problem. Forgot to take it all out.
Why'd she do it if she started with a big penis and there was a little left over?
It's average, thank you. I came back at a weird time.
These stories are always.
I mean,
tough
it's
because-
always a weird time.
Yeah.
What do you think she's been doing for the last 20 years, seeing her pussy shrink? Isn't that what happened? If I get this story correct.
That's like as you grow older, you like lose height kind of thing.
You lose puss.
When I go take a piss later, I'm going to look at my urethra and see if it's shrinking.
Who was it? Rainn Wilson, I remember once tweeted, I have a teensy weensy vagina on the very tippy tip of my penis.
That's funny.
One of the funniest things I've ever read.
What an idiot.
Oh, God damn it.
Wow. So
I'm sweating right now.
It is warm here.
It's a lot of
There's a lot
man
of-
meat.
yeah.
Talking
There's a lot
about
of-
fish pussy gets you. It's a little hot and bothered over there, huh? Plus that light right above your head.
Do you guys know people don't wear nice clothes to go to court? I just learned this the other day.
What were you doing in court?
So, well, I had to go to court because I sent in a ticket I got not guilty. And rather than throwing it out, they gave me a court date. So I was like, okay, I'm going to go to court. I'm going to wear a shirt and tie and dress up. I show up in court, and everyone else is basically in fucking pajamas.
Where did you have to appear?
Can I guess?
was this Derby?
No,
It was Derby.
no, it was Meriden.
Ah,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, Meredith's bad.
The Derby of Meriden.
I was the only one not wearing pajamas. It was awkward. But I got my ticket cut down to $50 from $150, so
What did you
it
do?
was worth it. It was cell phone. I was totally using my cell
It
phone.
was a hash.
Yo, I saw a girl today. 2 hands. Me and my daughter were driving. 2 hands. She was cute, and I was like, I'm not gonna say what I said.
To your daughter?
In front of your daughter.
Wait, hang on.
Wait. Yeah. Why can you say it to your daughter, but not us?
You can't say it on the podcast.
Let's talk about it later. Let's talk about it later. You know what I'm talking about.
Jay leans into his daughter. You see the piece of ass in the car next to us?
No. But this chick had both hands on the cell phone. I'm like the top of her steering, like right in her face. I was like, "What the fuck you doing?" Anyway, that was just weird.
Yeah, nobody cares.
I want to know the
ridiculous.
first part
That
of
would-
that story.
Yeah, me too.
Nope, there's no first part.
I feel like he skipped the good
I-
part.
I know what
like,
it was.
oh, it was 2 hands on the cell phone. That's not the best part of the story, though.
I know. He saw the girl. He's like,
I've never seen a dick that I didn't want to see.
It's true. All these right here.
Look, gratuitous with the sound drops today.
What did I miss when I pissed? All I see is on your screen is study reveals how Americans like to masturbate.
That's you gotta play the music first.
You guys want to take a break first, or you want to do that? You want to just jump into that?
Break already. It's been like 30 minutes.
Oh, it's only been 30 minutes?
no, it's been longer than that.
Yeah,
I'm horrible with time.
We know.
I don't know if people want to take
I spoil
a
it?
pee break.
You
I
didn't
don't
talk
know.
about that yet?
Check your pee hole,
No,
see
it's-
if they're shrinking.
I want to check and see if I have a teensy weensy vagina on the end of my penis. All this time?
Just don't try and fuck it.
It's the first thing he's going to do.
Anybody got a Q-tip?
He's going to try and finger himself.
All right, I say we have another beer, do the adult, and then we'll take a break.
All right. Do another beer, take a break, come in on the adult.
Sure.
I'd have a beer.
I'd have a beer. All right, let's
What
do
are we
this
drinking
IPA.
next?
Okay.
Beer. That was a really good. That lager was really nice.
Yeah, that was really good. I ended up going for a
super
second of
clear
that.
too.
That's
Really nice
I'm having
light
a nice
color.
cold lager right now.
that's my favorite one right now. Like out of everything that we have, I fucking love it. All right, give me glasses. So we have our Hush IPA. Actually, I brought this last show I was on, so you guys already fucking had this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
One of the bands
Speaking
I
of-
was in
I'm
high
not-
school
I'm
that
not
never
very
got off the
original.
ground was called Hush.
Speaking of stuff you brought in before, are you going to do that?
I never know who's talking. Who am I looking at?
That's me. That's down this way. Are you going to do that that spicy
Orange.
What was the orange?
Yeah, I did it. I did it not too long ago.
Sex, blood,
We'll be
magic?
doing it again. Yeah.
Because that was fucking delicious, and I want more of that in my face.
Tell us more about Hush.
So Hush is another New England style IPA.
I meant the band he talked about.
It actually had this really
Forget the
hot
beer.
chick in it. And like she had no talent at all. It was just like we just want to have a hot chick in the band.
That sounds like a record label's dream.
Yeah. Well, don't forget this is when like Garbage was hitting,
Oh, okay.
stuff like that. So it never got off the ground. But then subsequently, I started a band called Sell It on Mint, which had another hot chick in it and was actually pretty decent. So.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody picked up on Steve's reaction to the Garbage thing, but you're like, okay.
Well, they were famous and had a hot chick. Everybody wanted one.
They just came through the cap not long ago.
Did I miss anyone?
Were they any good?
Yeah, they were actually.
I think we're good.
It's your job now.
So I'd actually like to hear more about this beer.
I already said everything about it. It's a New
beer.
England. It's a New England IPA.
Sweet. Cheers.
No, I'm.
Are there other regional
I
IPAs?
honestly do not remember what hops we put in it because I'm a dumbass. I know it's a lot of El Dorado. I don't remember the other hops we put in there, but mainly is El Dorado. I think maybe some Simcoe.
Let's just lie and say it's a single hop. Fuck it. Eldorado single hop.
These are both great beers, man. They're both easy drinking.
Thanks.
That's nice.
Where did the New England IPA start for a newbie? over there?
I said
Like, why is it New England
Trios.
IPA?
I would say
I
Alchemist.
I would say
Alchemist.
Heady Topper.
Yeah,
Heady
but-
Topper isn't really the same as the current New England's at all.
No, but that
Right,
started
where
it.
they
But
came
yeah,
from.
I think that's where it probably started trickling down and turning into was
What it is
from
now.
from Heady Topper.
that was definitely the first legit IPA from New England that like was nationally huge
And like, but like
hyped
that
up and
super
all
Yeah.
cloudy
Yeah,
and
and
like
cloudy, yeah.
Right,
But
yeah,
that's why
and
they said not to pour it, right? That was the whole thing. Just drink it out of the can.
Right, and that was the one that everyone tried to kind of emulate, and so I think that is where it kind of spawned from. But I think really like what Treehouse started doing is really what developed what the New England IPA is. Treehouse is a brewery in Massachusetts. They do mostly IPAs. They do a lot of other beers too, but mostly like their flagships.
they even
are-
have a lager now, right?
Yeah, the Trail Magic, their Pilsner, it's delicious.
stouts are phenomenal,
Nobody
too.
likes it other than me, but their Trail Magic is delicious.
Their
People just love IPAs, so that's
their
what-
beer was really like the first time I saw. You would see photos of like New England IPAs, and they would just look like what you see here, and then one day you just started seeing photos of what looked like orange juice,
Yeah.
in a beer glass.
Yeah.
And they were like the first ones
Yeah.
you saw where it was like that.
Well, it's like you can
Right.
call it a proto New England, right? So it's like,
Heady?
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like the New York Dolls were the first punk band, but people call them glam. So
Right.
technically they're proto punk.
Right.
And then the Ramones were the first punk band.
Well,
It's
if
the
you
same shit.
If you talk about Heady or the stuff Lawson's was doing, like that still had a lot of the bitterness in it. That Treehouse basically took almost all the bitterness out
Right.
of most of their IPAs.
Yeah.
It's got that straight, juicy, like
right. And I think that's I think that's where that turning point was with what turned the New England IPA to what it is.
Right.
Taking all that bitterness out, people like those late edition hops where you're throwing them just in the whirlpool
Right.
and the dry hop. You're not throwing the early editions in that give you the bitterness. So you get more of a pleasant, juicy, fruity end product. You're not getting
Yeah.
that bitterness, dryness that you get from the early edition.
I like
hops.
that bitterness.
But
So
until
do
you-
I. I fucking miss it. I miss the bitterness.
But until you get to that, you don't have something that's a distinct style, really. It's as much as an East Coast IPA as a lot of other stuff that was going on. It was different, but it's really Treehouse, I think, that separated it at that point.
I think so.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
This is seriously why I think that there is there's no bubble in breweries in, let's say, Connecticut, or there's
Oh,
no
no,
bubble.
no. Yeah,
It's not
I
going to
don't
explode
think
because
so
there's
at all.
there's so much like passion and ideas and thoughts and creation, mixing things, and then the ability to somebody have an idea and then open up a brewery or do it in their home, that it's like it's taken beer and like exploded it into just outside of like, hey, let me pound some beers and go party, like the Bud Light ads or whatever ad that was on TV. And now it's like, holy shit, there's this whole ridiculous world. And now people are
It's a
looking
cult-
at that
there's a
like
culture
it's
to it.
unbelievable.
But see, I kind of feel like the reward for it is what keeps it in play because it's like
Drunk.
Exactly.
Oh,
But you
yeah,
think-
yeah.
But you think of like there's a new style of music, like say like I don't know, like new metal or fucking dubstep or whatever, and everybody like starts listening to it, and then they're like after a while they're like this sucks. But it's like beer. It's like you still get to get drunk.
Right.
You always get drunk.
It's
No
got
matter
the
what, you
ultimate
get
hook.
drunk.
It's
I
got
think
the
it's
ultimate
different
hook.
though. I think it has. I think the craft breweries, their challenge is more along the line of like back in the day, like your butcher shop or your fish market or your bakery. You know, like they all kind of got phased out.
Right.
Your transgender plastic
Out of
surgeon.
convenience, right? Like people can just go to one supermarket and get all that shit at once, and the quality was like slightly lower, but people gave up that for the convenience of just going to one place, right? So I feel like as long as people don't give in to that convenience, right? Because eventually somebody will come along, like a larger corporation will come along and figure out some way of franchising breweries, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
think
sure
that was
it's-
one of the most concise points that Paulo's ever made on this show.
There's gonna be an Applebee's of breweries eventually.
They're called Trillium, actually.
Yeah, and they have that, or the big dogs own a bunch of the micro style breweries.
Yeah, but they're just gonna put out these like just cookie cutter, you know what I mean? Like just same
Bud's
shit.
tried to do that too, but a bunch of the big guys
Yeah.
have tried to do that stuff. They just fail.
Yeah, exactly. And as long as they keep on failing,
But I think your point is funny
the
because
market's safe as long as they keep on failing.
when you go to your local bread store or whatever, you get like the good shit.
yeah, exactly.
With beer,
Yeah.
it's always been motherfucking Bud Light at the supermarket or Bud Light here. So they started with like the bad shit.
yeah.
And now it's like worked its way down where you're like, oh my God, where the fuck have we been missing? Because drinking any of these beers or drinking a Bud Light, it's like a completely, it's like they're not even in the same family.
Yeah, Bud
for
Light's
me.
so much better.
It's because of the lack of corn syrup. Haven't you been watching the ads? That's why.
And I think too that the changes in the laws 10 years ago or so that allowed breweries to have tap rooms on premises and sell directly to consumers, that's what created what we're seeing now. And there's breweries on every corner basically. People talk about the bubble all the time and think that it's going to happen again because they remember there was a craft beer boom a little bit in the 90s, I think. And there was that bubble. It did fizzle out because it was hard for those breweries to be sustainable because they didn't have on-site premises where you can go and have a beer, have bars, sell directly to consumers. You were forced to sell your product through distributors,
interesting.
blah blah blah. But when those laws changed and allowed the breweries to have on-premise bars and sales, that's what really changed things. Now we're really seeing all the breweries that have been planning for years since those changes really starting to open up, and it's just there's so many of them. And
And
it's
if you
great,
look at
though.
it, the places that have closed have all been terrible. Like anyone who's making even a decent product has been able to say to themselves now, it's been 5 years. It's like, oh, these guys are going to close or those guys are going to close. And like, if they're even okay, they're fine.
Well, yeah, and for the most part too, even a lot of the terrible ones, they're still doing well because
Stony Creek.
they have that. Oh come on, there's nothing wrong with Stony
Oh,
Creek.
come
They
on,
make
everything-
They make some great beer.
Great location.
They got some great
They
people
have a
working
great
there.
location.
But
They
This
can
is
a
a
lot
great
of beers for a
facility.
lot of people.
isn't that how?
They are some amazing people. They make some great beer, and they're
Gordon.
Honestly,
they're doing a lot.
No
of,
joke, I
lot
do
of good
love
work.
Stony
They're doing
Joe.
a lot of good work.
Stony Joe's
Stony Joe, I do
Joe's
like.
great.
I have not tried it.
This is
actually
one thing
very-
too. There's
very
not a
good.
lot of shit talking in the beer community,
No.
from what I say.
It's all behind the scenes.
Yeah.
It's all on this show.
No, we'll do it on the show.
With any industry,
No, I mean
isn't
in
that-
the industry, it's
Oh.
behind the scenes.
With any industry, isn't that how it should be? Like if you put out shitty product, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
you
right.
shouldn't be in
Totally.
business.
Absolutely.
Right, yeah. So
Right?
back to what I was saying. So those shitty breweries that people are just like, this beer's awful. This beer's awful.
Yeah.
No matter what, though, they have that small little hometown crowd.
They
that
do, which is
continues to
great.
go there. It's like
Yeah.
it's a hometown bar. They don't care how good or beer the bad is,
Yeah.
how good or bad the beer is. They just like to have somewhere local that they can get a locally made product, and that's all they care about.
You know the
Yes,
big
Boston
Yes.
scored again.
Oh.
No, that was just for Bill's speech.
You're like that fucking, you're like that fucking guy at the bar who claps when like everyone's just eating dinner. It's like,
Yo, don't fucking come to my fucking hockey game eating your fucking dinner. We're going to
You
Stanley
came
Cup
out on a
tonight.
Thursday
Yeah,
night, bitch. That's
Jeff's,
what happened.
Jeff's also one of those that uses "we" when he talks about the team.
This
That's-
isn't-
hey, I'm
this
in on
isn't a
that. I'm in on
regular.
that.
This
You do
isn't a
that.
regular game.
Right.
We go to the Stanley Cup tonight.
Stanley.
Are you on the
Lord
bench right now? Are you coaching them from here?
He's not lying.
Listen, if you could get some No Worries in that Stanley Cup, it'd be big, huge. In fact, huge.
Speaking about laws in Connecticut and whatnot, the House just passed a bill to allow automated alcohol like
Self-serve, yeah.
like soda fountain.
That's not going to go anywhere. It's silly.
Well, Senate still has to pass it too.
Like, wait, what?
That sounds like a fucking mess.
There'll
to
be
me.
a few.
No,
There'll
they
be a
have it
few weird bars that
Casino's
open
different,
in like West Hartford or wherever, one of those fancy areas.
Well, no,
Explain this. Wait, you get a.
You can pour your own.
So
Have you
it's like
been to
Dave and
halftime?
Buster's basically. You
Yeah,
get
you
you
get
get
a
a card that you pre-fill with money, and then you go and you swipe it and you get your.
But you
So
you put it on a
you
dispenser
press
and
a
it
button
shoots
and
a
it-
fucking
Yeah, yeah,
shot.
exactly. Yeah,
Like the-
exactly. Yeah.
Like the machine at Burger King that old people don't know how to
Exactly.
use.
Yes. Exactly. Like
So
How many
Connecticut,
It all
many
goes
people
back
are
to Burger
lying-
King.
Connecticut's trying to
I won't.
How
stop.
many people are lining
are
up?
talking about passing this law, and they're telling me that I have to vaccinate my kid or do this. What the fuck, man? Now I'm pissed off.
How
even
many
more.
people are lining? How many people are lining up at the coffee machine in the break room of the UPS distribution
Right,
center?
right.
That's automated.
A lot of
too.
smash jams.
Yeah.
Well, have you been to halftime in Poughkeepsie?
I have, yeah.
So that you can fill your own growlers there. I imagine they'll do something like that.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's a little different from what this thing
Yeah.
is, though. From what I've seen from the ones
shitty
other
fucking-
states that have done
There's
it,
gonna be shitty beer in those things.
It's,
Well,
it's
no,
like a
it's usually liquor. What I've
kitschy,
seen.
Oh, really?
Well,
they
when I was
do
in
have-
Vegas. They had liquor with that. And you,
No, this is saying specifically
They have
beer and wine.
They
Is
have
this
it
for
off.
beer and wine? No,
They have it
that's
for. There's a couple
even
bars
dumber.
that have it for like Guinness and stuff. I've
is
seen it for
even-
Guinness and Hart.
Oh yeah.
Thing like at a table. You just have your own taps.
I seriously
And-
can't
and
even.
you know what it
Oh, yeah, I've
also
seen
is?
that at the casino.
In Vegas, yeah.
You know what also is? Like when I go into like Walmart or like Target or anything, they have like the scan your own aisle,
Right.
like that checkout.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Like no, you count it. You like ring all that shit up and put it in bags.
Hot take there, Bill Burr.
But how do they get away with this shit? Like, you go to a bar, you have fucking 5 or 6, you start wising off, right?
Right.
Next thing you know, up to 8, and they kick you out. Like, what are they going to do when I could just go up to the fucking machine because I paid my
Whose
fucking
liquor
money and get my
license is
beer?
going to
Yeah.
get fucked by
It
people
makes no
pouring their own
sense.
shit?
Well, that-
Yeah.
no, but that's-
Like, I'm all for good
You know what I
shit,
mean?
but if you
Yeah.
do dumb shit, come on now.
No, but that's where you have to fill that card, and they can cut
After
you off
32
and not fill
ounces.
that card.
Yeah, so
But
you
wait,
no.
so you use your buddy's card and you fucking keep
No,
pouring
no,
yourself.
not
Well,
even
you can
that.
have your buddy go up and get you a drink
I
too.
guess, yeah.
Not
Yeah.
even that. Because
Yeah,
if
yeah,
that
it's
machine,
It's an honor system,
when
guys.
I pay,
Come on.
when you pay $8 for an ounce and a half of vodka and
Yeah.
3/4 of a cup of ice and like a splash of cranberry juice, like
Paulo,
3/4 of that, yeah,
there's a D in vodka.
What did he say? Vodka?
vodka,
Definitely said vodka.
vodka. I didn't
It's like flocka.
I slur my words.
Is this
all right?
good? This Mason's?
it's
It was pretty good.
flavorful.
Have another one.
Okay, but here's the thing.
What I'm saying is that I understand that a good portion of that $8 is going to the person that's making that drink for
Right.
you. Clearly, it's not going into the ingredients, you know, like their stock that they use to
Right.
make that drink,
Right.
right. When it's a machine making it, go fuck
making-
yourself.
Right, they're
Like,
gonna charge-
Automation.
because
here
they're
it
still
goes.
going to charge you the $8
That's
for the
right.
drink.
Yeah.
Probably more because it's a fucking
Oh, 'cause
item
yeah,
you've
the
never seen
novelty
before.
of a
It's the
machine,
novelty
yeah.
of the machine.
Right, but check this out.
That's ugly.
So as a bartender, you're liable if you overserve somebody. So
Right.
if somebody walks up
like fucking
and they say, "I want 6 beers on this card," you have to judge not the next beer. You have to judge 6 beers in advance of how drunk they're going to get.
Yeah.
And then if you fuck up, like the story we have today, you fucking go to jail because
Right.
some guy left your bar and shot up a fucking
Right.
house party or something.
Oh God.
Well, so that's
Jay, this is when you're supposed to start reading that story.
that is not good.
What was it?
you tried so hard to lead in.
I was reading a can of this shitty beer. This beer sucks.
That's not good.
I didn't say it was good. I said it was flavorful.
It's not good.
Yeah, so it tastes a lot too.
That's what the I eat ass guy said.
I eat ass.
What was your point that I missed?
If you oversell people, you go to fucking jail because they leave your bar and go shoot up a party.
Yes, they do. Which story is this?
I was just gonna say, pick one.
Not plague death.
The bartender charged.
I don't know. I was gonna.
You see that?
What?
Oh, did you not write it down?
Oh, yeah, I
didn't-
didn't
he
put
didn't
it,
write it
that
down.
one was like super sad, so I didn't put it
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, but it's relevant to what we're talking about, though.
I know. I was going to go back to it, and I never did.
story.
Well, I guess we all returned.
Well, anyway, so this woman who's a bartender got arrested because a guy who left her bar left and went and shot up a party or something, and now the cops arrested her and are like holding her liable for this shooting. Where it's like
You can't be responsible for
he
other
wasn't
people.
drunk driving. You know what I mean? Like
It's drunk shooting.
that's right. But like,
Yeah,
how-
but if you
how
go
is she
into a
supposed to-
Walmart and you get pissed off by some motherfucker, and then you go out and decide to fucking tee off on somebody with your car, like
But how is she?
Walmart.
Hey,
yeah,
Walmart! I fucking just laid into this fucking guy over here. He's sitting here dead. You want to take that lawsuit?
over the break, I'm swapping your mic out.
I think it's ridiculous. I think
Oh, yeah?
because we have a lot of friends who
Fucking
are bartenders.
Walmart makes me buy the 10-pack of fucking Lunchables, and I don't want to do that.
Well, it says
I get in the parking lot, I'm fucking pissed off.
It says authorities allege Miss Glass should have known to stop serving Spencer Height as he appeared drunk and armed. He appeared armed?
You put a knife on the table.
Yeah, but some of these you can have an open carry.
This is in Tejas.
Tejas.
Isn't that silly? Isn't that like a
What, open carry?
Yeah, like at a bar.
She's probably
Yeah,
fucking
like-
scared.
Yeah.
This guy's got a knife. I'm gonna give him
I
a
don't
beer.
know.
Like if you're the
I'd rather
bar,
have it open than
But
closed.
I'm saying if you're a bartender,
Killed 8 people.
If you're a bartender at a bar and like a guy comes up with a gun, like in the back of your mind, you're like, "Here we go."
I can see not serving
with
him at
the
a bar.
flame.
I would go for that law. Yeah.
Well, so you go to Austin, and
right.
all the bars in Austin have signs that say "No guns allowed."
Yeah.
Because in in Texas they have open carry, but they're like, "Please not in the bar."
because it's logical.
Yeah,
Right, 'cause it
exactly.
makes sense. Let's not get you drunk with guns.
Yeah.
So it says she took the course for like, I think it's called tips, where you learn how to like, see, like serve people and like, cut them off, look for the signs. She had that. Also informed that the guy was drunk and being weird and had produced a pistol from his front pocket and put it on the table.
I thought it was a knife.
Yeah.
See, like you can't drive your car home if you drank too much, right?
Oh, I'm going to cut off the guy who just put a pistol on the table in front of me? Like, hey,
Well, that's what I mean.
you're not asking
Well,
for all
listen,
my money and like my vagina, you could have a beer.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's she fucking supposed to do,
Yeah,
realistically?
bullshit.
But also,
Guy's going to kill people. He's going to kill people.
adults are fucking responsible for their own shit. I don't see
Well,
why
that's-
any
yeah.
fucking
Hell
bartender
yeah,
should
now we're
ever
in
be
my-
held responsible.
Let's go down there.
My
All of
wheelhouse.
us, we're going to Texas.
No,
we're
thank
going
you.
to pick it.
Nah.
We're going to make signs with poster board and markers because she's not too bad.
Why don't we go? Why don't we go to?
I know
That's what.
But that's the
Just to
only
review-
reason. That's
Jay-
it.
just to
It's
review
not principle.
Jay's-
It's like,
Jay's
The picture's
trying to
like,
get a
she's
date.
kind of
That's it.
cute. That's what it's gonna say.
Why don't we go to Colorado because legally
we
up
can eat
there
magic mushrooms.
we can eat magic mushrooms.
Only in
Yeah,
Denver,
there you
though. It's
I
not
don't
the
know if you guys
whole
know, but
state.
Mike
Well, I
is
was gonna
totally
say,
against pee breaks. Mike is
just-
just super against pee
Oh,
breaks.
you can pee whenever you want. You just go.
I just wanted to
I think there's
review-
enough of
Yeah,
us.
that's
If
what-
somebody
that's
gets
what I
lost,
did, yeah.
it's like,
I just want to review Jay's genius idea. 3 guys from Connecticut are going to go down to Texas.
Sure. 3. There's 7 of us.
I'm
right
not
now.
going.
can I wear my hat and my coat?
A bunch of guys from Connecticut
still
are going to
can't
go
count.
down
8
to
of us. 8 of us.
Texas to
was
picket
counting the beer
about
glasses.
gun
Not
control.
everybody drank.
No, I don't
That's
think it
gonna-
should be gun
that's gonna be a
control.
good
It should
idea.
be just gun and alcohol in a bar
to
control.
help the hot bartender who's going to hot bartender prison.
Right.
baby.
Yeah.
I hate when they punish the class
But
for
the
stuff.
hot bartender's boyfriend's probably the guy that's trying to shoot you. So,
She's actually
know.
not that hot. Looks a
probably-
little, looks a little wetter.
well, I mean, that's Texas.
Is the cell phone girl in the car two-hander hotter?
I only saw side profile, so it's hard to judge.
Yeah, it's like
The
sunglasses.
two-hander. Well, normally the side profile is where it falls apart, to be honest.
And were you
so if
looking?
she looked okay from the side,
were
she
you
probably looked pretty
checking
good.
out? Were you
Did
checking
anyone?
out-
Has anyone ever got the two-hander?
No, it's not big enough.
Well, were you
Depends how
checking
small
out
the
the
hands
driver
are.
next to you past your daughter?
No.
Wait.
Were you looking like past your
I am a
daughter
good
at the
dad.
woman?
Yeah, but what did you say to her? We still haven't got that yet.
What
Yeah,
lane
yeah.
was she in?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Was she on your right or
She
your
might
left?
have not either, but you made it said it in daddy language, and she just goes, "Yeah, dad," but you said something really.
Oh no,
fucked up.
she's old enough. She
No,
knows.
wait, Jay.
Oh, I
Jay,
didn't know how you.
Jay, did you pass her?
All right, we're going to take a break.
Did you pass her?
Yeah.
Did you pass her on the right or the left?
I on the left.
You passed her on the left?
Yes.
You're a fucking liar.
No, I passed her on the left.
I don't believe that.
She was in the right lane. I was on the left
You
lane.
got to pass her.
Oh,
because
you
she's
passed her
got-
on the left. Oh, wait. So you went to her left.
I was in
That's
the
what
left
passing
lane.
on the left means.
So you had to have checked her out. You had to look past your daughter to check this woman out.
Well, because she was on her phone.
Yeah, but like then you made a comment about
That's-
how hot she was.
She was okay.
You definitely said something inappropriate to your daughter.
You did. You did.
And I want to know what it is.
All right.
Let's just say
Let's talk about shrimp that failed drug tests.
Do you guys know
Let's
that
take a quick break.
Scagnetti is playing at No Worries Brewing on June 15th?
yeah,
June
let's plug
15th.
that again. Let's just say that it's Bruins are up by 2 going into the third period in the fourth game. We're going to take a break. Just before we do, though, a heavy drinking tradition. Around the horn. Getting your dick spit on, yes or no?
That's it. Yes or no answer.
No.
We're starting with trombone player.
No.
No?
Boo.
Really? All right,
No,
we're going to revisit
reason-
this when we come
yeah.
back because I'm intrigued immediately. We already know Paulo likes it.
You know me, baby.
Bill,
I'm way too deep in thought. Like, what
Are we talking
what
like a
is-
big
what is
loogie or what
Yeah,
here?
what's considered?
maybe she
yeah.
spits on it. Do you want her to or not?
Like
Ever.
you're getting a blowy, and like she's using
I
her
mean,
hand, she has
it's
to
out.
spit on it a little bit
yeah,
to get some lube.
if it makes things work
It's
better,
out.
then yeah.
I mean,
so,
it's-
yeah,
it's
I'm a
out.
yes.
Yes
I'm
for
a
me.
yes.
Necessary.
Dave?
We know Dave's in.
I
we
know.
were here.
But everyone's here. We're going around the horn.
You skipped Paulo because you knew his.
No, he said it.
I did.
Just say yes or no.
Yes.
No, it's got to be a dire emergency if that's the case.
Yeah, of course.
I'll just rub it in spit on the ground.
100%.
Thank you. All right, cool. All right, we'll be back.
Hey, Jay, why are you so excited?
Dude, I have the best idea for a Blowfish commercial. You guys are going to love it.
That's awesome. As long as it's not a Hootie and a Blowfish parody, that's low hanging fruit. What have you done?
Blowfish is the hangover remedy, recognized as effective by the FDA. All the other stuff, see out there's vitamins, supplement bullshit that doesn't do anything. 'Cause I got a hangover. I got a fucking hangover. It has no legal right to make any kind of claims. We are the only hangover product that is real medicine. It's more than relief. Just wake up, drop 2 tablets in water, drink when the fever stops. 'Cause I got a hangover. Feel better in 15 minutes. Motherfucking hangover. Money back guarantee. Hold my hair. Guarantee. Hold my hair. Blowfish for hangover. Hold my hair. 'Cause I gotta go to for hangovers.com.
Visit 4hangovers.com for Blowfish's FDA-approved hangover remedy. Use the code HEAVYDRINKING for 15% off your order.
Jeff.
Huh?
Jeff.
Jay?
Jeff, what the fuck are you doing?
Squatching.
What?
Squatching.
What is squatching?
That's like my new business. I'm looking for Sasquatch.
Why?
Well, I started it, and it's called Skews and Squatches.
How's that going?
I mean, I got a cool slogan and, like, a logo and stuff, but nobody really knows about it.
What's your slogan?
Excuse me while I squatch this guy?
You should totally take advantage of our sponsor, Taproom Tackers.
We got a new sponsor?
Yeah. They make custom tacker signs with your logo to help you promote your business or even just decorate your basement bar.
No way.
All you have to do is mention the Heavy Drinking Podcast, and they'll make one free sample for you.
Sick. I'm going to nail it right to this tree so that hairy motherfucker knows who's coming for him. What's better than getting wasted and listening to Slayer? I'll tell you what, not driving home. We have a new promo code for Lyft with $20 off. All you got to do is download the Lyft app, go to the promo section, and type in Heavy18. That's Heavy18 for a $20 credit on a new Lyft account. Now you can have like 4 more beers. Do it.
Are you done?
I'm going to mute you from now on.
I love this song.
all time.
Does anyone here not like Hall & Oates?
No. No one doesn't like Hall & Oates.
This is the segment where we talk about adult-themed topics, pornography, and penises, which I mean that runs the whole show, but specifically,
Yeah, I was gonna say, how is this any different?
penises are for the whole show. But
Penises.
this week is brought to you by a story from the New York Post, a reliable publication. Study reveals how Americans like to masturbate, and the picture is a chick. I assume it's a chick with red nail polish holding a half-peeled banana.
I am an American and I like to masturbate.
I like to do it
I
right-handed.
mean, that's the whole story, right?
I like to do it right-handed.
It
Salute the
seems
flag.
like filler, but
That's what I do.
a whopping 84% of Americans are feeling themselves. That's according to a new global study of masturbation and self-care trends from sex toy company Tenga. Researchers surveyed 10,000 adults in 9 countries for their 2019 self-pleasure report. Here's the breakdown. Who's getting hands-on? Almost everyone.
Wait,
Americans
hold on. Back up before you get into that.
Okay.
Why are there companies that care this much to run studies?
Well, I don't know.
If you're selling
All right,
sex
Money
toys-
to burn.
So they can get published. That's it.
Yeah. It's like
And
Trying
I-
to get their brand in a
government.
newspaper.
And I wanna be there when the representative from that country is in Singapore trying
They put
to
the poo-poo.
explain.
They put the poo-poo in the, and then they eat the poo-poo. What was that? What country?
It was somewhere in Africa.
Yeah. It was about like gay porn or something.
Yeah.
They eat the poo-poo.
Americans are early risers. The average report starting age is 14 and a half. I was actually over 18 the first time I masturbated.
Really?
I do not
Over
believe you.
18, you weren't even. You were just a
Wow.
fraction.
I do not believe you.
That's
too.
a lie.
Yeah.
That feels
Swear to
implausible.
God.
Yeah, that.
I was a very good Christian boy.
No, you're not.
it wasn't even that for me. It was like I knew when I opened the can.
Masturbation's a sin.
When I opened the can, it's done. Right.
I discovered my wang at like 13.
You reek of lies.
I mean, I knew.
I feel like it's just always been this way. I don't.
Yeah, I don't
Can't
remember a
even
time
remember.
before.
Yeah.
No, it was like a topic of conversation in the church I was in. So it was like, you can't do this. It was like,
I mean,
wrong.
the churches all tell you that, but you can do it.
I was highly involved though. I mean, I
I was
eventually
an
did.
altar
Like
boy and I
CYO
still
hoops
care.
and stuff. Like, what were you doing?
I've told.
Like I was an
I think-
altar boy and it didn't bother me.
Jesus
I
Christ.
You're an
told
altar
this-
boy. You don't have to do it yourself.
I was set
told-
up. There you go.
I've told this story before. The first time I actually tried masturbating
Yeah.
was I found like a Playboy in my
yeah.
dad's closet,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what I was doing, so I was like aggressively like masturbating,
Yeah.
and I was like,
And you were 8.
chafing
How old
and-
are
a few
you?
minutes in, and I
How
was like,
old are
I was
you?
like squeezing my.
You
dick.
were old enough to vote? Is that what you said?
I was over 18.
The first time.
Yeah,
When you came to climax, I mean,
We're
did
just
you
like
didn't-
trying to pull
I
it off,
stopped
or like
because
look
I-
at a fucking crime scene
I stopped
in the
because
room?
it hurt.
You were injuring yourself.
I stopped because it hurt.
See, I was the opposite. I was afraid I was
What?
going to break it. So I was like gentle as fuck. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh, the first time I ever actually came from doing it, I was like watching like Cinemax late at night, and I was like, all right, and then like. Maybe I just put me in the right mood, and I was like, all right, this feels super good.
Was it the scrambled cinematic?
And I
Yeah,
knew,
right.
Fuck
and I,
that.
and
Those
I knew
squiggly
something-
lines, but you can still hear all the audio.
It was all.
It was legit?
It was all there.
Was
yeah.
it Gene Simmons' wife?
Dude,
I don't think so.
dude, when I was like
Every once in a
12,
while, you see like an inverted colored tit, and you're like, oh my god, that's so hot.
We talked about scrambled porn before,
Yeah, scrambled
like where
porn.
like now you need that to get off
Yeah.
because
Dude, when I was 12, I just kept checking. I'm like,
I don't think I've ever ejaculated that much semen before than the first time.
I know it. This is gonna start working someday. Every day, I just gave it. I just fucking.
Well, yeah. If you saved up till you were
You know what I mean?
18,
I read an
We've
article.
gotten through the song and didn't touch the article.
I read an article on Barstool Sports today that said Lamar
Everybody
Odom
knows the rules.
went on a porn binge and he fucked 2,000 women.
He also went on a crack
And then,
binge.
right, it was just the whole period. And fucked 2,000 women. And then he said he watched every porn on the internet.
You watched them all?
Which I know is fucking impossible.
You can't do that.
However, if he thinks he did it, he probably fucking went a long
He
way.
gave it the old college track.
I'm calling
that
bullshit on
man.
this story anyway. They're saying 91% of men have done the deed. Women are not too far behind at 70%. The rest of them are just lying.
yeah,
And they
Go through
only
your
how
whole
many?
life.
10,000 people?
10,000.
I never get these surveys.
Millennials do it the most out of our generation with 88%.
no, you do. You just walk past them in the mall.
I mean, like I get the scientific equation, the mathematics, but it's like fucking Nielsen ratings on TV.
I used to
Right?
work
One person watches it, and next thing you know, 7 million people watch
Yeah, no,
it.
Mike-
like
Mike.
10,000 people jerk off, and you're like, eh.
Mike, you
90%.
just don't have a
Everybody.
landline. They only call people with fucking landlines. Like, who the fuck has a landline?
No, but like 10,000 people, and then the whole world is a bit. Everybody in the United States is a bunch of jerk offs.
This is slightly interesting. The second segment is what are we whacking with? Technique differs by gender. 3 and 4 men watch porn to get off. No surprise.
What's that
wait,
one?
wait,
what's
what's the
that
one?
one dude
Yeah.
doing?
I mean,
Rubbing
is
his
he
dick and
doing?
spit on the street.
That's that weird guy. You know what?
this thing.
I need a bell sound drop since I can't fucking reach the bell.
This is
You know what
now,
it is?
This is
That's
now
the
in
one.
my-
You know that dude. You know that dude at the mall that just kind of stares everybody down as they walk past him. It's that guy.
That's the guy, yeah.
He's just sitting at home. He's just at home, just staring at at the corner of his room, just groaning. He's just sitting there, working away, going, "Oh."
I just like how it feels. I don't need anything else.
I remember her.
So only a little over half of women do so. However, almost 40% of women use an external vibrating toy compared to just over 5% of men.
How many women?
40% use
I'd say more than
external
that.
toys.
I don't believe that.
Yeah.
It's higher.
5% of men use an external vibrating toy?
5% of men?
Yes, it says.
5?
Like a fleshlight?
Plausible.
How many of those women use a fucking
0.1% use the urinal piss keg.
Almost 50% of both men and women use their imaginations to titillate. I mean, whatever. That's fucking retarded. You can't say that. I shouldn't say that.
I have no
Positive.
imagination.
Yeah, don't say titillate.
No, you can say
That's a weird word.
This is awkward is the next line. Americans think about past partners the same amount of time they think about their current one. What? About 1/3 of the time each. Carry the one. When
69.
are we lacking? Call to do yourself
You know
hobby.
what,
Most
though?
Americans, 60% rub and tug at least once a week. 1 in 5 get it a few times a month. We can talk times a year.
Wait,
Finally.
we're starting it once a week and we're going down?
Top, the survey
seems,
found that the
again-
top 3 months respondents felt masturbatory were June 40%, July 12%, and December 11%.
What?
Christmas.
Wait. So
Oh,
the Wait, hold on.
This
hold
must be
on.
their ranking their number 1 month.
So the normal
This-
thing is
that-
once a week.
This normal.
Well, that doesn't make sense.
This next line
No.
is questionable.
It's like when you get a physical and they ask you how many drinks you have.
Like, I don't know, like
I'm like,
2 or
I go
3 a
out-
week.
I'm like, I go out the one night and I have 4 drinks. They're
Most-
like, you have 4 drinks a
most
week.
people
really?
end their day with a little me time. 43% of men and women usually tickle their pickle between 7:30 and 11.
I don't want to meet a woman who has a pickle to tickle.
Exactly. Like, what is it? Is it like a gherkin? Is it like a gherkin for the little clit, or a little sweet gherkin?
It's like a
Well, it's got, I
pimento.
mean, you got an itty bitty vagina.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
And the vibrating devices percentage, I think if you include like mechanical toothbrushes and like like
Washing machines.
No, the shower head, like the removable shower head.
Back shavers.
If you included that in it, that 40% would jump up to like 93 or 94% for women. Is what I'm saying.
Or the washing machine. An unbalanced load. And
It'll load.
6% of male respondents have done it while driving, compared to 2% of women.
6?
While driving?
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I think I'm
That's
too fat.
That's 1 in 20.
I think I'm too fat to do when I'm
20
driving.
men.
Other minimal
That means there's a good chance that
Hold
someone
on.
in here has done that.
minimal responses
on.
include kitchens,
Have you driven?
and work.
Masturbate while driving.
All of us
Well, I
have
mean,
driven.
obviously, all of us have,
I've
but
done it. Yeah.
All of us have driven home in traffic. And you've driven home in traffic, and you've seen at least 100 cars. So by that math, 6 of those somebody was jerking off in.
I believe it.
every 20 cars you
Made me do
drive
it.
by,
Made
one
me
of
do
them's
it.
just going at it. Like,
Jesus Christ.
This is all I'm going to think about now every time I'm in traffic.
and that's when you're going to start jerking off. Like, oh my God, all these people jerking off around me.
You just like drive. You're just passing cars in the left lane, like 18, 19.
That's like the new. That's gonna be the new road rage like insult when somebody cuts you off. You pull up next to them and let you roll your window down. And you're like, "What are you doing over there, jerking off?"
Yes.
Oh, God damn it.
That's a good one.
We got another one.
Oh, there's another adult. There is. Dave, hit it.
All right, I'm not turning the volume back up.
Thank you.
It's just gonna constantly be.
I mean, this is self-explanatory.
Hall notes is best enjoyed at a low
Staring
murmur.
at boobs will help you live longer. Study says.
Duh.
It's invasive and creepy, but according to new research, there may be some method behind the madness. Experiencing pleasant emotions can help individuals make better decisions about their health. Oh, man, who pays these people?
Where the fuck do they get this shit?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
So if you have pleasant
perplexing to
thoughts, you're gonna live longer. Then you're like, I'm gonna stare at titties, so I'm gonna be healthy. Is that the argument
But
here?
they mean like
Except it's going to ruin your fucking career, too.
He's
How's that going to help you live longer, that stress?
He's on menshealth.com, by the way. That's the website he's reading this from.
Yeah, but somebody did this.
the big old
There's
for
so much
hims
bullshit
ad down
research
there.
out there.
When was
It's
this
like,
published?
1953.
And the lady folk like it too.
I mean, I've stared at a lot of tits. I'm no happier.
They didn't say
I'm
happy.
still a pissed off.
They didn't
dumb
say happy. They
motherfucker.
said
healthy.
live long. And you're still alive, so there might be something to it.
Yeah, you're gonna live for a long time.
yeah, you
Mike.
haven't died yet, so
The research tracked 756 people who had either coronary artery disease, high blood pressure, or asthma. In the study, everyone wrote down personal health goals, but only half of the subjects were encouraged to think of positive thoughts when they got up in the morning and make regular self-affirmations throughout the day. After a year, positive thinking and pleasant thoughts brought about perhaps by staring at a pair of breasts had a powerful effect. I'm not
That's
even-
a big fucking perhaps
I'm
right
trapping
there.
my
That's
own
like,
soundtrack.
I mean, maybe it was boobs.
That's bullshit.
That's a stretch.
I don't even know what I just read.
I just,
So wait a second.
just read
So if you
some-
put tits on the top of your fucking ceiling when you wake up, you're more apt to get the fuck out of bed.
Mike, whose tits are you cutting off to put on your fucking ceiling, man?
No,
That's
fake tits.
serious.
They didn't. I mean, like a fucking titty poster. They didn't
Last
say it had to be
line
real
sums it
tits,
up.
There's
right?
no way to measure these results.
Apparently,
No.
apparently, yeah. I think it's like
Someone,
They
someone
don't
got
specify
A,
real,
B,
right,
C, D. I think is the ratings. Anyway,
well, I
apparently,
mean,
the,
if you're a woman listening to the show and some old man staring at your tits tomorrow morning,
Let him live.
You're
it's
helping him-
probably
you're helping him
it's
live.
not because he's a pervert. It's probably because you just can't afford his copays.
He just doesn't want
He
to
doesn't
die.
want to die. All right.
I'm just trying to live, man.
He's just staring at your boobs so he can go home to his wife.
apparently though,
You
the
know,
same
when you're
positive
like, oh
effect.
my face is up here, you're like, yeah, well, so is his grave. Okay.
So my coronary artery, man, come on.
The same positive effect can occur when looking at cute animals.
So wait, so
Well, yeah, what's the difference
So what
between
just
cute
happened
animals
here?
and tits?
I do love cute animals.
some shitty journalist intern got handed things like, oh hey here, make this interesting. They're like, oh we'll just fucking stick some boobs in it. That'll
Yep,
be it.
dude.
That's all it takes.
Wait.
Get some clicks by putting boobs in
And
it.
then it goes on BuzzFeed or something.
Wait, hear me
like
out.
that.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out.
Garbage
Wait, cute animals with big tits.
Ooh, and that's how you get furries.
what if the
That's
study?
how you get furries.
and that's how we end the
What if-
podcast. No,
What if the study was actually about how cute animals make you live longer? And then at the end of that study, they're like, yeah, and then
also tits.
boobs too. And the writer's like, holy shit, boobs make you live longer.
Smells like lactose.
I don't know. Did they? How did they get to that conclusion? Like, do you follow somebody for 80 years?
I don't know. This article.
Do they look at their phone?
Oh yeah.
I just don't understand how you get.
Like, somebody
like,
got money to do this?
at the very end, they're just
am I
like,
doing?
oh yeah, animals too.
It's
Fuck,
spurious.
fuck trying to make movies, Dave. I'm going after surveys now. I'm just making surveys.
Yeah, there's some intern. They're like,
It's
we need
probably
a
a
lot of
lot
clicks.
easier.
Definitely.
They're like, let's lead with tits. Tits make you happy. If you're happy, you live longer. Let's go with that. Also, apparently, I don't know. He's some stereotype that I'm not going to.
Dumb Italian guy.
I don't know. Yeah.
Is that what that was?
It's always
I don't know.
okay to make fun of
I'm not
Italians.
gonna
You
name
notice
any
that,
of them.
right?
The label's
Hey, there's no
amazing.
problem with making fun of Italians. Everybody does.
That might be
no
one of the
problem.
worst beers I've ever had.
It's awful.
wait, what's that?
That is.
I mean, I got to
Dude, are
try.
you
it.
0 for 2? Or is that the
It's
same
a cool
one?
label.
It is a cool label.
That's
It
really
looks like it
good.
has like a dying
It's
album
called
cover.
Undergrown.
I think there's 1 cup of
underground?
lactose per can in that beer.
That one wasn't
It's
great.
a tit beer.
It's fucking
If you
horrible.
drink enough
Hammond-
of that, you'll grow titties and then you'll live long because you look
18th
at your own
Street
tits.
Brewery from Hammond, Indiana. This doesn't make good beer. We just
Why is everyone throwing lactose in the beer?
It's-
Stop.
I want everyone
Stop
to sip
putting
this. It's
lactose in the
fucking
beer.
terrible.
There's like 3 places that do it really well. Everyone else is just like, oh my
God, Jeff, try this.
Right.
Listen, guys. Listen, guys.
Oh, this is how we get the haze, right, guys?
Yeah.
Dude, it smells like a
It did. It
smells
did.
like a toffee-filled diaper.
Tilapia pussy.
Horrible.
Jeff always has the best descriptors. There was a really good dank IPA
You
once,
gotta, you
and Jeff
gotta
was
take
like,
a shot at it, though.
"It tastes like a
Really nice armpit.
yeah." It really was armpit. And it did. It was very accurate.
Oh, you know what? There's barrier
fucking
stuff
terrible.
in
It
there.
tastes like sweat.
Did you guys
Not
know,
after that rave review.
Did you guys know
I
that?
might as well.
I'm in, man. I
For the
gotta-
guy
I
that
gotta
doesn't
have
like
some of
beer,
that.
for the guy that doesn't like beer,
Like, I gotta know.
It's actually the beginning of it's a little bit pleasant, but then it just turns into like sour sweat.
I like
It's
how
not
when,
great.
I like how when it's awful, everyone's like, "I want some." Give me what the fuck is
Sour
that?
sweat. Give me
Sounds
some.
like a relationship.
Oh, that. Oh,
Oh wow.
One of the worst beers I probably ever had.
Even the,
Just the
the
beginning
nose
of it's
of
not
it's-
bad.
Yeah, it's
I don't know. I didn't get the not bad part.
Steve, does it make you want to even
whiff,
try
Steve.
it?
Just smell it. Just
So
smell
that's
it, Steve.
so. This is what all beer tastes like to me.
Just smell this
Like
one. man.
100-year-old bum piss. Ooh, shit. Sorry.
With a little
Wait,
dick
do you mean like
spit.
homeless person
With a
or
cock
piss
running
out of your
out of it.
ass?
That doesn't smell any worse to me than any other beer I've ever smelled.
Really?
I'm gonna even take a sip of it.
There we go.
Oh, boy.
Oh, gross!
He's
Don't
going
do
to
it.
turn him on to beer. He loves beer now.
I love it. I mean, like equally as bad as any other beer I've ever had. Sorry.
no, don't be
Who
sorry.
brought this guy?
Don't be sorry at all.
I'm the
man.
singer of the band, damn it. Say what I want.
Did you guys know last time I was at a Scagnetti show, I had an epic sword fight with the rest of the crowd?
Oh, I actually wanted to bring this
saw
up.
that on
Well, that
Let's
was
talk about that.
so that was funny because that was the first time I realized that like my worlds were colliding because I've known Mike fucking forever through the film world. And we had like we knew you through beer and like had you on the podcast and all of a sudden I saw you
No, he
sword
knows us
fighting.
through the math.
I saw you like sword fighting at Mike's show. I'm like, wait,
Did you say it through the math?
Yeah, so
thing
what's
on the
that?
podcast?
What's that about? The sword fight, because that was a pretty epic picture.
Yeah, it's cool. You can buy foam swords really cheap. Little kids in China make them, and they sell them to Americans cheap. And so you can hand them out to the crowd, and then you can split the crowd down the middle, and give them some
Wall of death.
give them some competing interests to root against. It's a classic like hip hop show move that I've stole from De La Soul probably. But then you make it your own.
Who were they at that show? I think one side
One
was
was the
definitely people who stand on the moving sidewalk. I recall that. That
Okay.
was definitely one of the sides.
That's a good one.
And
right,
the other
that's right,
side,
yeah.
the other side was the people who had pets. And they
That's
referred
three,
to
baby.
themselves as the pet daddy or pet mama as the pet talking on Facebook. And they
Right, right,
posted a lot of pictures. That was the two sides.
This is where Steve really shines and his humor comes out because I don't think he thinks about this stuff and he just makes it up there.
I usually invent it slightly before we play. I just think about things that upset me, and then I just say, imagine that this half of the crowd is that kind of person.
Wait,
and the other
what
half
about next show? Do people who wipe standing up?
is, holy shit? Yeah,
What?
Is that a thing?
Yes, it is.
That's a fucking thing?
I swear to God, it's a thing.
how can you do that?
What?
That's the best thing he's heard.
yeah, I love it. I can take that.
I don't know if anybody will admit to it in public,
That's
but
gonna be
No, well, that's the
used.
beauty of this.
Just
I
plug
split,
the.
I
if you
split the
steal
crowd,
that, plug
You
the
do it.
podcast.
and I assign you stand-up wiper.
so funny then because they'll be so pissed.
Yeah.
That's the wrong side to be on, no matter what other thing I come up
the
with.
one side, after you start talking the first side, and they're like, "Oh my god, you assholes!" Then he turns to that side, and they're like, "Oh shit."
The left side is always going to be worse. It's always you guys are this kind of dick, and then you guys are stand-up
People who wipe
wipers.
standing up.
Well, and see, this is why I've loved Scagnetti ever since fucking high school. When I first found them, a buddy of mine brought me to a show. I was 16 maybe, just starting to get into live music. I get to the show. It was at the tune-in. I got hit in the face with either toilet paper or silly string or whatever the fuck it was, and I was like, I'm sold. This is amazing. This is the best show I've ever been to.
Yeah, we're children.
And
Now we're 40 something and we just figure why not keep doing it. It worked then. Why
I think
won't
that's
it
the
work
primary draw. I think the things that get thrown are better than the music, probably most of the time.
Yeah, the props.
Usually,
It's pretty much like a
props.
Gallagher show.
Yeah,
Gags, yeah.
Sounds like guar.
yeah, music's alright.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that. So we got to figure out one for the No Worries show.
Yeah, we'll come up with something.
Yeah.
I'm sure
What can we do to ruin their lives when they try and clean up afterwards?
But no, all right.
Everybody pooped their pants.
At the No Worries show, you have to use the stand-up wipers.
Oh yeah. I was talking about like what kind of.
No, but
Oh,
like,
what
you
kind
know,
of?
kind of-
all right.
Can we paper the place in confetti? Because that'll never
Yeah,
go
I mean,
away.
we always wanna
glitter.
do
How much
confetti.
glitter can we get into a place? Let's find out at a brewery.
Well, we always want to do confetti, but we're always afraid the club will never have us back.
We should.
Not
but
a
you're
concern
making
this
the
time?
beer, so I mean,
We should bring the glitter at every show, and then if we just decide, or if I decide halfway through, like we're not going to play here ever again,
Fuck it.
then we fire it.
Good idea.
You should have like you
We
should
need
just
glitter cannons. Yeah, glitter cannons.
you should have a foam party. You should. You'll definitely
'cause
not get invited back. after that.
Everyone wants crabs. That's what everyone wants. Fucking
How
crabs.
about tennis balls soaked in virulent and terrible strains of yeast?
I still.
That's very. I feel like you've experienced this. Like you didn't just come up with that. Like I feel like that's a thing in your past that you just don't.
No,
want to
just
admit.
fuck up a brewery.
I'm
There's
still
just
a
all this
fan.
yeast growing.
Oh right, okay. The brewery. Yes, that's true.
I'm still a fan of the t-shirt gun to the chest. Like if you want a t-shirt, you gotta take one.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta take one straight to the chest.
We play pretty.
That's
small
going to be a
rooms,
sound
generally.
drop. Yeah. You got to take one straight to the test.
Right, that would be awesome.
Say it with your chest.
Well, we thought about the cannons in a couple of rooms, and we're like, nah. it's
No,
gonna
but you
injure
gotta
somebody.
point it right at people, though.
Yeah.
You know, load a t-shirt in and just.
That
feel like
beer
we need
made
to,
me
like-
feel sick.
Blocker charge.
Yeah.
By the way,
Huh?
that beer made me feel sick.
Which one?
This fucking shit.
I kind of liked it.
It's a cool label.
The first beer Steve's ever like.
I actually feel nauseous right now.
It is a cool label, though.
strange.
It was bad.
I mean,
It sounds like it's time for the Fairfield wines and ales.
Wait, I take it back. This label is like a.
I was gonna say,
What are those shirts?
It's nowhere near.
Tap out.
T-shirts.
Tap, like no,
Ed
not
Hardy?
the other
Yeah,
one.
Ed Hardy.
Not alchemy.
It's all the same.
Affliction.
Affliction. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
it's
an
the
Ed
same.
Hardy. Yeah.
It's like an-
Yeah,
Our
like
label-
a pile of skulls. Yeah.
This
Our
is
label
also-
will be
I'm not looking forward
significantly
to
better
this.
than that.
Nah, it's like a bad death metal album. That's exactly what it's like.
Our
there's
label-
a bunch
our-
of skulls and then like some kind of sun thing and
Our label is
Godsmack
10
probably
times
had 'em.
better than that.
Who wants
Oh,
some
it's
of this?
amazing. I can't wait to show
Yeah.
the fucking world.
I'll take some even more.
What do we got here?
This is the Fairfield Wine and Spirits beer of the week. They give
From
us
our friends down at Fairfield Wines and Spirits.
from our friends.
In 8 minutes, the Bruins are going to the Stanley Cup. Just
This beer is who wants them?
I'll have some.
just
Pass
three,
it to everybody.
3-0.
Pour
3-0. 8
Get it to
minutes
everyone.
left.
Get that good.
Give me some, you sexy bitch.
You sexy thing.
Everyone needs some motor oil.
I smell.
I
the
was gonna say that's beer.
It's beer.
Yeah.
I
Even more
smell
Jesus
the maple.
I love pouring this right
And I
over all
smell
these
the
things.
barrel.
You want to try this one?
Okay,
This is actually
a little
not,
bit, just
not a
tiny
bad
bit.
beer.
All
I
right.
shouldn't
You might
have
like
smelled
the
it.
barrel aged stuff.
This is Evil
'Cause it
Twin
smells
Brewing.
more like a
Even
bourbon.
more Jesus bourbon maple syrup barrel aged. 12% alcohol by volume.
Oh, the face Steve just made.
I didn't even try it yet.
I'm gonna throw up.
It is a lot of beer. There's a
throw
lot.
up from
There's a
this-
lot of barrel in there.
Indiana.
There's a lot of barrel in there.
I'm
I
getting
feel
some,
about
like,
Indiana
bacon.
like you feel about that Beyond Burger.
I'm getting some bacon in here.
Yeah.
There's a little bacon.
How would you know?
There's some chocolate in there.
Yeah, I got some
nice.
chocolate. Well, I smelled it. I was like, ooh, chocolatey. And then I tasted it.
It's got a little
I
maple
was
going
sad.
on.
Yeah.
You taste the maple. This is a
Bit of barrel.
We need.
It's thick.
It's a very thick beer. Yeah.
Taste the wood.
All right, so Bill, this is actually a question for you. What makes
Who's talking? I don't know who's talking.
what makes a beer thick and viscous like this as opposed to like a thin?
Come.
semen.
How much did they jizz into the fermenters?
There's quite a few different things. The temperature that you mash the grains in. So the higher or lower that you mash, you get thinner or thicker body. And just how much sugar you have to start off with from the grain. So the more grain you put into the water that you're mixing, the more sugar you're going to get. The less the yeast is going to attenuate, the more sugar you're going to be left over with. No one understood that, but anyway,
I did.
I'm following you.
Well, you think you're fancy with attenuate? Come on, man.
I'm way more closer to this than I am the surveys.
I actually really like
Understanding.
this beer, man.
So I mean,
it's
yeah,
interesting.
the temperature that you soak the grains in plays a heavy role in like how much mouthfeel, how thin or thick it's going to be.
Well, it's
how-
essentially the
and-
strains of sugar you're creating, converting
right
the
yeah.
starches,
Yep.
and what can be metabolized and what cannot. But
Yeah, because I just know like with our
I'm like,
with
Jay's
that beer
taking
that
over.
we did, I know that was one thing that people like. It was maybe a little thin. Was something we heard from some people, but I was
But we
wondering
didn't.
what would change that.
That one with the weird name,
That wasn't.
Yeah.
That wasn't an all grain
the
beer. So we had no
snuffleupagus,
control.
whatever the
Yeah.
fuck it was.
Postcoital
snuffle.
snuffleupagus.
I like this.
Oh,
I probably couldn't have more than a couple of these taster glasses full.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I
like-
wouldn't
it's like
recommend more. It's
I'm not sure how I feel
4%.
about
A
it. Maybe
6
that-
ouncer at most, but
No, yeah. If I bought a bottle of this, I'm sharing it around a fire with a bunch of people. I'm not
around a fire
I'm
with
not
a cigar.
drinking a whole
Yeah,
glass to
yeah,
myself.
exactly. I could see it like
Yeah.
outside, fire, cigar. Like,
you're already
fucking chilling.
trashed.
Yeah.
Tomorrow morning's fucked regardless.
You don't need to be trashed, but
Crack
like it
that
has a lot
bottle
of
open.
flavors. So if you,
It does,
you
yeah.
can be by a fire and have a cigar, and it's like it's got enough to withstand
Right,
that.
And
Like
being trashed helps.
you're not drinking a
It's not going
Kolsch.
to take over. Yeah.
You're not drinking a Kolsch with a cigar by a fire. That's
This
not
would be
going
good with a
anywhere.
cigar.
You're not funneling this beer.
Oh, I will acquiesce.
I mean, you're butt chugging, I
But, I
guess.
mean-
You know, it's just butt chugging.
But I mean, imagine being by that fire with a cigar and everything spinning.
Yeah.
Because you've had too much drink already.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's when you
to
just
me,
you stay in your chair and you're good.
yeah.
Maybe you wake up there.
You don't
That's
wanna
okay.
get up, and that's cool.
That's
right?
cool.
Because you're 38 and fucking that's just
fire's
how
still-
life is.
And now you
Fire's
have a
still
little bit
glowing
of a
in the
tan.
morning.
You know, you slept till
exactly.
11. A little bit of a tan. That happens. You know.
You're a little fat.
Bottom of your
But,
Converse
I
are
mean,
melted because you had
who
your
are
had
you
your feet up
impressing?
on the fire pit.
Exactly. Yeah.
It happens.
If you had those nights where like you had a little too much to drink and you wake up the next morning and like you've been grilling and all your fingertips are burnt. And you realize you were like flipping shit with your finger, like kebabs and shit
Yeah.
with your fingers,
Well, you didn't care at that point, right?
because you didn't give a shit. But then the next morning,
That's like I got those idiot friends. They love to play hot coals. There's a fire. They pull out some hot coals and they toss them between each other. Why do you do that? Because you're fucking hammered. That's the reason. Play hot coals. Tell your friends.
That's why Devin has a bunch of tasers at his house.
he does have many tasers.
A bunch?
There's another one.
Why does anyone need a bunch of tasers?
Because then you can all grab one and run around the house.
Ooh, taser. Yeah, that seems like a house I don't want to go to. I'm good on that.
It's just his birthday.
Has anybody been tased?
And Paulo's birthday. Happy birthday, Paulo.
Thanks, man.
Devin, yeah, it was Devin's birthday. It was Paulo's birthday. Who else
Yeah,
is
that's
coming
right.
up?
It was Evan's birthday.
My Aunt
I had to
Marty's
let him
birthday is
know.
next week.
Francesca's birthday, Jana's birthday.
So wait, May,
We're naming people,
June,
right?
July, August. These are all babies that were
dropping.
conceived right before high school went back to. Unfortunately for me, I am November 14th. So that's December, January, February. So I know that I was conceived on Valentine's Day, which is pretty disgusting.
Or
If
romantic.
you add 3 months to your birthday, that's when you were conceived, basically.
Is that how math
it's the area. Unless you were preemie or something.
You were just a product of like a marketing thing.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, does that surprise you?
No.
I'm a walking advertisement for Viagra. Pretty much.
I think that might be a product of marital rape.
That sounds like a sad story.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
This just got deep.
Your father's like, I paid.
So did they.
Paid
My parents
$80.
clearly weren't in love when
Let's
I
go back to that
$80
I
in the
eat
morning.
ass sticker.
How about some fish pussies? How's that?
My therapist thinks I'm kidding. Everything I said was a joke.
Your father was like, I paid $80 for dinner. Don't tell me I had to fucking pull out.
Took a ride in a nice car. I bought you dinner.
Stopped and got flowers.
I don't understand what the problem is.
I mean, how do you come back?
Jokes are jokes, right?
I don't know.
Jokes.
What is this shrimp failed drug test?
That's a great question.
Because it's been annoying me all
Everyone's
night.
grasping for anything.
No, that was the first thing that was said.
still-
before
no,
it started.
yeah.
And I was
They've
like,
actually
what
brought
the
this
fuck
up a
does
couple
that mean?
times tonight.
Paging agent.
What does that mean?
I don't know. So, according to this story on I Fucking Love Science, shrimp failed drug test for cocaine, ketamine,
Yeah,
Xanax,
put the microphone
and
in front of
your
Valium.
And this is what's in our water.
Was
ladies
this in
and gentlemen.
England? Was this in England?
Yeah.
I think I read about this.
No,
yeah.
I thought it was like in the Marianas Trench.
I thought it was in England.
And it was the bottom of the ocean.
That would be weird.
Yeah.
Oh no! If you take a look at the life of freshwater shrimp in the sleepy English countryside, you'll find enough drugs to keep a funk
That makes
band
sense.
Oh, that makes more
tour.
sense.
You live in England. You got to have a lot of drugs.
We got brofish.
Wait, no, I heard something about like the
is
bottom of the ocean.
Suffolk.
Though. I think it was plastic though.
Oh yeah, there's plastic
I
in like
saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, everybody knows that.
yeah.
That's
Not
easy.
the bottom though. Shouldn't
The
be in the fucking
researchers
bottom.
also found traces of numerous pesticides that are now banned by the EU.
That makes sense.
But not in America.
You live in England. You need pesticides. That's also true. Drugs and pesticides. Those are the two things you need.
67 different contaminant compounds.
Don't check your water.
The most detected
Were
was
the
cocaine.
shrimp? They were British shrimp. So
Sounds
were
like a
were
waste
they
of
in little Like little Adidas jumpsuits.
Sounds like a waste
Little
of
cockneys.
So fucking shrimp chavs.
Yeah, those are jabs.
The females had big hoop earrings.
Fucking Fred Perry shirts.
When you catch
You
when
what,
you,
mate?
When you catch British shrimp, but you're just
You
like,
what?
all right. I just like just a bunch of little shrimp. All right then. All right. You caught me. All right.
Speaking of England, did you see that Jimmy Fallon got in trouble for having Morrissey on the other day?
He got in trouble for having
What?
Morrissey?
Oh, didn't he have some like right wing?
He had a very
pin on or something?
very right wing pin, a UK party pin on.
Was it the like,
Jimmy Fallon was like, "Oh no, man! Oh man! Oh, I don't know."
Was it the
oh, my gosh."
BNP, like the British National Party?
It's the party that took over for the BNP.
Oh, so it's the same
The
people
For
with a
England,
different pin.
yeah. Well, they basically ran the BNP out because they were all Nazis.
Right.
So
Yeah.
they started the For England party, and he was wearing a For England.
We're Nazis with a different pin, so that's okay, right?
Yeah.
That's like everything British, isn't it?
Yeah,
like
Morrissey
you
got-
explain it. It's like
Morrissey
oh,
got
it's
real
an awful
old,
thing, and
real
American people are
weird
just
in his
like,
old age.
Morrissey is like
right.
racist
Yeah, apparently.
against who?
Muslims mostly. He's like their main
Well, they are a threat.
platform is to
Jesus
to
Christ.
keep-
You listen. You listen to 103.3, don't you?
Kidding.
Hey,
Welcome back to 103.3.
Let's promote this fun brewery and ska show and talk about Nazis.
Well, what's really funny is he had a song back in the day called the National Front Disco, and the National Front was
that's not good.
Was a Nazi organization, and it says like in the song it's like England for the English, England for the English, and then they were like that's racist, and he's like it's just satire, it's just jokes. But now like 40 years later, he's like nah.
He's like, no, I meant it.
The Clash knew that was racist.
Yeah,
That's all their albums.
It's
are all about
like,
that.
he's like, yeah. When you say Nazi punks fuck off, you're joking, right? Like
Hey,
it's all about that, right?
You guys just met Jeff, but he's got Morrissey's face tattooed on his shoulder.
Yeah.
With a big rose under it.
and then like the SS right below.
Yeah,
Is
and
that
a huge
like-
swastika.
is that's right immediately below?
I watched a Bourdain recently where it was in Southern California, and it was about Mexicans, and they love Morrissey.
They're obsessed with
Oh,
it.
they
Freaking
do.
love
They do.
Morrissey, so they
Really?
obviously are also racist. Welcome back to 103.3.
That's how it works.
That sounds like a BuzzFeed connection right there. It's a BuzzFeed
I like how
connector.
we're saying the radio station and we haven't talked about
the
it.
piggliest.
So there is a Connecticut radio
I was
station,
hoping
right?
we weren't going to talk about it.
Wait, you don't want to talk about it?
No, just because it was funnier that we kept mentioning it and
Well, it's funnier
there was
to
no
us.
backstory.
Yeah, make
funny
people,
to us.
Google it.
Yeah, there's a Connecticut
Google
radio
it.
station that has proclaimed itself as like a pro this president radio station. Where, to the
You
point
can
where they-
say my name.
where
It's a
they-
great name. Just say it.
Where they've
Fucking say my
It
name.
is his name.
I don't even
Mike
know who the
does such a
president
good
is.
impression.
It
Pro
is.
who?
It is his name
Whose name?
followed by the radio.
Just say it.
Wait, but
just
don't
fucking
understand.
say it. And one of you take a fucking shot. Okay?
I'll
Say
do it.
The fucking.
You know, I volunteer as tribute.
Who
I
are
would
you,
pay
James
money.
Comey?
I
Who are
would
you,
pay
James
money.
Comey? Just fucking say it.
It's Trump 103.3.
Don't you not drink?
I would pay
Wait,
money
you said
for.
Yeah.
yeah, he
I
said
said
it.
I was going to volunteer
Take a
as
shot.
tribute.
I'm in with
I
you.
would pay money
Trump
for
103.
Oh,
Point
well,
three.
there you go.
He did this last time. He was like, "Oh no, I'm doing a shot."
Well, I set you up, so I'm in.
What are we doing, Jaeger?
Oh, fuck. Sure. Holy shit.
Stanley Cup, baby.
This is for
Just
the
swig
bees.
it and pass it.
This is for the Bruins. I'm not even a hockey guy, but Boston needs
All
to
right.
win
So,
something.
what do you guys think about this Connecticut radio station being so?
But this is whoa! This is in Connecticut.
That's in Connecticut.
I
Yeah,
didn't even see that. Oh, this is awesome.
yeah. Because
This is totally Connecticut.
They're just going to play his speeches or something, like mainly.
That's why I want to know.
The station
Yeah.
features a lineup of conservative talk show hosts
Yeah,
and
that's-
promotions
No, it's
call
talk
for
radio.
firing Governor Ned Lamont.
See, they're actually going
course.
to.
I mean, it's just
Radio station.
It's just gonna be TIC on, like-
is rebranded. It's 103.3 FM station.
wait, this is TIC.
no, but I'm saying it's just going to be like TIC to the farther right.
DRC.
Oh, DRC. I
Yeah,
thought you said
DRC
TIC. I'm
used
like,
to
that's
be-
weird.
No, but
it reminds
you know,
me
they
of
play all the
the
hand
Snoop Dogg album.
The
where it's
FM
like,
station
Welcome
is-
back to W Balls.
I fucking love that.
The
album.
FM station is a simulcast of WDRC 1360 AM Hartford, and there are also AM stations in Meriden and Torrington.
See, that makes sense. I'm like, this being an FM station makes no
It will have
sense. Talk
syn-
radio on FM makes
It will
no
No,
have-
but they're doing it now.
It will have
because they get
syndicated
better reach.
shows by
Like
none
FAN
other
did
than
that.
Bill O'Reilly, NRA spokeswoman Dana Lesh, Ben Shapiro,
She's
who's
hot.
that little Jew guy,
Oh man,
actually is hot.
he is the worst.
and Wayne Allen Root. I don't know who that is. The lineup includes Brad Davis and Friends in the Morning, Mike Gallagher and Lee Elsie. There's a real hunger for the truth. And I'm going to do 2 shots, and Trump 103.3 will report and uncover statewide waste and corruption that conventional media are afraid to touch.
Yeah, I feel like it just could be a bunch of white people complaining about Bridgeport and Waterbury.
No, it's not. Also Hartford. They complain. The Democrats been whatever.
Yeah.
That's so
Will
cold.
the wattage even reach Waterbury?
It's so cold.
I tried to tune into it. You can't get it down here.
Can't get in the valley?
So
That's probably for the best.
right? I don't know, man. It's all kind of fucked up.
It's insightful.
You know what's cool about Carolina's fucking hurricane towels?
I'm so
Is they're
sad
going to
I
be able
said-
to dry their tears.
So
in
sad
about
I said
50
the name twice.
They're doing no good right now. Why are they waving them?
Are they-
There's 38 seconds
But
left.
they're like lazy waving. It's like kind of like, I guess I swing this. I don't know.
So
Stadium's
guys,
empty. Everybody that's still there is waving their towel.
Here's my hot.
the noise you're hearing is actually somebody calling
Guess.
into the podcast.
Tom?
Cool.
Oh shit!
It's
it
probably
better not fucking
It's like
be
the old
Tom.
Dean Martin show. You don't know who's behind. the
Hello.
door.
Oh, hi.
Oh, fuck, it's Tom.
Who else would it be?
Who's Tom?
Who else calls into this fucking podcast?
He's
I didn't know we were taking callers. I would have set it all up.
Well, I mean,
Donald.
you don't take phone calls. You just take phone calls.
Who's Tom? Tom, who are you?
Tom works at one of the only stores that will ask you if you need a fork
Tom, do you
when
like
you
ska?
check out.
I mean, no, we ask if you have a fork or a spoon or a knife.
It's Trader Joe's.
We want to make sure you're all set up. Yeah. Because those salads are difficult to eat. So
No, that would
you
be
might need a knife.
The people at Whole Foods just
Tom, you were asked,
put 'em by the door.
Do you like ska?
I haven't seen your name on the receipt list of who bought tickets yet for the show.
Do you like ska music?
Oh, my God. No, I don't like ska music.
Who would dare ask such a question?
However, the good thing is we don't actually
I heard
play
there was
ska.
a band going in tonight, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Like, Bill likes them, so they must be, like, semi-good if Bill likes them, because he, like, I remember one night I was at Bill's house, and he just
heard it
played
here,
fucking
folks.
music
We
forever.
are semi-good.
Sergeant
Declared by
Scag.
top.
Semi-good.
Hashtag it's semi-good season.
That's what I do at home.
Next album. Next single.
Like, he played
Next
it till,
single,
like, 3
semi
in the
good.
morning, and he wouldn't let you leave. You're like, no, let's listen to this. It's YouTube.
One more
oh my
song.
God, this
One
is
more
fucking
song.
awesome. And I was like, here's more beer, So I'm like, Bill likes music, and they're actually what Bill's taste is really good, but like. So I'm assuming.
How do you know what he tastes like?
Whoever you're talking to is really good. So
It's Sgt Scagnetti or Sgt
I
Scag.
eat ass.
yeah, I know. I apparently on Facebook, Bill's fucking like posted it like 45,000 times. I
Yeah,
don't
buy a
even know who
ticket,
the fuck they
dumbass.
are.
That was only the first week. Let's give him some credit, man. It's been at least 75,000 since that first week.
Why haven't you bought a ticket yet? That's the question.
I feel like Tom's
Wait,
more of
when
like
is
a
it? Wait,
June-
Bill,
June
I'm sorry.
15th?
I must have said on Facebook. When is it?
June
Is it
15th.
this weekend
June
or next
15th.
weekend?
June 15th. June 15th.
Tom's like, if it's not
Oh, no,
Imagine,
June
if it's not
15th, I'm
Imagine
sorry, I can't
Dragons,
do
I
it.
don't
I
want
have
to hear
to be
about
somewhere
it.
else.
Oh.
June 15th, I have to be somewhere else.
Where do you have to be?
Or
What about,
working.
what about jujitsu? All I heard was jujitsu.
Tom's,
Jiu-jitsu. Oh, no, I'm good at jiu-jitsu. I know, like,
I don't
Tai
believe that.
Chi and jiu-jitsu.
I thought you were Catholic.
It's good.
BJJ.
Well, hold on, Tom. Bruins are going to the
You are.
Stanley
Dave
Cup.
got it.
I did.
Bruins are going to the Stanley Cup.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, like, no, they're not.
Yes, they are.
Oh,
Dude,
yes,
no, yes,
We're
they
watching
are.
the
Pretty
game.
sure.
They just won.
The game just
confident in
finished.
this.
They're going to the Stanley Cup.
They literally
Are they
are.
Was that 4-0 or
Are they
3-1?
really?
I mean 4-1.
Wait, I'm sorry. Is actually Bill participating in this podcast or
Yeah.
watching the actually Stanley Cup?
It wasn't an inside joke, man.
Yes to yes to
Trying to be
both.
factual.
Tom, where are you and what are you doing?
Apparently
I
drinking
am
because
at
he's
Eli
slurring.
Cannon's in Middletown.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
you
it
travel
was
a lot.
apparently. I walked in. I was going to stop in and
Beer?
just have a few beers because a few people told me they were coming down. And then apparently it was, "Hi, we're opening the patio today," and it was a Stony Creek tap takeover. So I was like, "Oh!" And all of Stony Creek was here. So I was like,
Justin
all right.
loves Stony Creek.
My favorite brewery.
You'll have to listen back to that
I
part.
love Stony Creek.
I do
Did
too.
you swing on the new chairs, Tom?
No, I actually did not even. You know what? I should actually just go walk back there and swing in 2 chairs right now.
They have a new swing set, like, table.
Yeah.
thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I was waiting for Bill. I wanted to hold hands with him and swing in the chairs with him, but
That would be sweet.
That does sound like a good time.
Yeah.
Sounds nice.
it was a good. It would be a good time. I have it
beards a
pictured in
little
my
bit.
brain, but
Imagine
if
you
I
be
have
in
to do
your
it by
Trader
myself,
Joe's shirt when you did it.
He's always
I'm
in his
actually
Trader
in
Joe's
my
shirt.
Hawaiian shirt right now. So,
Dude, all right, so
he
this
doesn't
is a
have-
little bit of a preview for the next 2 weeks on the podcast, because the next 2 weeks we're going to be doing part 1 and part 2 of the Tom M.
Are you kidding me? That's
Tom
next
M
week?
and his shirt.
That's next week and the week after.
Fuck.
and his Hawaiian shirt.
It's the Imperial Stout Fest
yeah.
on the Heavy Drinking Podcast. So that's going to be a shit
Naturally,
show.
you do that in
But,
spring.
but
So we do all like
if you don't show up in that Trader Joe's
Spring
shirt,
is the
we're kicking
perfect
you out.
time to drink Imperial
Listen,
Stout. So
you need to-
Wait, so is this like is this going to be
So
pastry
do I have
styles?
to
What are
show
we
up in
doing?
Hawaiian
It's just
shirt next week?
everything.
Well, it's always stout
Everything?
season.
Listen,
I mean, I don't mind. I don't care. I really don't care. So I'm trying to bring a special guest next week. It's almost committed.
is
I
it
won't.
is it a tarragon chicken salad wrap?
I mean, hello. If I need to bring you a tarragon chicken salad wrap, I will bring you a tarragon chicken salad wrap just for you.
Let me jump in. That actually
It's
sounds
only
pretty
like
good. If you could pull that
$3.99
off.
or $4.99,
I'd highly
it's
appreciate
cheap.
that.
It's a bargain price.
And maybe some pineapple spears too.
I ran out of the high fiber cereal.
Oh
Is
my
this a
God,
sponsored
what the
call-in?
fuck? There's those people speeding down and
That sounded like Chewbacca.
Wait, are you driving right
I
now?
don't know what's
Are you
going
driving
on.
the Millennium Falcon right now?
Hey, I
like he
mean, I
knows.
got fucking Colt 45 with me, so let's go. You know?
Funny you bring that
Funny
up.
you bring up Billy D.
Funny you mention
Billy D. Williams, Colt 45.
Well, listen, you're going to like our new promotion then when it comes out.
You're gonna
You're
love
going to
it.
get it.
So yes,
And then you're
so
going to get a free ticket to
honestly-
the show if you're not working at Trader Joe's and making teriyaki chicken wraps.
No, don't give him anything for free.
Oh, yeah, I got to
What?
meet this
No.
guy now. I got to meet you,
Nothing's
dude.
for free.
When are they going to promote you to a tasty station?
The what? Hang on. Can you say that
The
again?
tasting station.
The Tasty Station.
I thought that's what you
He's like,
station.
he said tasty station.
Nah, dude, I don't know what's wrong with me today.
Tasty.
So hopefully,
I'm
So now
crying.
you don't know what's
I'm like,
wrong
I don't know what the
tonight.
fuck's wrong with me.
You
The
said tasty?
tasting station in the back of the, in the back
I like
of the
Tasty
store.
Station
the
better.
demo area. That's what we call it. We don't call it the tasting station. It's the demo area.
it's the tasty station.
complex or dynamic?
I have a question. Have you guys ever
Yeah.
had another call? Not for you, Tom. Have you guys ever had another caller outside of Tom?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they've had many callers.
No, that's
I'm
not.
I don't know why
the
you're
only
getting
drunk
mad at that.
Why? Yeah. Why are you answering for
yes,
them?
many. You're like, no, it's many is a lie. That was your immediate reaction. Like, no, not
No,
many.
I'm like you.
Oh, yeah.
I've listened to every podcast, so.
Tom's like, I'm not the only one.
We've had Dane.
I have a life
We've had
too.
Tom.
Dane's
Brendan.
actually come out
You
to
know what?
visit
Dane
us.
hasn't been mentioned on this podcast in forever.
He sent us a package.
So,
We got to
like,
open it. Open it.
Oh, we were
Oh,
supposed
yeah,
to
let's
open
do
that
that.
on air.
Right, that's right.
let's open it up.
Yeah, we're all drunk. Pull out a razor blade.
We're drunk. Get the razor blades and open shit.
Give that to Jay.
Yeah, Dane actually sent us a package. This time, he sent it to Paulo instead of Jay, so this way we got it within the first.
Oh
like,
my God, you actually got it. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing. And Jay's just going to drink it all on his own.
Instead of having it sit in Jay's car for like a month.
Yeah, pretty
He
much.
needs some help, Bill. Guide him.
So now Jay is opening up our package.
Isn't that the cutest box cutter in
Wait,
the world?
whose package is Jay opening up?
Dane.
Our collective.
He's opening Dane's
Dane's
package.
package. Wow, well, he does like Dane more than you guys, so.
He what?
What?
Hey you,
Exactly. Thank you. Someone got it.
We couldn't hear
got
you,
you.
idiot.
I heard him.
Did you know that we made a beer called Cultination, and that Sgt Scagnetti is releasing a song called Cultination?
I hadn't heard about that. Maybe you can talk about it for the next 5 minutes.
Do it.
I mean, I
was
think
asking Tom.
You, Tom.
Shut the
Sgt.
fuck up.
Scagnetti should come out with a beer called Stout of Personality. I'm just saying. I don't know.
That makes no sense. The name of the beer is Kolsch of Personality, because that's kitschy and funny.
But it should be Stout of Personality.
That makes
because
no
that's
sense.
catchy.
That makes no
Tom,
sense.
you're gonna make me hang up on
And
it.
it sounds
Kolsch.
easy.
Jeff, this beer was named after you.
Kolsch of Personality.
It should be stout or personality. I don't know. It's stout season. Who drinks kosher?
Is that what it says?
Hang on, Tom, we have to take a break for a second. What? Jay just said there's a beer named after
Dane
Jeff.
sent us a beer called Fudge
Monster.
Wait, Dave called what? Fudge what?
Fudge Monster.
This looks like
So Dane
Fudge
sent us.
Monster?
crown for a king.
What did he send you? Champagne over there?
So he sent us a Pulpit Rock Brewing Company Tanzania Peaberry pour over porter. He sent us a
Holy
Fudge
shit, that's
Monster
a
from
mouthful.
Pulpit Rock. Pastry Milk Stout.
This is fucking Boiler Brewing Company.
Oh, boiler, nice.
Heaven Hill Barrel Aged White Stout.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Barrel aged white stout.
Let's go.
Dude, that looks like the fancy shit. Like you don't open that right now.
No, we got to open that
It
right
is
now,
black.
so we don't have it for next week when Tom's here.
That looks amazing.
Oh,
All
we
right,
got
I'll
two
be
bottles.
there in
That's even
45
better.
minutes.
This is a barrel aged double mash Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah, no one can hear you because you're not in your microphone.
Thin meh. It's called.
No, I hear him.
Thin man.
That's a cool
Thin
one.
man.
I like the bottle.
Those are nice bottles, yeah.
And then we got one more can here.
Those
I'll be
boiler
honest,
bottles are nice.
Dane, it's
You
a
like
little
it in the
light.
can.
It's a little light.
You're an idiot.
You're
What's
a
that
generous
crowler?
person.
I see a crowler in there.
Tom, you're not driving, are you?
I mean, I'm driving all the time.
No, right now, currently, as you're talking to us. I mean,
What?
he's driving.
Wow.
God
Who?
damn.
He's totally
Are you
driving.
driving right
Wait.
now?
Holy shit.
this one's
No,
got a
I'm,
little fucking.
I'm sitting outside of the LA Cannons right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good.
And I just said goodbye to the special guest next week.
Okay.
Good
This
story.
is, last one is a crowler of Boiler Brewing.
That means he ate
Company's
the wrap.
Patio Party Pomegranate Pineapple Punch.
I love how you're
Patio
ignoring.
parties,
I
pineapple.
might be
Fucking
bringing a
finish,
special
motherfucker.
guest next week.
All right. So hey, man, it was
I
great
don't think
talking
anyone's
to you.
listening to
Just hang up on him.
wanted for months,
Like we did last time.
and I got them for maybe, possibly for next week.
Who's that?
You're breaking up, dude.
Wait, is
I
that
can't. I'm not gonna spoil. I'm not gonna spoil the surprise.
All right, I like surprises.
Does that come with
The fucked up part is you already spoiled it to me.
Dave already knows who that possibly could be. So
Who have you been trying to get for months?
Tom's fucking hammered.
The Pink Ladies?
Sounds it.
what?
Oh, I hope
Break
you're
it up,
using
man. I
lift.
can't. I can't. Are you in like a bad area?
No, just because you're playing with something on the microphone doesn't mean I'm on a bad area.
No, but this last beer from Dane in Nebraska is Boiler Brewing Company's Patio Party Pomegranate Pineapple Punch Imperial Mimosa
Jesus
Ghost.
Christ.
How did you get
I am
through
fucking
that?
impressed right
Yeah.
now. Holy shit.
I'm
Good
in the
job.
fucking zone right now. I feel
You
fucking great.
stumbled like the first two articles you read and got through that.
7% alcohol by volume. He or they taped a little fucking cocktail.
Oh, there's a little
flag.
umbrella.
The
to it.
umbrella. I like it.
How much Adderall did you take 5 minutes ago?
However, that umbrella is very little, so if you
Tonight
put
I
it in
did
there,
not.
you're probably going to swallow it.
That is pretty funny. Patio Patty
Dane,
pomegranate
good
pineapple
packaging.
punch.
Good packaging job, Dane.
Good
What is
sausage.
it? Patio Patty Pomegranate Punch?
Patio
So-
Party pomegranate pineapple punch.
I've actually trained for
Patio
this day.
Party Pomegranate Pineapple Punch?
I
I
used
think
to
my
read-
favorite part is that the label is
upside
entirely
down.
upside down.
Yeah, it's upside down.
Entirely upside down on it.
I used to read Dr. Seuss's sleep book to my daughter, and there was a whole section about a moose and a goose drinking each other's juices. And there was a tongue twister.
Wait, hang
Oh,
on.
that's a tongue twister.
I want to go back
That's
to
certainly
that.
a tongue twister.
What's the moose doing with the goose?
Listen,
the tongue will be
stories about
twisted.
me and my daughter tonight have been misunderstood.
Completely
most
correct.
part.
That's
I hope
completely
so. A
correct.
moose is asleep, he's drinking of moose drinks. A goose is asleep, he's drinking of goose drinks. That's good. When a moose and a goose are
Drinking
I've
each other's
lost it.
juices.
I lost it, but
You did lose it.
Like juice out of a cup.
it's well, that's good when a moose and a goose are dreaming they're drinking each
Okay.
I lost
Bop-a-da-beep
it. It's a lot.
bop.
It's a
Try it
tongue
again.
twister. But my
Try
daughter,
it, another one.
when my daughter
One
was
more.
little, she loved the shit out of that.
And
That's my favorite
sometimes
book
a
to read
moose
to
and
her.
a goose 69 and it's all good. That's
Right.
the end of the story.
A moose, and he said a moose.
It's a
and
very
goose
large
drinking
goose.
each other's
It's
juices.
a big fucking goose.
So who's Dane? Just a fan of the show?
Yes, he's from
Yeah.
He's
Nebraska.
from Nebraska.
Nice.
Take it away, Tom.
Someone's talking to you.
Nebraska.
He's from Omaha. And he actually
Bill
flew out
just
here to
talk
hang out.
Anybody.
He's actually from Lincoln.
No, he found us.
that's right.
He was searching for a
That's
beer
right.
podcast. He found us,
Nebraska.
and he fucking just started listening to us, liked us. He flew out
To hang out for a
with us
Yeah,
for
he
a
actually
weekend
flew out to meet those fuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
last summer.
Yeah, he's cool.
Well,
dude.
Because we're cool.
Thanks for all the beer, Dane. That's
And
fucking
we
awesome.
showed him a terrible time, and we have
did.
a lot to make up for.
Dave was nowhere to be found.
Dave wasn't around.
I was around a little bit.
No, you weren't. We couldn't get all four of us with.
I
Dane
picked
in
him up
one
from the
room,
hotel. How was I not around?
And then you left.
Let's not discredit that, the three of us did come, 30 or 45 minutes away to get here for this. We put a lot of effort in, too.
You come that far? Where do you live?
No,
I live in Milford. I drove from Norwalk
such a
where I
liar.
work. But I worked in Norwalk. It was a way out of my way to get here.
Sort of coming
all the way to
through.
the valley.
Where do you work?
Did you ship
Where
them,
do I work?
Did you ship
I
them
work-
beer?
So
We'll talk about it later.
I work at a company called Gig Masters, and I'm not going to give the quick pitch, but we do event services things and
No, you can
online
stop.
marketplace. I'm a nerd. I have an engineering team. It's not good content for people to listen to. But we do.
So it sounds like
now I'm going to drink
belongs on
another
the
Bud
show.
Light.
We do have a kegerator in our office. We got right now actually Sip and Do-Si-Do on tap, tying it back in right there. Yeah.
Are you hiring?
Well, how are we going to
Yeah,
get?
really.
How are we going to get Cultination down there?
Well, they'd have to keg it first. Would be the first thing. I think that would be the first step.
We're gonna keg it.
Well, then we will take a log.
We're gonna have enough to keg. We'll figure that out.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Ooh.
It'll be.
But
I mean, we're not sorry.
Hold on. Before you
Publicly,
people
I
get
will
it
say-
down there, they all got to come to the fucking show.
Publicly, I'm going to say we're definitely not going to have a log of that because that would not be a legal thing for them to do to just hand to us. So we're definitely not doing that.
Yeah, we should dial that back.
Definitely, that would be a bad idea for us to do.
And then maybe
Let's
they'll come
not
to us to
do
get
that.
vaccinated. And then maybe we could put in an automatic fucking dispenser and it won't fucking matter.
All right, so Sgt Scagnetti, however you prefer it. What's going on? What do you guys got going on? Let's hear it. What's the rundown?
Aside from
You guys got this cool collab coming out with No Worries.
We do.
Cultination, New England IPA.
Yes, sir.
Did you just have a Beyond Burger?
But what else do you guys have going on? What's on
All
the
right.
agenda?
The agenda looks like this. I'll run through it quickly.
Take your time.
May 24th,
Really feel
which
that.
I think is next Friday.
it is.
We're going to be also in Hamden, Connecticut, at the Space Ballroom with a band called Mephistopheles and a band called The Pilfers and a band called Stop the Presses. And we're going to play that show. That'll be fun. We are, you guys are worldwide, right? So I'm just going to go down the list here. May 31st.
Absolutely.
Also a Friday. We're going to be in New York City at a place called Otto's Shrunken Head.
Oh, that place is dope.
Yeah.
Yep.
I love that place.
Cool.
In the East Village, right?
Yeah, that's the spot, man. So we're going to
We
be
got to
down there
remember
May
to tag
31st.
New York City autos. We got to tag that shit.
Yeah, tag them up. And obviously June 15th, we're going to be at No Worries in Hamden. June 28th, we're going to be out in New London at 33 Golden Street with the Zambonis and a band from Maine that we like called Sonic Libido. And is Tom okay?
Yeah, what is Tom?
Did I put him
sleeping.
Did I put him to sleep? I get it.
Tom, are you snoring? What's going on?
June.
Am I snoring?
We were hearing some odd noises.
Yeah, you all right?
We just want to make sure you're good.
I'm just sitting here listening to you guys, promote Sgt Scagnetti, and I'm wondering if
Damn right.
Evan's actually there.
He's so fucked up. Where? You should lift home using code heavy 18.
Oh, and Heavy Trigger is 18, even though it's 2019?
It's
you
heavy
haven't
18 because we
updated
haven't
the code?
updated it. So shut up.
Anyway, someone else is talking.
All right. June 29th, we're going to be in Pawtucket, Rhode Island at the News Cafe. They lost a baseball team to Worcester, Massachusetts, which is sad for them.
That's going to be good fodder for our little.
Oh, Pawtucket? Yeah. Oh, rub that in the wound.
yeah.
And then July 13th, we're going to be in Washington, D.C. at a place called Pie Shop. And I actually read recently, apparently the neighborhood folks, probably Whole Foods shoppers, are trying to shut the Pie Shop down because it's too noisy.
We'll
thinking
put
it's
the
one of
nail
those-
in that.
Is
I think
it a
it's one
pizza
of-
place?
It's I think they do
It's
do
like
pizza
cherry.
and they do both. I think they do
shit.
pies of all sorts.
Really?
Yeah.
I would love to go there.
It sounds amazing, right? I'm excited for that
Come
show.
to the
and
show.
hopefully,
Hop in the van.
We'll probably shut it down. Let's be honest.
well, hopefully the people don't shut it down before we get there because that's a long way to drive. And then last but not least, July 19th, we're at the Gramercy Theater with a whole bunch of New York City-based
Cool, very
bands for a cool.
That's a very
Scotch
short timeline. That's a lot of shows from now until July 19th.
You're on tour.
You're essentially on tour.
We're on old people tour.
Yeah, old people tour. We're on
like
old
Friday
once a
or
week.
Saturdays.
You're on Wife and Kids tour.
Wife and
Yeah.
kids tour. Yeah,
That's still a lot of shows for a
the
local
road
band.
is fucking hard. Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah, it's more than we should probably do.
But when we try and play in Connecticut, we try and keep it to big shows when we can do them.
Yeah, I try to keep it to big shows too, which is why I don't play shows anymore.
Me too. That's what big shows like I play at the Windmill. That's about it.
All right.
Tom, what are you doing?
Was that a toilet?
Tom's our new manager.
It's like a struggle of some sort going on.
My goodness.
All right, Tom. Well, this is where we hang up on you. And,
I mean, I'm surprised you haven't hung up on me already. So.
Man's got a point.
Dude,
wow.
I just been waiting. I'm like, there's no point of me being on this podcast.
We
for
say
the
that
last,
every time you call.
we're actually
I'm just
concerned
sitting
about your
here
well-being.
waiting. I'm
right
like,
now.
oh yeah, I have to listen to all this bullshit. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm doing a tour here. I'm doing a tour here. I'm like, let's advertise this, advertise that. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just
We
sitting
can
outside.
wait until
My
you
beer
listen
is
back and
waiting
hear the
outside.
sounds
I
you were
wanna
making.
drink
You're
it.
either driving home or sitting outside of Grand Central Station yelling at people walking
No.
out.
What are you drinking
I'm
tonight, Tom?
sitting outside of Middletown at Eli Cannons, and I'm just sitting there chilling against the wall. And I'm
What are you
like,
drinking?
What beers
I'll
are you
listen
drinking,
to this
Tom?
Podcast and listen,
Answer
all
our
these
question.
dates I don't want to really go to and shit like that.
He's gone.
But what beers are you drinking, sir?
Huh? What beer am I drinking? I'm drinking a stout. What else would I be drinking?
What?
Name the
son of
fucking
a
stout.
It's
Come
always
on.
stout season. Hello? Does this guy know? Wait, why is
No,
this guy
no.
on the
Name
podcast?
the
I don't
specific
understand.
stout.
You know,
What
he
beer
doesn't
is
know
it?
who I
Okay,
am or
no,
anything
he doesn't-
like
he
that.
doesn't
No, I
know
do
who-
know. I, in fact, do know. Name the fucking stout, man. Come on.
Like, he's on the phone, too, apparently, because I hear him in the background. If he's there, then, Dave, you're really doing a bad job with the microphones. But he
We
better
got
be
some
on the phone.
Tom,
He
you're,
better
phantom
be on,
towered
like,
microphones in
you're
high
not
school.
answering the
something like that.
question. What stout?
What stout? We're drinking. So apparently, it was I walked into a
Was that apparently?
makeover at Eli Cannon. So
So
I'm drinking no egrets from 2017. And it actually held up really well. I'm surprised.
Sounds like it. Who's holding you up?
Good story.
That was worth it.
Good
Garden
story.
Wall, I think.
Apparently,
That wall.
it's a good beer.
Totes worth it.
I would like to point out that Tom literally said, "Do you know who I am?" Just a minute ago.
You know who I am, goddammit.
You're like
I
fucking
mean, I have to play
Reese
the gimmick
Witherspoon
up,
over
no?
here on the
I have
And I
phone.
was
play
going to
the
say,
character
yeah,
up
he's
on the
Tom for
podcast,
Trader
you know?
Joe's.
No?
I might
I work
refer
for
to the
Trader
Boston
Joe's.
Bruins
I'm
as
aware
we.
that
Yeah, I now
but I've
know
never
who you
said,
are.
"Do you know who I am?" in a serious fashion.
Nobody does.
Apparently, it's
No
Tom.
one knows. I mean, apparently, no. If anybody knows who I am, I'm surprised. I could give two shits. So,
That makes a couple of us.
I also could care.
The
Yeah.
deep end has been reached.
yeah.
Tom, we love
I
you.
mean,
We love you,
Bill
you beautiful
clearly
idiot.
recognizes who I am. So, and I'm friends with Bill. So,
Tom, we love you.
Well, friends is a loose term.
Associates, beer drinking
I'm watching
associates.
Rocco walk out of the bar and leave right now for me like can. He just blew me a kiss and now he's leaving. Bye, Rocco.
They didn't even.
Well, we're going to do the same thing.
They didn't even cut me off.
Without the kiss.
Hey, Tom,
Drive safe.
What?
Get a lift.
you get home safe tonight.
No, was it heavy drinkers 19, right?
Heavy 19.
year, right?
Heavy 18.
19. Heavy 18. Yeah, heavy 18.
Oh, 18. Oh, I thought you updated because it's the new year. Oh, no, you haven't yet? Oh, okay.
We. You would.
It's easier to not have to record new ads.
Oh, it's cost efficient. That's right, yeah.
No, there's no cost involved. We're just lazy.
Oh, lazy. Oh, okay. Hey, just remember, oxballs.com.
There you go.
That's our Middletown correspondent,
No,
Tom.
all right. All joking aside, we love you, and
We'll see you next
please-
week.
Oh, I can't wait.
Please
We're
get home
going to get
safe.
we're get you all fucked up next week, and the next week after that, I hope you all ready.
But yeah, that's why we had to break this up
All
into
stout
2 weeks.
season
Can we
gay,
break
it's
this
stout
phone call
season
up
all
into
over
2
your
weeks?
face?
Listen.
It's about 2 weeks long.
When you get home, skip the red tube.
No,
You probably got
RedTube,
you probably got glass.
Pornhub.
You probably
What
got
are you
glass.
talking about?
You're just
probably-
mashing
Fuck
it now.
RedTube. It's all about Pornhub.
Only 91%, though.
You probably got glass dick. You're just gonna chafe. Get home.
No,
wash
no,
wash
a lot of
wash
lotion. We're good.
Wash-
No, I'm good.
brush your teeth, wash your face, and go to bed.
I don't need to wash my
David,
face. My
hang
face
on.
is clean.
Won't be in a minute.
all right, we love you, bud.
Bye, Tom. Good
Bye,
night.
Tom, man.
Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Bill's not here.
No, we're not gonna
So
we're not gonna
my
let you
feet will be
rephrase it.
clean.
Goodbye.
Tom, we love you. Bye.
Good,
We'll see you next
good
week.
night, guys. I'll
Bye-bye.
see you next week.
All right, man. Be safe.
All right.
Go buggers up.
He's drunk as a
He
skunk.
is.
Dude. He was slurring a bit.
That's Tom, everyone.
Yeah.
He's been here before.
Oh, yeah, he's been in a few times.
Excuse me, who was that? I don't know. He tried to tell me I knew him, but I don't.
Deported.
Know him.
Deported.
Deported.
You got a little popped out there? Oh, you guys both
Got
popped
excited.
out. We even got this.
Tom's a great guy. He was
probably
obviously
pulled
a
on
little under the influence
That should be
tonight.
taped now.
Of the stouts. Clearly of the stout. He was.
Yeah, we love Tommy. He's going to be on the next 2 weeks.
Oh wait,
so.
does he like stouts though?
I've
I don't
heard.
know.
I've heard.
At
You know
about,
who ask him what his feelings
at
are
about
about
that
stouts?
moment, I'm not sure it mattered whether he liked anything. It was.
Is this the right time of year to drink stouts? I'm not sure what he thinks about it. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
He's indifferent.
We should. I feel as the foremost authority on beer in America, our podcast should address the merger between Dogfish and Sam Adams before.
You really want to delve into that, huh?
I mean, we should talk about it at least. It's
I
pretty
mean, it
big
is.
news.
I've actually not read the article at all.
Oh,
Bill, have you?
I have.
I've read a little. I don't know a ton about it, but I don't think it's a bad thing overall. I mean, I think it's a good thing for both those companies. I think it's a good thing for craft beer in general, from what I could tell. Either that or it was a fucking genius exit strategy from Dogfish's side.
It can be both, I think. I mean, it's a roughly $300 million deal. That's a little under 3x sales for this year. So that's not the worst for Dogfish. They don't have a lot of growth.
It sounds almost like they're being absorbed by Boston.
Well, I mean, they're calling it a merger, but realistically,
It's an acquisition.
BBC, they're publicly traded, so they can't really merge so much as they're spending money to buy someone to bring them in. Right?
Yeah, but also too on the Dogfish side,
they're giving them a ton of shares.
right. Yeah, they're majority shareholders.
Right. So they're
Yeah.
and they're keeping everybody on. Well, they're keeping
Yeah.
Sam on.
You know,
I mean,
So
actually,
I think it's a good thing. I mean,
it gives them both a little bit more armor to stop from being acquired by InBev or someone like that, right?
Right,
Like, it
that-
makes sense. I mean, like, how much more growth can Dogfish have? They've penetrated about as many markets as they're going to, right? They were, honestly, about 10 years ago, a lot bigger. There wasn't a beer bar out there that didn't have
Yeah, well, it was the
Dogfish.
only one that was like really craft out there that had distribution realistically.
right. Yeah,
And
absolutely.
Now, though, you go to a lot of beer bars that don't have a 90-minute on or a 60-minute on because
really fucking crazy.
Right.
It'll ruin your night.
but they don't have that. So I doubt they have a lot of growth that they can do. So
Yeah.
they're probably in an okay place and they're at a steady state. And you look at Boston Brewing Company and like how much growth can they have? Let's be honest. Like they basically penetrated the whole market. So they have to do it through M&A. So
I kind of feel like
it makes sense.
I kind of feel like BBC's probably getting a weird place in the market where it's like you either drink macro or you drink craft. And Sam Adams was always kind of in between those two
always.
things. So now that there's more craft options, nobody's drinking it. Who drinks craft?
Right.
And if you drink macro, then you're drinking Bud and Miller and Coors. So like their market share just seems to have kind of shrunk because of the proliferation of good craft breweries, basically.
Yeah, and they eat up a lot more shelf space combined, right? And if you think about it, like as much as Dogfish is not at the forefront of craft brewing right now, they're still more legit than Sam in a lot of people's eyes. I mean, like, and they do a lot more wild stuff. They're
I don't know why that is though. I mean, I think both Sam and Dogfish paved the way for what craft beer is right now.
For sure.
I'll give you
100%.
Well, I think
60 Minute is still one of my favorite IPAs.
But I think Sam specifically is the stepping stone between macro and micro.
That's
where
You know what? Not for anything, but both of those companies make a pumpkin ale, and all you little guys just refuse to.
You want to know why?
Because it sucks. Spice beer.
I
No one
think
cares about the pumpkin spices.
right. I think in the end that Dogfish is.
I mean,
still
girls,
a lot
girls
more
in Ugg boots
experimental.
would like pumpkin beers.
Yeah,
It would.
pumpkin spice lattes. But
Or the girls that wear the Han Solo outfits. they would like the pumpkin spice.
All right. According to this article, though, As part of the transaction, Dogfish Head co-founders Sam and Mariah Calagione, I think that's how I say it, will receive about 406,000 shares of Boston beer stock, valued at $314.60 per share, making them the largest non-institutional shareholders in the company, behind Jim Koch himself. Meanwhile, existing Dogfish Head shareholders will receive $173 million in cash, and Sam will obtain a seat on Boston Beer's board of directors starting in 2020. That's some fucking cash.
Yeah, it's a lot of money. It makes sense business-wise. I think the funniest thing about their press release is how they're talking about how it's beer. Them and Dogfish Head, but for $300 million, honestly, that's a reasonable price. I was a little surprised at first.
Who's got $3 million?
$300 million.
$300 million.
Yeah. But they're going to do 100.
I do.
Dogfish is going to do 120 million sales this year.
Maybe
120 million this year. So you're talking about less than 3 years sales. But
let's see those tax returns.
But what's funny is they talked about the spirit of brewing and this is the Boston Brewing Company. It's like, oh yeah, we have the same spirit of being inventive. I'm like, no, you fucking don't. Not even a little bit. Like, what have you done that's even approached some of the weird shit that Dogfish puts out? Almost exclusively weird shit.
Dragons and yum-yums.
Sati. Like, let's have a chai beer. Like, and like they put
They've
all this
gone off the wall.
They put all this cool weird shit out, and like not all of it really works necessarily, but they fucking go at it. Like Hulord, I took a sip of that at Extreme Beer Fest a couple of years ago. Hulord, it literally tasted like fucking hop shot in your mouth. It was the most IBUs you could possibly pop in. It was awful because I couldn't taste anything for like 3 beers afterwards. But like Dogfish will just go at it, and they don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And
that's also why I think it's a good merger though, because Sam has on their end they've played it safe. They're like, you know what, we've done this for so long, we paved this way.
They resisted IPAs
totally, but then when they did make one, it wasn't that fucking bad.
Rebel's not bad.
Yeah,
I kind of like Rebel. Like it's,
No, you're talking about the
I haven't had Rebel, but the New England one.
Rebel was okay. It was like Amarillo centric.
It was not bad.
No, they're actually They called it New England.
Yeah,
IPA.
the New England IPA they did.
They're like, hey, no one's actually saying
No,
this.
it wasn't bad at all.
Branding it.
And they're
we trademarked this.
They're
we get it now.
$9.99 a 4-pack, which is unheard of for a New
It's
England
actually
IPA.
it's actually decent.
Yeah,
that's good too.
But I feel like they stayed safe for so many years. Like they paved the way. They did so much good shit for craft, and then, like you said, Dogfish on the other end, they were doing so much off the wall shit.
Yeah, weird out there.
Like this is. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
I mean,
but I could see it being really, really good.
The biggest problem for them is having now been acquired and then they become publicly traded. Is how do they not crush their souls? How do they not stop all of that? How do they not put them into a box of just trying to make what's going to be mass marketable? Because there's a lot of pressure when you're publicly traded to do whatever the market thinks you should do. You have freaking earnings calls and bullshit.
I agree.
To deal with.
It'll be interesting to see how Sam holds it, because I think he's a actually genuine guy. And
Jim Coach?
No, Sam from Dogfish.
Oh, Sam.
Oh, yeah.
I've never met him.
Yeah.
I've only heard
Sam Adams,
stories. But
I was like, are you calling him Sam because he has Sam Adams? Like,
no.
Yeah,
Sam Calagione
yeah.
from Dogfish. Anything I've ever heard about him, it's like everyone who's experienced him or like been
He's
involved with him.
super passionate.
He's like just like a fucking dude. Like he's super cool and like chill and just.
But at this point, he's a shareholder and board member.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Which you are not really in control anymore at that point.
Yeah, agreed.
You know what I mean?
So I'll be interested to see how that plays out. Is what I'm saying.
Nah, they're the two owners of Dogfish are the biggest non-institutional shareholders, but they're not a majority. And Jim Koch has more shares than them as well. So there's institutional shareholders that have a bunch. There's Jim that has a bunch, and then the two of them have a bunch. So I mean, they're not in control really in any legitimate way. I mean, like maybe spiritually they are.
No.
Maybe they're gonna give them their reign for a while.
But you can be
but,
fired.
Like, they can absolutely be fired. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know, and they can vote with their shares, but then there's institutional shareholders that give a fuck more than them. And the thing that institutions care about is like dumb shit. They care about EBITDA. They care about like all these dumb financial terms that have nothing to do with making good beer.
Found the progressive in the room.
Found the guy who was just
I hate
the guy
that.
who was just publicly traded, then got bought by private equity. So like I've done the public private equity shit, and like the shareholders don't give a fuck about making a good product.
I love the roller coaster that
money.
this show goes on.
It's money. No, but that's good because it's
No,
we go places we never thought we'd go.
I know.
I hate the fact that you said EBITDA and I got stressed. Like
you should.
my chest
You
tightens
should.
up.
I don't even know what that
Like,
means.
So before
Yeah.
Earnings before interest, depreciation, interest, and some other bullshit. Like it's the worst.
so before
Yeah,
I
I
quit
got stressed out because I was like, "Fuck, I don't know what he's talking about."
before I quit my my good paying job for
Interest, taxes, and
for brewing,
depreciation.
I was
Like,
I was in the
shit.
baking industry for pretty much 20 years.
You say
so
baking or banking?
banking,
Oh.
BAN.
Bacon money, yo.
Kind of like vodka.
Vodka. Flacca.
So anyway, yeah, my chest tightened up when you were talking about that shit.
Yeah, I didn't like when you said EBITDA. It made me sad. I liked when you were talking about veggie burger diarrhea.
that was so much better.
I could relate to that.
Well, strap in because
I got excited for a little while on EBITDA.
Thank you, Louie.
All right, thank you.
strap in because I'm working on a tight 15 about diarrhea from veggie burgers. So here we go.
Where were we going with that conversation?
I don't know.
How do you even?
I just thought,
wait,
I
which
just thought we
one?
should bring it up since it was like the biggest news in the
How do you even? How do you start that out?
No, we're a dynamic.
What?
We are a
come out- how
dynamic podcast. We
How
cover
y'all
more
doing?
topics.
How y'all doing?
A lot of
than
ground.
Any other podcast
Who took
in
your
the
shit
fucking
today?
state. Full pours. Pat DiCaprio can suck our dick.
I
We
said,
also love you.
I said Full Force is Pat DiCaprio. I went to high school with him. That's
No,
funny.
we also he is. He's
to high
great.
school with him.
We love him.
Yeah, no, Pat's
I
awesome.
haven't listened to his podcast.
it's another guy we've never met.
He's
Well, we're going to
super-
be on it, so start listening.
Yeah,
everybody.
fine.
So you guys are on. Oh yeah, plug that. Plug that.
Everybody's been to high school with him. He's that guy.
So this joint venture between Sgt Scag, Netti, and
Fuck you, Richie.
I like how that's good.
You never know which one to even do.
Nettie's in parentheses.
Yeah,
Sgt Scag. You're Nettie.
So your next stop before the
Oh,
show
Scag,
is
Nettie.
Full Pours Radio.
Yeah, we're gonna do another podcast
Which is
with Pat and Full
It's a great
Pours.
podcast. All joking aside, it's a great podcast. Pat and Joe are
Even
great.
though he showed up here like for a full on Anchorman war.
He did. Yeah. He brought like a meat tenderizer and like brass
boy.
knuckles
Like
and shit.
a trident. Like
yeah. No,
He
because
just
you could
dumped
be.
out a bunch of weapons on the fucking bar.
I see it though.
No,
Because
so let's-
you could be on his podcast, and then his listeners can tell their kids to go. Check you guys out.
Oh, I see what you did.
Follows it too.
So anyway, we're gonna be doing that podcast.
Nope.
Which Pat's a great fucking guy.
He is.
No, he is.
No, when are you
Why
doing that?
why are you pointing at that?
No, I'm not. I'm just touching it. It feels
He's
nice on my fingers.
no, Pat's a really nice dude. He visits his mom all the time upstairs.
I don't know what he's doing.
From where he sleeps.
What?
Nothing.
Paulo is
Paulo is. It's a good thing Paulo doesn't have to drive home because he's
I
home.
don't. I just gotta stumble up the stairs.
I've been to Pat's house many times. I've never met his mom upstairs.
I'm joking. I've never been to his house.
No, but when do you? So you guys are doing
No,
that
seriously.
within the next week or so?
May 26th.
I forgot the date, May 26th,
26th.
according to other people who are
All
talking.
right. So and the release is June 15th.
yeah,
June 15th.
Yeah, June
Yep.
15th for the beer. Yeah.
So you have enough time
yeah.
to subscribe to the Full Pours Radio podcast and check out the episode with Sgt Scagnetti and
course you
Bill
do.
from No Worries.
Of course.
And listen to their old shit too. It's very informative. It's
While
it's
you're
less,
subscribing, subscribe to us too.
Less dick
subscribe
jokes.
to us too. We never say that, but like
Less dick jokes.
No, Full Pours is great. It's actually much more informative than we are.
It's
and
like
they
it's
take
like
themselves seriously and it's
like-
about sharing knowledge and
It's more focused towards homebrewers.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and
100%.
it's great.
it's like
it's
making
fantastic.
It's like making a murderer, but with beer, and then you're kind of just experiencing it episode by episode.
I don't even know what that means.
I don't know what it means
murderer.
too, but for some
gonna-
reason it was actually pretty funny.
He's gonna kill someone,
it's exactly
Yeah.
like making a burger.
He's gonna
except
kill
it's
someone
like
eventually.
maybe yeast.
possibly on a podcast.
On the podcast.
On the podcast.
I have no idea you lost
So
me.
good luck next Sunday when you guys go there.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of,
I think
So
we
anyway,
lost what we were
speaking
doing.
of-
Bill was actually
Sergeant
talking.
Scagnetti's
Yeah.
members won't make it out of this. Guess which one next?
speaking of murdering somebody on a
Dun,
podcast,
dun.
I was listening to a true crime murder porn podcast earlier today, and this guy is Canadian killer.
It's a thing.
Canadian killer named Mark Twitchell. He was getting some heat where he was like burying all his bodies, so he rented a car and drove to Texas. Right, so he rented a 2012 white Ford Focus. And he held one of the, there's this whole thing where there's ransom and he
Does
started,
Pat drive a 2012 white
no,
Ford?
but listen, so he was taking money out of this chick that he killed. He was taking money out of her, like,
Out of her
bank account.
Oh,
and so he was like,
Out of her tilapia vagina.
Like she
hid it
was the
inside
ATM.
her.
so he,
that's comedy, bringing it all the way back to the fucking beginning right there.
so he
Well
like
done.
he was like, I feel like there's some heat on this car. Like people are going to start knowing the car because I've been stopping at ATM machines and stuff. So he drives it like 450 miles away and takes it to another Avis and drops it off. And he goes, listen, there's something wrong with this car. It's like, that's making some weird noises, whatever. And they're like, yeah, we'll hook you up. And they pull around a fucking 2012 white Ford Focus. He's like, fuck. So that was pretty funny. Marcus Twitchell.
I mean, that just says serial killer right there. Twitchell.
He actually, well, I don't know.
Hey, that
I
Twitchell's
don't
a
know how
good
much
guy.
wanna
You
get
think
into.
anybody ever said that? No.
He took Twitch. He took a chick that
Hey,
he killed.
Twitchell, what you doing over there?
He sewed it.
nice
He
to
took
meet
a
you.
chick that he killed and sewed her eyes shut, and then drew eyes on her eyelids.
Yes.
And sent that picture to the cops and her parents for ransom money.
Yeah, he did.
But she was already dead.
Steve.
I think you guys wrote a song about that one.
Go on, Steve.
That's the most excited you've been all night.
That really woke me up.
When it gets him, it was like the stand-up pooping. I got him. There's
Yeah, those are two gems I'm taking with me. I appreciate it, guys. This has all become worthwhile.
This side of the audience stands up to wipe. This side of the audience sews murder victim's eyes shut.
Wait,
and
we
then
talked
draws new
about
eyes on
stand-up
top.
wiping tonight?
Oh, you missed
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
Where were you?
Where were you?
Over there
You were right
sweating.
there.
You haven't
you were,
moved.
You were
You
right
were
there.
here.
I've never left, actually. I got a piece
You
of-
might have stroked out
like,
for a minute.
You left your body.
You weren't there.
You weren't there.
Yeah, you left your
It's
body.
not the first time it's
We
happened.
definitely talked about stand-up wiping.
Yeah, it was a long conversation too.
That's fucked up.
Who the fuck stand up wipes?
It's an
I seriously
epidemic.
do
in
not
America.
remember it.
If you stand up wipe, you are
No
also
fucking
then.
way. We talked about this
Dude,
tonight.
You got to be the kind of person that takes your pants off entirely when you crap, like my son.
Dude, I was going to say, Daniela, like,
Yeah,
she'll
yeah.
stand on the stool to wipe her butt. She's 3 years
I'm
old.
actually kind of scared
I'll
because I
wipe it,
don't
but-
remember this conversation.
Yeah, we covered it. Pretty.
I'm pretty
in-depth.
sure you like interjected.
Stand-up? No. Wiping?
When we talked about splitting the crowd and Steve's shtick on stage.
Foam
when that happened,
swords.
Foam swords.
That was you, right?
I must have been reading something.
Oh, man.
might have
You
been
did
reading
bring
a
up the
story.
foam swords.
You and
I remember the foam
About-
swords.
You and Tom just aren't interested in our band, man. It's cool.
No, I actually am super interested in the
You're
band.
probably still thinking about that hot piece of ass that was.
I remember stand-up wiping. Like, I take that personally because I don't do it.
So you take it personally.
So I need to. I
don't know what that means.
I need to find a new
Aggressive
song
lean forward.
from you guys to start introducing people to because I always start with necromance. And people just
a
like
dark name for a ska band.
They're like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah, it's a ska song. It's
a love
fucked
song.
up. It's a love song.
You get upset when we say
it's a
ska
great-
band.
it's a
No,
great- it's a
I
great
don't.
song.
I love ska. But
Well-
we just don't play a lot of it.
Yeah.
It's like rock with a touch of ska.
Yeah, we touch on ska.
you have
but,
a
like,
trombone player. You're a
I'm
ska
gonna
band.
call it ska.
just because we have horns, that's where it starts. People think, oh, you see horns, it's a ska band. Not exactly. We're in
guys-
that
Oh, yeah,
scene, and
it's-
where
it's
it's like,
true, yeah.
what do we say?
I usually
ska and
say-
rock had a difficult child.
I usually see a fedora.
Yeah,
and
I see
then
that.
It's a ska band.
Yeah. I love ska music. It's my favorite.
I don't really care
But
about
my,
it.
Neither do I.
my but back to
fine.
what I was saying
About
though,
what
my
people call
intro
it.
song is always necromance, and they're like, "Why the fuck would you listen to this? This is such a fucked up song." I'm like, "No, it's hilarious."
Oh, you should just take them to Animal.
Steve, what are the
then.
lyrics? To necromance.
To necromance? Well, our bass player, Richie, who you remember from changing our name, also does not like us to play necromance because people like it too much.
So good.
So we actually haven't played it in a long time.
Yeah.
It would take me a minute.
Why does everybody
to get
cater
the
to this
words.
guy?
To Richie?
Is he like the only original member?
I think Richie invented the band.
Yeah.
There you
Right.
go. He's the
I wouldn't say
shareholder.
I
a
wouldn't
puppet
say
master.
we cater to Richie. I mean, we mostly spend most of our
Richie-
energy circumventing Richie decisions. There's just
All right, let's get Richie in here and we got to talk to him.
He wanted to come
Richie
tonight, but he
tells
was
us
actually sick. He stayed home. He was pissed.
Richie tells us to shut up and we be quiet. Ricky
that's not
leaves, we be talking again.
Not only was that
That's a good
offensive,
quote.
it was
That's a good quote.
really racist.
Oh, he was quoting.
I don't know. He's
I think
not
that covered up my
It's Friday.
weird marital rape joke earlier.
He's
People
not-
here, shut my mouth.
He's not sick
People
enough
leave.
to talk to me
I'm
about
talking.
going to a cattle decapitation show.
That's true.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
metalhead.
he's a metalhead.
Oh, I see now.
Yeah.
Not
Why
sick
would he
enough.
not like necromancy?
A metalhead who doesn't like songs about fucking dead people, that's weird, man. That's weird.
Necromance is one of the few songs we also play that is actually, I guess, you would say is a ska song. It's a
Yeah.
pretty straight ahead ska song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Richie didn't like that. Because Richie started a ska band.
Richie don't play that.
Richie don't
It's a lot of complications.
Very.
Richie is he's got a lot of depth and
Yeah.
That's for
Oh,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, he's a lot of depth. He's like that beer that tasted like bacon and chocolate. And he's thick. You know?
There's another Scagnetti song, Thick.
Thick. That is one. Yeah.
But maybe take him to Animal, Bill. Like, that's a little softer than Necromance. You don't go for the kill.
But still just as fucked
Kill
up.
Bill. Yeah, it's just
Still
yeah,
fuck-
you don't go for the kill, and Necromance is the kill.
So
Necromance.
I want to hear this song.
If I can describe it as from a fan point of view,
that's good.
it's so your girlfriend died. You kept her preserved in a Ziploc bag under your mattress.
Okay.
And
It doesn't say Ziploc.
How small was your
girlfriend?
And doesn't it? No.
Yeah,
no,
it says Ziploc
totally
bag.
says-
Does it?
no,
It's
no.
Ziploc.
Oh, I'm in the fucking man. I
I
don't even know
kept
the
her in my
goddamn
totally
mattress
says
under my
Ziploc.
mattress
Alright.
in a
So,
giant
yeah.
Ziploc bag
Yep.
to keep her body
Yeah.
fresh.
Yep.
No one ever calls.
See, we
her.
haven't played it in so long. That's the problem.
So
I
you
don't
keep,
Who wrote these lyrics?
Which may be
and you have her away with it. So that's
there's a lot.
So that's
Who hurt you?
necromancy.
go through the whole.
Come over here. Let's have a hug.
I think it started with my mom and my dad and some marital rape.
This is really becoming a great podcast, actually.
So wait,
not drunk enough for this. You know?
her heart
No, it's
stopped
perfect.
beating
Yeah.
Beverage me,
as of
maybe.
last Tuesday evening.
Yep. But
Yes.
Steve might have
I
trouble
don't give a damn.
remembering.
I'm bad with the
She never
lyrics, man.
treated me like a man. Cheated on me
She's
with
not
my
with
friends.
my friends. There's no
All right,
grieving.
no
She's
reason.
leaving.
Yeah.
Reason she's leaving.
Yeah, then there's
Grieving, she's leaving.
some dates in there, Monday or Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, here it is.
It's a love song, ladies and
Let's hear it.
All right, well, let's just
We
go.
actually, this song cost us $175 at the Globe Theater back in the late 90s because we played with a band from New Canaan and I offended all of their parents who had come to see them because I would say, this is a song about fucking dead people. And we didn't get paid.
This is you singing?
Yeah.
All right. I want to hear it for a while.
Fans love it. The sing along part here.
It's just so absurd, which is why.
Wow, you guys were before your time. Before your time with that.
He helped out. He's a good dude.
It was a good drop.
I know the lyrics.
Did you say I'd assumed she was dead?
On early Monday afternoon, I did not assume she'd be dead.
Not assumed.
She was dead.
I keep her in my bedroom under my mattress in a giant Ziploc bag in order to keep her body fresh. No one even calls for her anymore. For such a giant slush, she's kind of unpopular. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Her personality lived between her thighs. The lies told me fested like a stench of a corpse.
Fuck you. Fucked
I
up.
said, oh yes, of course.
Still buy flowers and I still write poems. I said I love you till you're right and then I love you wrong.
I wonder if we're gonna get a copyright hit on this.
I hope so.
Yeah, we're sending our lawyers.
You're dead, but I love you.
This is actually awesome.
It's the first time you said that about ska in probably 25 years.
I love ska.
was so quiet the whole time.
Oh yeah, he's fucked up.
Oh, dude, listen to all the other songs.
Yeah, it's not good. Richie doesn't like this part.
This part,
no one likes this
definitely
part.
gets
It's like a farty circus.
I don't think we've ever.
That's like the way I describe beer.
Since I joined in.
Farty circus.
Actually, if there's any more, I'll take a little too.
There it is.
Yeah, that was a fucking
So prior
good
to
song.
Big Commerce,
Thanks,
we
man.
were on
No, that
a
was fucking
platform
awesome.
where everything that you
Maybe you
wanted
should come to the
do,
show.
there was
I
a
don't
different
know.
functional.
We will play that song at the No Worries show. We've made Richie promise that when we play
Better start practicing it then.
a
All right, all I've
headlining
taken
show.
from this, and forgive me, no offense, but Richie sucks.
No. Here's the thing.
Sucks. He doesn't suck. He doesn't suck.
He makes a lot of things be sucky for me, but he does not suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
His
Why would he
artwork-
take the fun out of what that was? That was fucking awesome.
He just wants to redevelop it a
Yeah.
little bit differently.
He wants to
I'm
have
with
a
him
new
on it.
vision on it, which I get, but we don't want to put a lot of effort into the old shit. We
Yeah.
want to write new shit.
Dude, do you want to?
so half
do you
our-
think Metallica wants to play fucking Enter Sandman every night?
But
You just got to do what you got to do.
But they get paid 20 mil. We get paid $20.
That was no seriously.
But
that was
Richie's
fun.
artwork-
That was a fun ass song. First time I've ever heard it. That was fun as hell.
It's fun. It's for the
It was
kids.
funny. It was fucking like
kids.
weird.
We have one that's
funny, and
that
I think that's our
basically
new
says for the
intro.
kids. You
I
know?
fucking enjoyed that.
I think Richie enjoys the lyrics. I think the music he wants to
Yeah.
be better.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, it's a fucking ska song. It goes winky dinky 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 dinky. It's fine.
I think that could be a ska lyric. We get it's fine.
You know what it's missing is it doesn't have enough shig-it-ups.
Oh yeah, I don't.
There's no pick it up. No.
I don't do
no
that
bra,
stuff.
No bra. None of that shit.
Now, do you guys
that
have
stuff.
do you guys have a member that doesn't play an instrument, just dances around stage?
Oh, I wish.
Oh, no hype man. No hype
You
man. in our
need
group.
one of those.
Well, it sounds like you're volunteering.
I was gonna say, are you auditioning?
He'll be gassed by the second song.
Do you have a
will.
black suit with a
I
skinny
don't.
tie that you can wear?
I could use help.
Do you
as
guys
we
do
get
the whole
older.
shtick?
What's that shit?
Do you do the whole shtick like the whole?
We don't do suits.
No, because literally, if that's literally only like the real ska song we play,
Yeah.
and you know, most of it, other stuff is like rock, metal.
I mean,
Yeah, it varies a lot
Varies.
from what from my point of view.
Sideshow's
it
a little
varies
ska.
a lot.
Yeah, a little ska.
Yeah, a little ska.
Two
yeah.
ska songs,
but
but
it's
whole-
rock with horns.
1, 2,
it's a lot
3.
of fun.
Favorite song that you guys play?
oh shit.
it's got to be "Let's Start a Cult" song we're doing the thing for.
I don't
Yeah.
know that song yet.
I think
know,
I
you
think
don't know?
the-
Yeah, that's
I think
probably my
Murder
favorite.
House.
Murder
That's,
House.
wait,
is really
is
good.
that new?
That's the one. That's
Murder House
the
is-
That's
Cultination. That's
Cultination.
this
All
new
right.
song that we just wrote. And
I'm enjoying Cultination, but I enjoy Murder House.
Yeah, Murder House.
Yeah,
A lot.
go classic. It's
Yeah,
good.
Well, no, it's one of the new
That's
ones.
like
One of
last
our-
year. It's
one
not
of the
that
newer
classic.
ones.
Yeah.
That's the
I
one we
think it's a-
came into.
Speaking of fucked up things,
Oh,
it's a pretty funny song.
Yeah, Murder House.
So Murder House was written about
I like this guy.
when I was so in Derby when I was a kid. I grew up in Seymour. Shout out the Valley. There was a murder in Derby. Some guy broke into a house, killed a grandma and a kid in the house. And
Naturally.
it's right along Route 8.
That sounds like two murders.
Just take it out from beginning to end. Take out the
One
end and
murder
the beginning.
scenario.
Just cut the whole family out.
Yeah.
You know? And that was like
entrapment in a
that was a
way.
big deal. It scared the shit out of me when I was like 7 years old because that doesn't happen too much. And for some reason, I just remembered it. But I remember the house that it happened in. And so whenever I would drive by, it's right off Route 8. So when I'm driving to work, I'm going to the Home Depot every damn time. It's like, and I would just say to myself, like, that's Murder House. Because the fact that people still live there, like someone else bought that house and was like, fuck it, I live here.
Isn't that crazy?
I got it on the cheap.
Isn't that crazy?
And so that's what the song is about.
Like
the
the-
concept
like-
of like, you live in this house and like, you know, you just
How many people died in there? 2, right?
I think 2. I think he got 2.
Generations.
How many people
Apparently.
died? How many
Two,
people?
two generations of people. That'd be more impactful way to say it. Like 2 generations died here.
How many
There's
people?
2 people, but also 2 generations.
How I know you're old is you didn't say Home Depot. You said the Home Depot.
The Home Depot.
Maybe Bed Bath & Beyond. I don't know if I'll have enough time.
Nice little Saturday.
2 people died in that house and they didn't knock it down. But I think only 2 people died in the Milford KFC, right? And
People died in the Milford KFC?
Yeah, what happened there? What was the deal
One of the
there?
employees just lost it. And
That
started
happened at the
killing people.
Duchess in Ansonia back in the day, too.
What?
Did they
I
knock
live in Ansonia. That happened
Did they
there?
knock the building down?
You don't remember? Yeah, going down to Duchess.
Did they knock the Duchess down?
No, the Duchess isn't
Yeah,
going
see,
anywhere.
they-
Where the old
they
guy's going to
completely-
sit around and talk about football.
They knocked a KFC down and turned it into a Krispy Kreme.
See, that's the difference between the Valley and Milford.
Wait,
in the
isn't
Valley,
that a song by
just
that chick?
somebody else moves in. It's fine.
Was it the tattooed
Pay
face?
of Paradise? Put him in a parking lot.
Oh, at the Dutch? Did he? No. He. But I think he worked there then.
He put up.
I remember
But he didn't kill anybody. He makes a nasty grilled cheese. That guy.
Turns out the paradise was the Krispy Kreme.
It was.
That was the paradise.
Pay of Paradise and put up a Krispy Kreme. Ooh, bop, 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 bop.
I still remember when the KFC murders happened because me and my brother used to go.
All right,
The
don't-
KFC
I had a piece so
murder.
bad. Don't stop the podcast.
We're not.
I like how we were going around favorite songs, and now we're on KFC murder.
I know.
Me and
I kind of pushed it in that direction because I was
Me
like,
and him
I don't know
used
what
to,
mine is.
Mike's trying to delay over there.
when I was a kid, me and him used to
We'll come back to it.
Dirt Bike Kid.
we used to enjoy
Dirt
some
bike.
smoked
It happens
vegetables,
to
and then
be.
we used to go hit up the KFC buffet. It's a KFC buffet, and I still remember texting him like, 2 people died in that KFC, and all he texted back to me was, the buffet was bomb as fuck.
Was it really a buffet?
There's
What
a buffet.
KFC has a fucking
I've
buffet?
never been a thing. Buffet.
KFC had a buffet.
Yeah, it was $8.
So
Oh, damn.
I lived in Milford, and that was at a time when I wasn't eating the meat. And my wife and I went to that KFC one time because like this guy who just missed hot dogs, I missed fried chicken and hot dogs. And so I would go to KFC. I wouldn't get the chicken though. And so this is the saddest fucking story ever. We went to that Milford KFC and we just ordered like mashed potatoes, coleslaw, and a biscuit or something. And we just ate it. And then this old guy who worked there, I think he thought like we didn't have enough money to buy chicken.
He bought you chicken.
So he bought out a bunch of like chicken they were going to get rid of. He gave us like a bucket of chicken and was like, and you know, sweet old guy. And we were like, we're not going to eat that shit. We're going to fucking throw it in the garbage when we get home. But we had to take it and put it in the car and pretend
Stinks
we
up
were
your
thanking
car.
it home because he thought we like didn't have enough money to buy the chicken. That always breaks my heart. Shit like that.
I was on Zillow today looking for houses, and I found a place in Monroe that was like really underpriced. And then like
only
looking
one
through
death?
Is it my parents' house?
looking
twice.
looking
Was there a murder in the house?
no,
Think twice.
looking through the pictures in the basement, I was like,
Could be.
that's a body shape stain.
And the realtor could be like, but you understand, they died at the hospital.
Yeah, they didn't.
So
They bled out here, but they died in the ambulance.
Weird spirit stuff. You don't have to
Look
worry
at
about
this
here.
bay window. Look at this bay window. The light's fantastic.
Ghost is at the
Weren't
hospital.
proclaimed dead until they hit the ambulance.
And that was episode 71.
I just got back from peeing.
Good. You can
I
say
actually
bye.
want to say, if we are ending, are we ending?
No, we still have to. Actually, we still have to go back to Mike's favorite song.
Oh, Mike's favorite song.
Dirt Bike Kid.
Dirt Bike Kid and Dr. Thunder.
Well, that's 2 songs. You got to
Yeah.
pick one.
You can't.
One
He
I
loves
like
them both.
playing, one I like.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Thunder.
Which one do you like
No,
playing?
no. Finish that thought.
Like one I like playing, one I like fucking too.
I like playing Dirt Bike Kid, and I like reminds me of someone. And then I like Dr. Thunder because of the lyrics.
How do you pick? You're like,
If you-
oh, my
if you-
favorite song is the one where the fucking trombone takes the solo. That is the least
But
Mike D thing ever.
But that's no, I never want the solos.
Yeah, what are you talking about? You're like, oh,
Really?
hey, fucking Animal's mine. I'm gonna fucking rip on Animal all
No,
fucking time.
Dave gave me that.
Dirt Bike Kid is
No,
great.
this was
The
as-
Mike D
I
I
mean,
know always wants the fucking solo.
That was as a
that's
fan.
Also, the Mike D that I know. Just,
That was as a
just-
fan. Dr. Thunder was as a fan. You know, not
Because that
playing
was
in the
before
band.
you were in the band.
Yeah,
Don't play that one
1990s.
though.
Yeah.
Don't play that one.
What's the name of the song?
Yeah.
The lyrics didn't age well.
Yeah, Dr. Thunder. If you
That's
enjoy
why.
Necromance, you will probably enjoy Dr. Thunder too.
Okay.
But don't play it.
Don't play that.
I love it. I
See,
think
when
it's
you
great.
tell us to do that, we're gonna do it.
Pull it up. No, don't do it.
It didn't age well.
What's the one that goes?
I'll do by myself.
It's a story.
That's thick.
What's that song? Oh, I love Thick. I love Thick.
Richie wrote that. I don't know what that song's about.
No.
Doesn't matter. It's a great song.
It doesn't. Yeah.
I sing it. I'll sing it.
All right, what's favorite memory? Like your the best, like one of your favorite moments with the band.
We'll see, but he's got like an extra, I don't know.
No, but that's fine. You each have
10
your
years.
own. You each have your own though.
Yeah, you each have your own.
Why
Steve,
are
you go
stroking
first.
that bottle?
Man.
Just getting the dust off.
Is that what you're doing?
Are you sure?
I think I can. Let
Dude,
We have to drink that.
Dude, just don't put that on your dick.
We're giving you
spit on
time
the
to
ground,
think.
okay?
So
Yeah, no, I got one.
Yeah.
So I think the coolest show we ever played was I don't remember what year this was. It was in the late '90s, but Spring Hill Jack, who's another ska band,
Mike Pellegrino.
Mikey Pellegrino, right? Ron Ragona, Shelton and Monroe boys. Yeah. They signed a record deal with a major label. So they were no longer allowed to be voted best ska band by the New Haven Advocate, if you guys remember that newspaper.
yeah, of course.
So Scagnetti stepped up.
This is our time.
And this was our time to shine because we did not have a record deal. And so we got first place. So we got to play a really cool show on the New Haven Green. It was like back when the New Haven Advocate existed. And they did a show we played with whoever won,
Ask, what's her name? She was in that.
Who's that?
Ask Isadora?
Ask Isadora was definitely in, yeah.
Continue,
yeah.
though. I just remember the sex talks.
Yeah, I learned a lot about things from Isadora.
But your favorite
But
show.
it was just fun because it was, man, we got to play on the New Haven Green. And there was a lot of people there. I think the paper, there was like 10,000 people there or something. There was
That's
like
a lot of fucking people.
There was like 200 people who gave a shit massively about us, but there were people sitting back going,
The rest were hobos.
what the fuck is this? And the thing I remember about that show was when we ended, and this was funny at the time and apropos because none of this wasn't a real thing. But I think at the end of the show, I yelled, "Bring home the troops," because that seemed like a thing to yell on New Haven Green in 1999.
All right.
That was fun.
Just a trombone.
So I'm the most recent. I'd say I don't know. Mike. I think Mike and I started playing with Scagnetti about the same time. But
What year was
Mike? So I didn't come around to the reunions. So
2010.
I wasn't there in the originals. But 2010, their original trombonist moved out to, I don't know. He was out in Arkansas or some shit. I don't know. But he wasn't gonna fly back for this shit, which is probably a good decision. Honestly,
Good call.
he made the right decision. So I spent all this fucking time like trying to learn all this shit for this reunion shows, whatever. And I'm like, all right, let's. It's gonna go somewhere. We'll see what happens. It'll be fun. And so we played a show up in Danbury first, and I was like, oh god, what the f did I do? Like there were not a lot of people. It was at the
Bad show.
It was,
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't. We played well, I think, but there weren't very many people there.
There was no one there, and it's also a 9-foot high
And-
stage.
And this is your
a
favorite
9-foot high
memory?
stage. No, no. I'm
was that-
telling
wait.
the story to get to my favorite.
Okay.
memory.
Was that Sub-Zero?
Yes.
It was. Yeah, it was at the
I
Empress.
fucking
used to be
love
Empress
whatever.
Ballroom.
Yeah.
Used to be Empress.
I've played that
The
stage.
ceilings were like, I don't know,
There's
85 feet up,
700
and you're
feet
like,
high.
what's going
That
on?
stage is-
Cacophonous, just echoey fucking concrete room.
the stage is legit
are
6
never
feet
in-
off the ground.
The
And
goal-
it's small.
We had shows in the New Haven area, which was always kind of our home ice, and we decided to do like a practice show in Danbury.
Yeah.
The practice show was supposed to be at Cousin Larry's, which was this great little place that we would sometimes play.
closed.
And they shut down. We're like, fuck, we still got to do a practice show. So it moved to that Empress
Yeah.
Ballroom, which is a
So-
total fucking mistake.
So we
to
played
play
that show there.
I love it. You did it.
And then we go, and the next show was at the Space, and actually my other band that I was playing with at the time was opening, so I played the first
duty.
thing, and then another band plays, and I come play this set. I'm like, all right, and that was it was at the Space, so it was in the tiny little room in the Space, and that was good, that was fun. Augie, who played trumpet, did some weird shit. My girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, painted him green so he could be the Hulk and awkwardly hold a mannequin. Like, we thought he was going to do something cool. He just kind of stood there and swayed with a mannequin in the most awkward fucking way.
Speaking of Hulk, out of all the songs, my least favorite. Just don't play it.
Yeah, it's okay. We're not going to...
Don't worry, Richie won't allow it because
Yeah.
it's Marvel.
So these are my first two shows. Now, I put in like months of fucking transcribing and learning this shit. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck did I do? So then we go and we play this show at Daniel Street,
I love Daniel Street.
That was a
fun
Milford.
place to play.
Oh,
and the
that was a
place
fun place to play.
that
is
show was fucking insane.
Packed to the back.
Yeah,
I mean, like
I was
straight
at
to
that
back.
one. It was insane.
Overloaded. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I walk in. I'm like, all right, maybe this is a fucking thing. Maybe this was worth all the goddamn time I put
That
in
show
over
was.
literally 8 months of practices, and like there was 2 nights a week rehearsals and shit going on. It was
Hell on
fucking
earth.
crazy.
Yeah, we didn't fuck around for those reality shows with practice.
So we come out and you picked what was the thing we walked into? It was iced tea or no? It was what the fuck was it? Or was it?
Yeah, it was from an Ice-T record, but he had stolen it. He already sampled like Slayer or something, and there's a whole.
So I don't know. So this whole there's like we're gonna walk into it.
We came in
we're
like
fucking walking into a thing.
boxers. Like
Yeah, literally like boxers. And I'm like, is this gonna work? And then the show happens. There's this huge fucking crowd. I'm like, all right. So we walk up, we get on stage, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna, everyone in the horns, we're gonna face away until it's time to play. We're fucking facing away. And I turned around, we whip around, we start fucking playing, and there was this massive pit right in front of the stage. And that pit didn't stop for the entire fucking show. Okay. And I've played a lot of shows. I've never experienced anything like that. And these guys, and they were, at that time, all the people who had been seeing them back in the 90s, they were a little bit old, but they went crazy this entire fucking show. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
that was the first show I played where I really felt like a legitimate fucking rock star. These people went fucking insane the entire goddamn
Nothing
time.
Nothing like it, right?
They went crazy. And I played
Doesn't matter
shows
where
where
it is,
people
how many
dug
people.
it, and people got into it, but like this was fucking great. Like Matt Flood, who people are in the scene fucking know probably, he's this huge fucking dude just throwing people around in this fucking pit. It was crazy. So that Daniel Street show was definitely my favorite show. It was insane. Start to finish, the crowd was super into it. It was packed all the way to the back of the house, which you never want to play a place that looks even slightly empty. It was definitely
that
oversold.
thing was sold out. Yeah.
I remember I went upstairs, I came
It's
back
not
down,
a-
I
it's
couldn't
not a
find
huge
my
place,
wallet.
but it's not small. You
There
can
was-
pack a lot of people.
I
in
think
there.
there was 350. I forgot what the.
I couldn't find my wallet, and I'm like, who's gonna buy me a beer? Like 3 people, like, oh, here you go. I'm like, I guess I'm a fucking rock star now.
It was a fun place to play.
Yeah.
I've never been more.
So that was
drunk at
my favorite show.
than
That Daniel Street reunion show was my favorite.
our trombone player who moved, I think, to California and wrote after the show. So he spent about 8 months figuring out the notes. Was like, just wrote on
Oh, yeah.
Facebook, like people posted videos of the show
like,
or something.
I
He was
would've
like,
helped you.
he's like, dude, I could have sent you the charts. Like it would have taken me like an hour.
Oh, that was. Oh man, it was. bad.
Yeah. So that's my favorite show. I told you about the bad shows to get to the good show.
All right. Did you say your show yet?
No, he didn't. Mike?
Favorite show,
Or favorite moment. Yeah.
favorite moment.
You know, it's not necessarily a show.
I mean, to be honest, it was actually when.
It was at White Castle.
It was actually when I fought with Richie about Marvel and DC all the way
Oh,
up in a
God.
3-hour car ride. That was probably when Dave, our drummer, asked me to basically play these reunion shows with them. We were in New York City, and I was going to see him and his wife Carmela, who's in the band now too, play a show with another band. And Dave was like, "Hey, we're thinking about doing some Scagnetti shows." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. Can't wait to see those." He's like, "Yeah, but we don't have a horn section. So do you want to play in the horn section?" I was like, does that mean I got to learn all these parts and figure out all these notes and do all this stuff? And I was like, oh no, that's going to be.
No, mostly meant he had to make me fucking transcribe all this shit and work it out and tell him what the notes
I'm not gonna lie. Like my ear figuring out like mixed music from the 1990s, and when we didn't have any money to record, like I was in another band at the time. It was the same thing. It's probably not my strong suit. So ears over there on the trombone, Justin has no problem with that stuff.
They are quite large. These
Justin
are large.
Trombone.
Oh no, I didn't. I meant like
As
good
he's
ears,
known.
but
I mean, they're also large.
Okay, good.
I was
That works.
doing a
Well, it's the
double
same thing with
entendre thing
smell
there.
with me and my nose, right? It's large. So that was the moment, because when we were all 15, 16, 17, 18, and we were going to the tune-in, I used to jump on stage.
I remember when this place was burned down, right?
Yeah, I used to jump on stage after my band would
I was
play
in New Haven that day.
with Scagnetti, and I would jump on Steve's back or sing on Richie's mic and really, or get the camera and film a bunch of their shows. So it just felt really cool to get up there and play all those songs that I actually had listened to as a fan.
He still sings on Richie's mic. He
I still,
does that.
yeah, occasionally.
He hasn't
But now-
jumped on Steve's back, which is good.
No.
'cause,
There's a lot.
we're older. Let's not risk it.
But that Daniel Street show was effing insane. The lights were good. The sound was good. The way that stage was set up, like I just remember there's pictures of us like.
I like how 3 hours into the show you decided to say effing.
Sometimes I do.
I will say my second favorite moment was the pre-production meeting that
Grosick.
Chris Grosick. The guy who was going to do the lighting wanted to do it. He's like, so we're going to start, and the lights are going to be on. And he spent literally like 45 minutes talking through. I'm like, dude, it doesn't we don't care what you do.
But that was one thing that Scagnetti always had
Chris,
back
though.
in the day,
Chris
right?
is a great dude.
Absolutely. But man, he wanted to have a pre-production meeting after we just practiced for like 2 fucking hours, and we wanted to go home. He's like, well, that's the pre-production time. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm like, dude, just whatever you do is fine.
So we ruin everything
underappreciated, Chris.
with taking it too serious. Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Like No Worries is about to have.
We're driving these No Worries guys fucking nuts.
They're about to have an 18-foot stage.
Only
in there.
Mike.
There's a lot of worries.
Well, I'm the front man.
Mike's the messenger.
I'm the front man for all the nuts.
I told him, I was like, when I bounced the idea off him, I was like, Bill reached out. We're gonna do this thing.
It sucks that we're doing that.
My recommendation is we don't do it. Like, it's gonna be too much fucking work. I'm telling you, you guys aren't up for it. And Mike was like, I got it. No, not you guys.
I'm not saying I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys. All right, gotcha.
So, yeah.
So but we're looking at staging right now and lighting rig. We're not messing around. It's going to be a show. It's not like we're just going to come in there and play on the floor. Sgt Scagnetti is known for a couple of things. One of them happens to be putting on a goddamn show. Because if you come out to see a band, you might as well be fucking entertained and not just sit there watching people dick around on their instruments and all the bullshit.
Yeah, just stand there and take themselves too seriously.
And we want to get the crowd into it, so the only way to do that is got to put it on a stage and with lights and it's lights, camera, action.
Yeah, and I mean at this point we've got enough planned out. I think we got a good thing going. It's going to be a fucking great time. It's going to be fantastic.
And I think when people see these cans and taste the beer, they're going to be like, "This shit is something I want to get."
You like it in the can,
and then I want to fucking save that can. Because Richie's artwork is fucking dope.
Oh, it's amazing. I can't wait. Like I said before, I can't wait to show it to fucking everyone.
Yeah. And that's coming soon.
Yeah.
Probably within the next
week or two, yeah.
CUM.
It is that good
ING.
Yeah, man. So you go to noworriesbrewing.com? Is that your guys' website?
Yeah.
For
tickets?
us or for the tickets? It's noworriesbrewing.com /Skags.
SCAGZ.
With a Z.
Or just scroll down. If you get to No Worries Brewing, that's fine. You can scroll down and find it.
You can find it.
Or find this on the old
on Facebook.
And you Google this. You Google Sgt Scag. No Worries. I'm guessing the ticket link.
We'll
pops
make
up
these
somewhere.
guys post it on there.
Oh, yeah, we're going to
share it.
And that's
we
it.
apparently have
share
an
it up.
obligation the day of that show, which sucks.
What are you doing?
I know, because I inquired
playing
if we could do a live podcast from there.
Yeah, we're doing a motocross thing up in
that's kind of fun.
Which is also pretty sick, too.
I don't
It's
know.
like a pit bike thing?
It sounds
No,
a
it's a full-
Oh,
lot.
that's the full motocross thing.
It sounds lame compared to.
Yeah.
Apparently there's going to be
Now, wait a second.
It's going to be like a Sum
Can
41
we
album.
bring motocross into the parking lot?
No!
See what Steve's saying?
But what if we just show
I
up
just go
with
way
it?
too
Like,
far.
are you going to stop us?
That's correct.
Or
Can they ride dirt bikes in traffic?
I mean, listen, I've done.
So when we have Dirt Bike Kid and then we play our new one, maybe we have a song called Jimmy Mortars and we fly off fireworks while people are jumping over fucking huge ramps outside in the parking lot right over the food truck while people are getting pierogies.
See,
it's
now-
going to be great.
Pierogi
Huge,
truck.
great.
See,
it's gonna be
Mike,
the best.
I've
So
done
Mike is
events.
truly big league.
Mike's the guy in the band that he just talks a lot, and then everyone's like, dude, you got to dial it back.
Yeah.
Right? Like, no offense. Like,
No, that's what it is. We know.
Listen, I got to go to one of these shows though that you listed there, and I need the list, and I'll find it on your Facebook page or whatever.
Go to DC.
But I want to make one of those shows. If not,
I mean, you
if we
can
can't
see
do
us
the one.
next Friday.
Dude, you got to go
In
to
Oh,
the,
next Friday is a good show.
Yeah, that's Space?
Space,
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
because
ballroom at the
Pilfers
Space.
and Mephistopheles, they're there.
It's a nice
You
show.
see us there.
Is that what is the date of that?
It's
24th.
Friday. Whatever next Friday.
Friday the
Friday,
24th.
May 24th.
I mean, you should see us June 15th, but you can see us next Friday.
All right.
They're both in Hamden.
Yeah.
Hell of a town.
But the
That's
more
correct.
important show is June 15th.
Exactly. That's the better show to
Listen,
go to.
I've seen one of my favorite shows at that venue.
But also,
Martin Bar.
Ballroom? Yeah, Martin Bar was phenomenal. I agree. We started their way. We came back to it. I
Well,
like-
and
I can't even say
And actually,
Everything's been
if you're
cyclical
coming,
tonight.
if you plan on going to the space show where we're playing with Meth and Pilfers, you're going to get a secret code that gets you a discount off of any of the packages at the No Worries show.
Mm-hmm.
So then you can have a couple of 4 beers and give a burp like him.
Couple two trees.
Two shows at a discount.
Couple tree.
Those small shows, those small intimate shows are the best.
Yeah.
We used to play in a metal band, and my favorite memory is the green room in Black Rock.
Oh, the green
When I
room was
broke
awesome.
my fucking drums. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was terrible. I think I had to use Mike's
We
floor.
packed it out, like 100 people.
Oh yeah.
It was
And
like-
there's a tree in the middle.
Listening to your metal stories is like listening to high school football stories.
Whoosh.
No, but it's the same thing.
Throw a
It's just-
football over that mountain.
What? You're jealous you don't have them?
Huh? No, I have high school football stories. I don't tell them to people.
No, I don't normally tell them, but like for like band memories, it's those more small, intimate, like where like you packed out the little place and everyone was fucking totally into it, and it was
As
just,
long as it's a packed place, it doesn't matter if it's 10 or 1,000 or 100.
and just
really.
it's the vibe of the room too. It wasn't. It was just super like
Like when you get that one really hype dude, that
Well-
just like a one man mosh pit.
Actually,
Paulo doesn't know what it's like to take the
Yeah,
stage.
he doesn't.
He doesn't know what it's like to take the stage.
No, I've been to enough carnivals where there's like a band playing, and you get that one guy that's just way
Super hype.
too hyped up.
well, we've had that.
So we played a lot of really bad shows,
Tough
and
ones.
my favorite shows more often than not are the really bad ones.
Yeah.
It's easy when people are there for you and like
Yes.
and energetic.
Yeah.
But if people fucking hate you,
the ones you got to fight for, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
Or just
there's
fight
something
with,
in me
that's
that
true.
just
You could have some fun with that.
you can have some fun
Well,
with
we
that.
played that show
How do you
in
handle
Boston,
that?
right?
I like Steve
When we played in Boston.
Oh, the one where we couldn't hear anything?
because I was the front man.
yeah,
too.
but there was like really, there
For
might
a
have
metal
been what,
band. And I made
12
my
people
favorite
there?
thing is to
Yeah,
make
yeah.
jokes.
and there was that one guy singing every single guy.
One dude knew every fucking word.
Yeah,
And no
And
one
it
else
was
gave
like-
a shit.
And I didn't care because I was like, fucking that guy loves every
Takes
fucking
one.
song.
It
And
takes one.
Yeah, and it
takes one.
was unbelievable.
He's like singing
funny.
lyrics that you guys cut out like years ago.
Or that we didn't remember.
It's like helping me remember shit.
Steve's looking at him for the next lyric.
Like, what else you got?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to be a little. I like to confuse people a little bit with the banter and things. We played a show at up in Hartford a while back, and I called West Hartford a poor man's Fairfield or something. Just like what the fuck I'm talking about. It means nothing. Like
No, it actually doesn't because that's 100% accurate.
well, it's true, but in truth, many a jest or vice versa. And then these girls came up to our merch table after, and they're like, "Why do you hate West Hartford?" I'm like, "What?" They're like, "Why were you saying stuff about West Hartford?" I'm like, I don't know." Like, they were like super bothered by it.
It's called entertainment.
I'm like, I don't. You gonna buy a shirt? You know?
Or just bother me.
Should I cut it for you at the top? Make it like,
Make it cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's 12
I
o'clock.
think we did it.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
It's episode
we did.
71.
We went the
We did a
distance.
long one.
I felt
Well
like this
done.
was Rogan-esque, like lengthwise.
They always
Listen,
How do you know how long it is?
episode 70 fucking 1, right?
71, baby.
It's a good year.
This is a fun episode. I thoroughly enjoyed
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Thank you.
We got Sgt Scag. Some call them Sgt Scagnetti.
Some people.
Some people, they've been around, they've been doing it for a long time, but they're fucking back. They're
You
doing
guys
some
should
shit.
try. You guys should try Sgt Netty.
Shut the fuck up.
Sergeant Snetti.
Sergeant Netty.
Snetty.
Not only that, we got
Netty Pot.
Bill Steinbacher, Steiny, some call him.
No worries.
He also goes by multiple names. No Worries Koala.
He just did this weird double
also
jerking on his
your
face.
boo.
Hand motion.
My boo. No Worries Brewing Company out of Hamden, Connecticut. Sgt Scagnetti. Cultination IPA coming up
June 15th.
June 15th. We got Sgt Scag playing the show there.
Also, the
there's
song
packages
release.
to buy.
Song release too. Don't
Beer,
forget
new
that.
song, t-shirts, sick graphics.
The Zambonis will be there. Zombie will be there. Another band. We're gonna figure out in a minute.
And there's like really fucking funny lyrics to some of these songs that are like super entertaining.
The pierogi truck is gonna be there, right? Wolfskis. pierogi truck?
If you say so.
I'm telling you.
Facebook says so.
Hey, how comes he gets the we say so and then I get all my ideas shit down?
Because he wants to bring in a pierogi truck, you want to bring in dirt bikes.
It's like Field of Dreams, but with pierogies. It's going to work out pretty good.
Your pierogi,
no
they
dirt
will
bikes,
come.
No dirt bikes.
We've been heavy.
But yes, food
We've been
trucks.
drinking.
Food trucks.
Heavy Drinking Podcast,
All right, guys.
episode 71. Thanks for hanging
Check out
out.
the sponsors. Check out their Facebook page. Get tickets. We'll see you guys later.
Sgt Scagnetti, No Worries Brewing Company.
We want the cup.
Fuck yeah.
We want the cup.
Boston Bruins.
We don't even have
They're doing a thing.
There's no chant needed at this point. We got the cup.
Where does it judge? Some movies just one minute look that good. Driving on a giant field, another kind of film out of Franklin Wood. These days are gonna take a road. There's nothing poetic about what you live with. A limited life brings a ticket membership. These days are gonna take a road. This is the beautiful about our senses. The black things we never felt, but how you remember it. These days are gonna take a break.